WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball and Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
And good morning, Richboro. And the entire Delaware Valley, as Anthony Gargano likes to say. That may be trademarked. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. As we come to you live from the beautiful Irish Horne, where some people have already showed up looking to drink their breakfast, which is great. We like that.
Relatives are in the house.
It is St. Patrick's Day, and we will give away a liver at 9:30 today. So if anybody really serves themselves this morning, we will have something for them a little bit later on in the show today. Beautiful Irish Horne here in Richboro is where the house will be. There will not be a space to be had today at the Irish Horne a little bit later on, so you're going to want to get in. You're going to want to have a morning beverage. Now, Bob, I already got the lecture yesterday. There is not to be a drop of alcohol touched.
Yeah, that's why I showed up drunk.
We are doing the show this morning like Footloose, as management does not trust us not to drink for some reason. So we will have no alcohol touch your lips. Can Bob Cooney go 4 hours in an Irish bar without drinking? This should be a mini.
What is in the magic cup?
You see, Netflix should do this as a mini-series. The hell with Ozark. This would really hit home. There'd be a lot of fun. Coach wants you to know at the beginning of the show today that the meal that became a St. Patrick's Day staple across the country, corned beef and cabbage, was an American innovation, actually, because Irish Americans living in the slums of lower Manhattan in the late 19th century and early 20th purchased leftover corned beef from ships returning from the tea trade in China. And the Irish would boil the beef 3 times, making sure they got all the bugs out. And then they would put some cabbage in at the end. So that's what it was. They were trying to make sure.
It's as gross today as it was back then.
I can't stand it. I don't know. I do not know what the appeal is. Jamie, are you ready?
Yeah, we usually have it every New Year's.
I thought you supposed to have black-eyed peas.
I don't know. We've always done that for good luck on New Year's. I don't mind it, but I don't really seek it out by any means.
It has a stink to it. It's just
Much
not
like Pat.
No, Pat doesn't have a stink to him. Pat has a nice
I'm not even sitting near you.
Pat has a nice cologne on this morning.
Why.
Feels really, really nice. I love Bob's chain. I love Bob.
What'd you do for those beads, Bob?
Bob, I'm
Show
telling
some
you.
boobs.
Bob's already a little wild.
It got really
See?
uncomfortable at Wawa.
There you go. They're giving them out now. Hey, Bradford White Water Heaters are here for the Pro, and we appreciate them being a part of our 6 o'clock hour here on the John Kincade Show. We look forward to having you come on out. We'll look forward to meeting you and hanging out. So, Sixers win one last night. They tried to blow – no, they did blow another big lead. They tried to lose it, but at the end, they took care of business in the last 5 minutes of that game, and that was impressive. But it's one of those things where they won, but. So I want to ask you, Bob, first, what is the headline to you? They won, or they won despite the deficiencies that showed themselves again last night? What do you take out of that game? If you were writing the piece about that game, what do you take from it?
So they won because they were the more talented team last night. And that was last night. And I was texting with an NBA executive during the final quarter of the game, and he reminded me something that I had said to him before. And it is a mantra that I have gone about my professional career and looking at a professional basketball team. You can be more talented and win some games that way. But you need one of these 3 things in my book to be a very good team. You need to be able to out-hustle a team, play smarter than the other team, or play tougher than the other team. Hustle, smart, tough. Do any of those attributes can you tie to this 76ers team right now? That's my biggest question. Are they smart?
No.
I don't think they're a smart team. Do they out-hustle other teams?
No.
Are they tougher than other teams?
No. And not mentally tough. They're not mentally tougher.
Yeah, so it's funny that he brought this up to me last night. My own words he brought back to me. And I look at this team, I think they're very talented. And yes, they may be more talented than 90% of the other teams in the league. But if they don't have one of those three attributes that I just laid out there, John, I don't know how far this team can go.
I watched it last night, and I was out at the new Parks Sportsbook out at the Chickies in Malvern watching the game. And, Jamie, people are frustrated with this team.
Yeah, rightfully so.
They're frustrated by it because they're up 19. They're saying, see, this is what this team's all about. And then they watch the fizzle again. And by the way, last night, Cleveland got back in that game with the stars on the court, with Joel on the court, with Harden on the court. They got back in the game with the starters in. So it wasn't a game where, wow, the bench is killing them and gave up the lead. It was the starters last night.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly reason to be concerned. When you have a Tyrese Maxey, George Niang, Shake Milton, and DeAndre Jordan line up in a game, it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence. It's weird. You're not getting a very aggressive James Harden the last 3 or 4 games. I think he's playing a good point guard and all that. Embiid's been great. Maxey was awesome last night. But there's just something a little off. To Bob's point about there was a rebound that came across the top of the lane late, and Tobias made I want to say a half-ass kind of effort for it. And it was an offensive rebound for Cleveland. That was one of those where if you're playing a Nets or a Celtics or somebody, the pro there hits the dagger shot and kills you. And to me, it was a board Tobias should have had. This team doesn't box out well. They don't play tough well. And their transition defense sucks. So there's definitely areas to be concerned. But to Bob's point, they are extremely talented, and you hope they can figure that out.
Pat, what I'm tired of hearing about this team is, and last night even on the Sixers broadcast, James Harden looks a little tired. He just came off of a 2.5-week vacation before you acquired him. You let him have a 2.5 weeks off before you acquired him. And before he ever played a game for you, James is looking a little tired. And then whenever they're in a tight game like this, this is the NBA, Pat. This happens from night to night. You can't use that excuse every night. When you're the more talented team, I cannot hear, in the NBA, it's a grind, and every night it can be tough. I'm looking at the Miami Heat, Pat. Miami Heat winning games by, I'm just going down their wins this year. 42, 17, 16, 15, 15, 22, 21, 15, 17. I mean, the Miami Heat knows how to show up, go to work, and take care of inferior opponents. For some reason, the Sixers can't. I don't get it.
I'm not going to rip him for being tired because I'm tired. So, I don't want to sit in my glass
Tired,
house.
respect,
You
tired.
have not.
I don't want to sit in my glass house and start throwing stones. But no, it's frustrating that when the Sixers get up by 20, I immediately now think, okay, when do they blow it?
Yeah.
It's no longer like I can turn the TV off and I can go and do something else and, I can know that they're going to win comfortably. It's not the case. I don't know what it is. I think it goes back to, they are good, but they know it. And I think that they get too comfortable with that and they think they can just flip a switch and turn it on. It's, but you're right. And the Miami Heat goes back to coaching. Eric Spoelstra doesn't allow that.
He doesn't allow this team to sleepwalk. Spoelstra they have so many double-digit wins, Bob, I can't even count them. How many times they go out and just take an inferior opponent, put their foot in the throat, and the Miami Heat are not as talented as the Sixers.
Yeah, I go to the players more than I go to the coaching. They get out to 19-point leads. Do you equate that to Doc Rivers?
Absolutely.
I don't. I equate it more to the players.
Okay, but I think they got a good plan. If you're up by 19, you got a good plan, and you're obviously executing a pretty good plan.
Maybe you're just that much more talented, and you go out there at the beginning of the game, and your talent and your fresh legs get you there. I get tired of, John, you brought up the announcer saying that
Any
James
night
Harden,
in the NBA.
Well, that James Harden looks tired and all. I'll see Joel Embiid come out with some fire under his ass to start a game. I'll see them get a 19-point lead, and I'll see him start walking up the floor. I'll see the loose balls that Jamie's talking about not getting hustled after. I think lackadaisical play an awful lot when this team gets a lead. I don't know how this. It's the NBA. They're adults. I mean, this is their profession. If James Harden and Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris need to be told to play harder, I don't know if that's going to fall on Doc Rivers or the players. So I'm not making excuses for Doc.
That's a fair point.
I'm not making excuses for Doc, but at the same time, a lot of what I see in blowing leads falls on the players more than it does the coach.
Yeah, it might fall back to them feeling as though they're the most talented team on the court.
Exactly.
And they might get comfortable with that and lull themselves into a sense of comfortability when they shouldn't be. at all. And maybe that's a sign that, those Eric Spoelstra, Toronto Raptors, Boston Celtics, more cohesive units that have been together a little longer, don't allow themselves to do that as much. The Sixers might just think, we're going to outclass everyone and do that.
Do they realize they have no freaking pedigree at all? Do they realize they've accomplished nothing as a franchise?
Well, but they have two MVPs.
They haven't won anything, and they act like they're smelling themselves. That's what I get when I watch them. They look like they're walking around like they're the Showtime Lakers.
I know,
like
but
we're the show in town. Man.
Assuming Embiid wins MVP, which it looks like he's going to, they have two MVPs on the court, and not a lot of teams can say that. So, I think it's just natural that there's a sense of we're a good team, we'll figure it out. And maybe they shouldn't have that attitude.
Yeah, 14 games to figure it out, Pat.
But they are what? 6-2 with Harden?
7-2?
7-2?
7-2, I think.
The two losses.
The
two best teams they played, they've lost to. I mean, they played two good teams and they've lost to them.
There was a telling sign to me the other night when they were playing Denver. I think Doc called a timeout with about 5:30 to go in the game. They come out of that timeout, and they had a different pep in their step. Now, look, does it take a coach to call a timeout and say, guys, let's go? That's why, you either have it in you or you don't. I don't know 82 times over a season that you need a coach to kick you in the ass to say, let's go. Like, that should be inside of you as a Joel Embiid, a James Harden, Tobias Harris, even the rookie. And he seems to have it. Tyrese Maxey isn't a rookie, but, he has that jump in his step all the time. I don't know how much coaching has to tell you that in order for you to get that out of yourself.
Coach has to do that to you each morning, Pat, a little bit. You have to get under your saddle a little bit, or he just tries to.
No, it's natural for him to drive me nuts and incite violence. But, I think some players have it. Like Maxey's hungry, and we hear about that, and he's constantly in the gym. To credit to James Harden, we hear the same thing about him, too. But I've noticed the same thing, Bob, with Joel Embiid. Like, he gets up, and then, he gets kind of comfortable.
Coach
I don't necessarily blame the players for that. I think in a way it is natural, but they need to get that, we're going to finish you and embarrass you.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Instead of let's just coast to a win because, last night was way too close.
More than 14 points from a bench would help that situation.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
41-13, they got outscored last night. 41-13.
That's like a nightly occurrence now that you're in the 13 to 16 point bench range.
So the last two nights they've been outscored, 85 to 28 or whatever it is?
Yes. That's bad.
Immaculata.
Well, it's not good.
No.
Immaculata's offered to send over a few players to supplement that bench when we were over in Malvern last night. Hey, check out Delco Steaks. If you don't know Delco Steaks, mouth-watering Philly cheesesteaks. You can head to Delco, my hometown of Broomall, Pennsylvania, 19008, voted best of Philly last year. And they're in Delco, in Broomall. You got to check them out in Broomall, really coming soon to me at Delco Steaks. You can't eat their meat, and you shouldn't.
You can try.
And you should not.
They're begging you to try by saying that.
They want you to try to beat their meat.
But you can't.
But you can't beat their meat.
Because they beat their own meat.
They're the beatest of the meats.
We will get to the Deshaun Watson story later.
I tried.
Kyle Schwarber certainly improves the Phillies. He is most definitely an improvement.
Yes.
But without another move, what are you feeling? Now that we've had a chance to sleep on it and everything, and I realized yesterday that did I want Schwarber? Yeah, if I couldn't have and seeing the contract that Chris Bryant signed, I credit the Phillies for not signing that contract. I wouldn't give Chris Bryant that contract. His numbers, his production in the last few years don't justify what Colorado overpaid to get him. Yeah. I have no problem with the Phillies not signing Chris Bryant. And why does Chris Bryant want to go and not compete? That also tells me about him. Want to go someplace where he's not going to compete for anything.
Yeah, it was 6 years.
And
7
years.
Yeah, I'm out on 7 years.
I don't blame the Phillies at all.
Yeah, I think Schwarber's the better deal. 4 years, you maintain it.
Better deal,
yeah,
no question.
For a guy, when you compare Castellanos, Schwarber, and Bryant's power numbers, it's all very comparable. To get a guy for half that rate and half the years, I think, is a win.
So where I was poo-pooing it yesterday a little bit, now that I see the Bryant deal, I absolutely applaud it.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to ask you. It makes you feel better about it?
Much better.
Yeah.
I'll do $480 for Schwarber over the 7-year deal they gave Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant is a much better baseball player, not necessarily hitter, baseball player than Schwarber.
Yeah, that's fair. I still think they're a bat away. Kind of when you go through, Dombrowski can say whatever he wants about the DH. I don't think they have enough good bats to platoon a DH. I'd like one more outfield bat in here because Schwarber's a butcher defensively.
Oh,
the
he's
whole
terrible.
the whole team basically is. If
Yeah.
you remove Real Muto, it's not
terrible.
good.
We're gonna get into that a little bit later. It's terrible.
Not good.
It is terrible. Pat, do you feel better when the news came down yesterday at 9:20? Do you feel better this morning about the Schwarber deal? Like, I feel better because of the Bryant deal.
Yeah, I even tweeted out yesterday, like, I can't really judge the Schwarber deal until I see what Castellanos and Bryant signed for. I couldn't believe what Bryant got. And neither could the rest of baseball. That contract was shocking. I mean, you're tied to a guy for $26 million for 7 years that, compared to Schwarber, it's better value with Schwarber. I still won't judge the Schwarber contract until I see what Castellanos gets. Because if Castellanos gets close to or similar to the contract that Schwarber got, then I wanted Castellanos.
They paid the Colorado Rockies paid $1 million less a year than Freddie Freeman got.
Wow.
And gave one more year. Freddie Freeman made a stupid mistake. He is taking less money to be a Dodger. All because of his ego wanting to get a 6th year. He ends up with less. The tax rate in California, he will make significantly less money on that deal, all because of the ego of saying I have to have 6 years.
Well, when he's broke.
Well, he won't be broke.
For Chapter 11, you'll
no.
remember this moment.
He'll never be broke.
He's clipping coupons?
Yeah, he's in L.A. with a chance to win World Series titles for the next 4 or 5 years.
Honey, I found a good Groupon.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
But it was about, though, the contract. He only, and let it be known.
6 years.
He wanted 6 years. It's got to be 6 years. He ends up taking less money just to be able to say, well, I got what I wanted. I got 6 years. What is that about?
That lineup is
It's so stacked.
It's
so stacked.
It's really good.
You said earlier, give it up. I mean, Jamie, you're like,
yeah.
The National League is the Dodgers.
That's one of the best lineups 1 through 7 I've ever seen.
Yeah, but it's baseball.
Baseball is weird, Pat.
It is weird, and it's like I feel like every year there's at least one team where we go, oh my god, that team is terrifying.
Sure.
I mean, look, sometimes that team does end up winning it all, but I feel like more times than not, they end up falling short for whatever reason.
They could.
If the Dodgers fall short,
injuries.
it still puts them 15 wins ahead of the Phillies.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But they're in different. They're in complete different categories. The Phillies are
sure.
just trying to get in the playoffs. The Dodgers are like, we need to win a championship.
And if they don't win a championship, it's a failure.
Yeah,
When you
100%.
sign that kind of deal, it is an absolute failure.
The Dodgers are where the Phillies were in 2010.
Yes.
It's like anything less than a championship, it's looked at as, a waste.
Oh,
They
now I
need
feel
they
better.
need a second. They
should.
need a second one. I feel so much better about the Schwarber deal today, and I think in a way, really diving into it yesterday afternoon a little bit, I feel I was a bit. A little unfair to him, to what he brings, what he's going to bring to this lineup. I think I understated what he brings to the lineup. I think it is going to be a huge advantage to them as long as he goes through the big hole and swing stretches.
Well, hopefully Kevin Long, working with him daily now, he credits him for kind of pulling him out of the rut of his career. Hopefully that's something that has a real positive influence on him.
Yeah, John, and you talk about stretches with him. Like last year, he had an epic June.
Spectacular. It was a Ryan Howard-ish.
It was him, Barry Bonds, and Sammy Sosa were the only 3 players to ever hit 15 home runs in 17 games.
And that was a Ryan Howard type of,
Yeah,
like what we
exactly.
say is somebody, he has the ability to get red hot.
You can pencil him in, and I think Jamie and I were talking after the show about it yesterday.
35.
You can pencil him in. I would even pen him in. So you can't erase it.
You're penning him in.
I'm penning him in between 30 and 35.
Pat does not have a pen, by the way, so don't ask Pat if you're going to pen it in.
I don't have. I forgot a pen.
He forgot a pen. I gave him a pen.
Criticized
pens.
for it.
I gave you one.
hell do you have
People
in
are
that
talking
Buzz
far
Lightyear?
and wide about your non-pen.
I'm not a pensman, and I'm appalled. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Kyle Schwarber in this bandbox of a ball.
That right field
I mean,
wall.
he's going to be parking him in there.
Where
for
does he
sure.
bat?
He might be at the top of the order. I mean, I came to terms with it yesterday. Unless they get another
He's done
bat,
it before.
Yeah,
he might bat 1 or 2.
Ideally, I'd love him at like 5th.
yeah. I would want him.
Okay,
clean
but
up.
tell me.
Or not clean up, fifth,
now you
fifth,
say
fifth.
like Bob's saying 5th. You tell me what your lineup is then.
Yeah, I gotta write.
Okay,
it down.
just
John,
assume
you can't
you're
put me on
hard.
the spot.
No, assume.
It's hard.
Are you saying one of the center fielders is your leadoff?
That's not good.
It's not.
Segura might be your best option.
I mean, I might even put JT in leadoff.
Yeah, see,
They don't. But we talked about this yesterday. They don't have like a prototypical like he's going to be their leadoff.
JT can run the bases. He's gonna. He knows. He's got a good eye.
He's a professional.
He's got a good
hitter.
eye for the strike zone.
Like you can't. Like
I don't hate that.
But do you want to put that much more on his legs? I mean, if he's due for 25 or 30 more at bats a year, guaranteed at the leadoff.
I mean, he's not
that's
like
a good point.
he's not ancient. I mean,
No, I know.
How many more?
31.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like my grandfather over here, you know? I mean, I think his legs will be fine, but Kyle Schwarber at the heart of the lineup, this guy's a boom or bust. If he's not hitting home runs,
Yeah, I don't like
he's not
Schwarber
on base.
leading
So
off.
like,
Part of me
I don't
likes seeing
that.
a big boy at the top of the order.
I sort of
Yeah,
like it too.
I like seeing fat guys run.
You're just like fat boy Harden.
The more I look at it, and I think I'm
He's
going
a
to
thick
get.
boy.
I think I'm going to get pushback on this. The more I look at it, I wouldn't mind seeing Bryce Harper at 2.
I wouldn't hate it.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
Like I want to see the best guys in this lineup because this team is going to have to score runs. So I want to see the best guys get the most at bats. By the way, it was I think it's 28 more at bats if you bat like 30 something if you bat leadoff, 28 I think if you bat second, and like 22 if you bat third. You're going to get over the course of a year.
Yeah,
you never know.
Yeah, I mean,
never know what
new
that
age
might bring.
baseballs. You want your best 3 batters, 1, 2, 3.
Just like Little League. Go back to Little League.
Yeah.
Where did you bat most often in the Little League lineup?
I was a 3 through 5 guy.
I was bench
no, when you played.
routinely. No, I didn't though.
I should have been 7. I was 7.
Coach always found a way not to put me in.
The DH went into the league because of you.
I was 7. I mean, I was like, it was always going to be 7. It was never going to be top 6.
Was your coach like La Russa?
Mr. Tenari?
He'd bat the pitcher before you?
Mr. Tenari was one. I think Mr. Catania was one.
I was so good that the coach asked me where I wanted to bat.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy, though.
But Bob was over bouncing a basketball before the game like Kelly Leak.
I was dribbling with my left hand and hitting with my right.
I'm not
Hey,
that guy.
you may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White. They are here for the pro. We are here at the Irish
Look at
Horne
the bar, John.
in Richboro. I love this.
This is awesome. You guys are awesome. The bar is packed already at 6:15 in the morning.
Love seeing
I love
people
it.
out. First 100 Fanatic listeners get a free Fanatic 4 for 4-leaf clover t-shirt. Today is the first day of the NCAA March Madness tournament. You want to stick around all day and catch the action here.
There is not a bad seat in the house. And there are alcoholic beverages, but at the top of every hour, Coach has been instructed by management, we are getting a breathalyzer. So everyone check out.
Do you guys need clean urine?
I think, please, we
got
could have
the
it.
stuff,
He's
man.
testing.
$20.
He's testing the urine at 9 o'clock.
I got clean piss in my bag.
It is the John Kincade Show, the show that isn't trusted at Beasley Media. That is our new slogan. It's all sponsored today by Bud Light. Perfect for anywhere there's fun. But wait a minute, we're not allowed to have some fun with it because where there's fun, there's Bud Light. So just enjoy that water over there and pace yourself, Jamie. We don't need you to be in the bathroom during a break. We need you back here. All right, coming up, free agency in the NFL was met with a bit of a snooze yesterday, but something I observed makes me feel better about the Eagles, and they did nothing. We'll get to it next. John Kincade Show, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I got the brand new Parks Casino Sportsbook app. It's all in one. Downloaded it yesterday, and it's absolutely awesome. So last night at the bar, I'm trying to put some last-minute wagers in. I've been betting the over. Every time Harden and Embiid play, I bet the over. And by the way, it's only failed once. So it's a winning strategy. I get it on the Parks app. It is so fast. It is so smooth. It is so colorful. And you can even bet individual player performances, like points and rebounds and assists. You can even do same-game wagering. I had bet the over, and then by halftime, they had set an over-under number of 236, and I wanted to double up on it. The Parks Sportsbook app will give you a bonus if you use my promo code Kincade. And check out, I was there last night, the new Parks Racing Sportsbook located right inside the new Chickies and Pete's in Malvern. You play there and you get paid there. Great, great folks. You'll really enjoy it. So check out the Parks Sportsbook app. You got to be 21. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Happy St. Paddy's Day from the John Kincade Show, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Paid for by Fidelity.
Today we're talking to Lauren, a financial services associate at Fidelity, about her Series 7 career. So Lauren, we know having your Series 7 is key, but when it comes to your career, what were you looking for that you found with Fidelity?
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, I think the big lesson is that I just didn't know what I didn't know. I knew I was looking to find things like great benefits, great technology to better serve clients, though most of all, the resources and a culture of support to help me grow my career. So you start to wonder what your options may be.
Can you tell us a bit more about your Series 7 career with Fidelity?
Yes. So with Fidelity Investments, I found the growth opportunities I was looking for with my Series 7 and also a great culture with a company that puts clients first. This actually helps me achieve something much more powerful than I could have at my past job.
If you're looking to make a switch like Lauren, Fidelity Investments is hiring Series 7 professionals near you. Trade up to a company with the growth opportunities and reputation for putting people first that you'd expect from a large financial firm. Visit branches.fidelitycareers.com. That's branches.fidelitycareers.com. Fidelity is an equal opportunity employer.
Breakfast is sizzling at Wawa with 2 for $5 Sizzlies in all your favorite varieties, including the return of the sweet and savory waffle Sizzly. For a double delicious breakfast on the go, choose any 2 varieties, including sausage, egg, and cheese on a toasted waffle, bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, the Sizzly burrito, and more. Stop by Wawa and grab any 2 Sizzlies for $5. Available 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. Limited time only. Gotta have a Wawa. Wawa has bold new salads. For dinner, the Cheeseburger Salad. All of your favorite cheeseburger flavors. Beef, cheese, cherry tomatoes, and pickles on a bed of crisp romaine. And the grilled chicken Caesar pasta salad. A classic Caesar salad kicked up a notch with grilled chicken and penne pasta. 2 salads fresh enough to call salad and bold enough to call dinner. Did we just reinvent dinner or redefine salad? Try the new dinner salads, made fresh at Wawa.
College basketball season is heating up, which means it's time for the Wendy's Wooden Watch. In 2002, I was honored to have received the John R. Wooden Player of the Year Award, which is presented to the country's most outstanding men's and women's player, who is also making progress towards earning a degree. This year, players like Chet Holmgren, Jaden Ivey, Nalissa Smith, and Aaliyah Boston are all vying for the trophy. So who will take it home? The 2022 John R. Wooden Men's and Women's Player of the Year Award is presented by Wendy's.
At Wendy's, March is madness. With our breakfast Baconator. Sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant. Both made with fresh cracked eggs or even a honey butter chicken biscuit. And we're just getting warmed up. Get 50% off the official breakfast of March Madness when you order through the Wendy's app. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
For a limited time at participating Wendy's via app offer only. Account registration required. No discount applies to taxes or fees. Not valid with any other offer.
Every dribble, every pass, and every bucket, all in the palm of your hand. Because now you can sign up and bet. No strings attached with BetRivers Sportsbook app featuring award-winning customer service. Live in-game bets, live player props, and live instant betting. Bucket to bucket. Don't miss out on all the big games. Get in the action with BetRivers Sportsbook. Download the BetRivers Sportsbook app today.
Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. So you need to change your oil. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Daily Protection or Valvoline Max Life High Mileage Motor Oil with STP oil filter, plus an STP air filter or cabin air filter for just $36.99. Visit one of our 6,000 stores or order from AutoZone.com for same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
How do you make the most of your land? If you ask the Wrens, who run with us on a John Deere mower, they tell you,
I mow first, then I do all the trimming.
But the Hubbards, who work behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, would say,
if it's something you want, just go after it and try it.
Then there's the Mosers, who may mention from the seat of their John Deere Gator UTV.
You can't be all work and not play.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Do you want the best for your car? Then fill up with Premium at Circle K. Circle K Premium is our best fuel with double the cleaning detergent, protecting your engine from corrosion and damage so it can work at its best. And that, my friend, increases your mileage for more cha-ching in your pocket. Plus, when you fill up with Premium at Circle K, you can save up to 20 cents per gallon. Offer valid Thursdays or Fridays at participating stores. For details, visit CircleK.com. Circle K. How convenient.
Friends, ever heard grass is always green on the other side? If you're in a dead-end job, you want greener grass. Well, My Computer Career can help. In months, not years, they can give you a new life as an IT pro. You learn from home by taking classes live online. Financial aid is available to those who qualify. And My Computer Career offers lifetime career services, which helps you find jobs with companies begging for IT pros. Go to mycomputercareer.edu today and take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now.
Hey, guys, protect yourself against upsets this March with Bracket Parlay Insurance on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. Right now, all customers can get up to $25 back each day if your parlay of 3 legs or more falls 1 leg short. Now, I like to look at games in the first weekend that aren't that big of a spread. So tonight, here's what I like. I like Murray State -2 against the Dons of San Francisco. And I also like Miami getting 1.5 against USC. Take a look and see what you like. Build your own parlay based on the teams playing today. Parlays are great because you can turn a small bet into a big payday. And with cash out, the ball's in your court. So you can close out your bet whenever you want before the game is over. Are you new to FanDuel? Well, then just sign up with promo code Bob. Then you can bet the bracket all tournament long. That's promo code Bob on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. If exactly 1 leg loses, refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. NCAA tournament SBK wager required. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now back to the John Kincade Show, St. Patty's Day broadcast, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Welcome back to the Irish Horne in Richboro. If you're drinking your breakfast, can I hear a little clap? Just so people know your families know you're okay. So, there we go. We got a lot of people enjoying would this be considered almost like a kegs and eggs type of situation?
I don't see any eggs, but what the hell? I'll go with it.
There's a lot of, now I wonder, Bob, give me an idea. You've been a barfly in your life. Tell me the odds that some of these guys are going to work later.
Oh, slim and none.
Are any of them going to
No, see, the dude in the red jacket, he owns his own business, so he thinks he's going to work, but actually he's telling other people what to do. So,
do you believe any of these people are going to be operating heavy machinery?
I hope not.
After 9 o'clock today.
Well,
the guy in the green shirt over there looks like he could just beat my ass. So, I mean, like, he might be a heavy machinery.
John, there isn't one person.
The girl in the green shirt looks like she could beat your ass, John.
It's great to see so many people out and about, and honestly, that's one of the things to me is that seeing people congregating and out. I was in a crowded bar and restaurant last night, out here at the Irish Horne. I mean, this to me is just really puts a smile on my face. Seeing people 6:30 in the morning drinking their breakfast.
Yeah, I'd like to be
out and about, congregating. No, we're not allowed.
I know.
Jamie.
But
do not even contemplate having a drop of alcohol on a Bud Light event.
But the bar's right there.
I know, it is. And it's a Bud Light event.
Me.
Our friends from Bud Light have us out here.
So thirsty. Coach is going to kill you.
It's the breathalyzer. Coach will give us the breathalyzer at 7 a.m. every hour, and then that will be reported to the management back home.
All right.
That we have not had a drop of alcohol. Pat, that includes grenadine for you. I don't care. You don't drink, Pat, but you know what? You don't get a Shirley Temple if we don't even get to sample a beverage on St. Patrick's Day.
Who's stop me? Are you?
At a Bud Light event. No, that girl who you said could beat my ass, she's going to stop you. She's on my team.
Yeah,
she's going to take care of you.
She could kick my ass, too.
Hey, when you're on public transit, be sure to look up and speak up. If you see something suspicious, report it by texting GO 1776, calling pound 1776, or the Look Up, Speak Up app. So, free agency began in the NFL. That was the quietest first day of free agency that I can ever remember. And Jamie loves getting under the hood with this, but there was something that I took away from yesterday afternoon because Christina says to me, I thought this was the big free agency day you were talking about. And I said, it is. And she goes, well, what'd the Eagles do? I said, they've done nothing. I said, they had done their signing the day before, so it's pretty much done. And she's like, well, what did everybody else do? And I went, oh. And then I looked. Dallas is cutting salary. The Commanders are cutting salary. The Giants just suck. They're the Giants. Nobody else in the NFC East has improved since the end of last year. In fact, I could even say that
DC got worse. I mean,
DC got worse and Dallas got worse.
Yeah, I mean, Dallas lost the number one wide receiver. They're shopping Leo Collins. Washington lost arguably their best player in Brandon Sheriff. The Giants brought in a guy I think it's going to lead to a quarterback competition.
You do believe Tyrod Taylor's going to push him?
Yeah, I think
T-Mobile?
I think they're going to open that up. I mean, he got paid a little bit more than what a backup probably should get paid.
8.5 over 2 years?
Yeah.
That's not a bad deal.
That's not. It's good for him. I think they're going to open it up and try and motivate Daniel Jones. But, yeah, the division didn't really do a whole lot. If anything, I think teams got worse, yeah.
And I think the Eagles are the only team in the NFC East who is better today than they were the last game. When every one of those teams ended their 2021 season, the Eagles, to me, are the only team that's better, Bob. The Eagles have a better roster today than they had that day.
Yeah, they haven't lost anything that they didn't want to lose. And I think you could say that pretty much for the other teams, as Jamie pointed out, in the NFC. Except maybe the Giants, and the Giants are just bad anyway. So, addition by subtraction is a good thing in some cases, which I think the Eagles have done. The guys that they've gotten rid of weren't guys that you expected anything out of. The Hassan Reddick signing is, to me, a good one if they use him properly. And maybe, just maybe, they're not done yet either. But even if they are, they still have money in the future like you were talking about yesterday, John. And they still have all these draft picks that we're so excited about. So, yeah, good offseason so far.
Yeah, and when you put it in that perspective, I didn't quite think of it like that, but you're right.
That's what I'm here for.
And I was talking to John.
I got a smart wife.
Bob, I was looking at you, but I was talking to John because he's the one who brought up the point that, all the other teams have kind of gotten worse and are cutting bait. And really, the Eagles are the only one to improve because I was sitting here as an Eagles fan going like, well, they still don't have a safety. But when you consider the fact that they really haven't lost, to Bob, to your credit, when they haven't lost anything that they didn't want to lose, that's a good way of putting it. And that's what happens when you have a guy that knows how to maneuver a salary cap. And don't forget what Schefter said yesterday, too. Like, when you factor in the signings that they did before the free agency started of guys that would have been free agents, too, it's actually a really good free agency class if you want to consider that.
Can I give you a piece of breaking news you're not going to get anywhere else in the market?
Yeah.
The private investigator teams are sniffing around Olivia's school about Kyle Hamilton, and reportedly the Eagles are one of them.
Yeah, they apparently Andy Weidel and his cohorts were down at Georgia yesterday, putting in heavy work at the Bulldogs complex.
They're in Athens, but they went down to Brookhaven.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Yeah,
and they're poking around trying to get the scoop on what's Kyle Hamilton like, what's his family background like, They do a lot a lot of work.
I hope
they're not the only team though that is doing this.
Is he a good kisser?
But Bob, they're talking to high school coaches.
Yeah. That's your formidable years.
He's been at Notre Dame for 3 years. Wouldn't you go by what the college coaches are saying? Because you're not the same guy when you're a high school senior that you are when you're a...
Yeah, but your roots are your roots.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, if I'm going to spend that type of money, top 10 pick maybe, or if he falls to the Eagles at 15, that's going to be a lot of money. That's a lot that you're investing in your future. Yeah, I want to know what kind of diapers he wore. I want to know how long he was in diapers. I like everything. So you can't get enough intel. No.
Okay.
How long did he breastfeed for? All the important questions.
See, Pat, did he breastfeed her?
Pat,
was he just formula? I don't know.
I'm shocked by this. Like, I was shocked to hear it that how many they're already now, and I know a lot of the coaching staff of the school being asked questions about. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And they're like, oh, no, there have been a lot of people through here already.
Yeah, I think that's pretty standard.
And there have been assistant coaches through. There's been.
I think first and second round picks, it's pretty standard.
And I swear that's something I never really knew.
Yeah, it's not just football either. You'd be amazed if you could grab a coach an hour after a draft, like NBA coaches like I have, and they draft somebody that maybe you heard of, maybe you didn't, the information that they could give you about that individual an hour after drafting them, it's unbelievable. They know their parents. They know their parents' name, where their parents
like a full dossier.
Oh, like God, yeah. They should be diving into every potential first-round pick because I can't get over the fact that they drafted Andre Dillard and had no idea that this guy was baby poop soft and would cry if you basically insulted him on a football field. You probably get that information if you start diving into other coaches and
high school coaches.
High school coaches of like, look, really good player, kind of soft, and that to me was glaring. Of like, wait, how did you not know this? How did you not do your due diligence and find out that this guy was crying if you say a few bad words to him? So, yeah, do all the research you need to.
It was great seeing Grussman this morning. He's here with us. It is good to be able to have the engineer of sunshine, quarterbacking our effort. And he's going to Vegas with us. He's going back to Vegas with us. I understand they told him it was an ultimatum. You're going or you're out.
I'm thrilled because when our headphones didn't work this morning, he didn't blame us.
He fixed it right away.
Yeah,
too.
he didn't say you guys are manhandling it. So
and Jamie's not manhandling the mic here, which is great too. We're heading to the draft in Vegas, and you can be there with us. So listen, starting on Monday, you will have your chance to win a trip for two from our official partner, PhillySportsTrips.com. Travel with us. You're going to win round-trip nonstop flights from Philly to Vegas, a 3-night stay at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, where you will walk out of your hotel and stare across at the stage of where the draft is going to be held in the Bellagio fountains.
Or you stay in the hotel and you can walk out of your room and stare at Grussman.
Now, Grussman will be watching Netflix
You're rooming with Grussman.
I didn't realize that was part of the prize.
Yes.
Hey, plus you're going to get invited to 2 all-inclusive draft parties where you may or may not meet Grussman.
Well, he's doing his own meet and greet.
Okay, so he's a special one.
Yeah, it's
at the Bunny Ranch.
Yes.
Well, we want to thank Philly
Air Force Amy.
We want to thank Philly Pretzel Factory, Iron Mountain Men's Health, the all-new Park Sportsbook and Casino app, and our friends at Window Nation. Starting Monday, you will find out how you could join us in Las Vegas. We had a blast last time. We missed Jamie.
Yeah, my kid had to be born. It was pretty rude of her. But,
but you know what? That's such a cop-out because your baby was not born.
It was a week later.
And? You could have made it, is my point.
Well, hindsight being 2020
over there. You didn't care about the show.
You've seen a woman pregnant at 9 months, right?
Once.
Yes.
He doesn't know how she got pregnant.
I'm not sure. It was
immaculate.
It was the second immaculate conception.
He's seen a woman pregnant. All he saw.
I don't know how it gets made, but I've seen a woman pregnant.
The Ring doorbell showed the UPS truck coming and going, the mail being delivered. So God knows.
It's nice they bring those packages right to the room.
She just started calling on the stork. I don't know what to say.
Hey, and the linchpin. Jamie wants to be like a little leprechaun this morning. Something magical.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, I was thinking yesterday because the bench is so bad. If you could, outside of the top 4 Sixers on the team, just magically give some leprechaun, dust to somebody, who would you choose to improve? Because we might have 4 different answers.
I think we'd have 4 different. I think we'd have 3 different answers.
Yeah, we might have 3, which is kind of highlighting how bad the bench actually is. If we're all going, well, I'd take him or him.
You're saying, who do I make magically better?
Yes.
I know exactly my answer.
Because mine's Shake Milton. I think he would bring a lot to the second unit. A combo kind of guard a little bit. Give me that 12 points here and there. I don't know what happened to him after the bubble. I thought, things were trending up for him. Ever since, he's just kind of looked like a lost puppy out there. I don't know what's going on with him, but I think his role of a point shooting guard combo would bring a lot of positives to the team.
So you say Shake, and now Bobby stole a Shakeism from you there, but
it's exactly mine also.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I didn't think you'd say that.
I hearken, but when Jamie put this up there, I went back to that Los Angeles Clippers game that he had a couple of years ago where it was like, wow, this guy just is an unconscious scorer. Now, I love that coming off the bench. I don't care if you take bad shots. If you're a scorer and you're coming off the bench in the NBA, you can take bad shots, unwarranted shots, all of that. I thought that's what he was going to be.
Yeah.
And if he could be that 15, 16-point guy off the bench, this Sixers team is so much better. So that's the guy I would sprinkle the magic dust on.
I didn't expect you to have the same
answer. Neither did I.
I thought you two were going to have 2 different answers, and I thought one of you would have my answer, Danny Green.
That's the other candidate.
What the hell's happened to Danny Green? Danny Green was brought here, first of all, to have pedigree. Because of his pedigree, because of his poise, because of his reputation. Well, reputation can't shoot anymore. And he's not a threat anymore. And honestly, I've watched in the last few games, too, is he's not defended. He's not defended with the same level of respect I think he was defended by even when he got here.
Well, it's funny, John. You bring up respect, pedigree, all of that stuff. Well, to me, that all equals into age. You get all that stuff by being in the league a long time. I really do think all the things you said, I totally agree with. I think age has caught up with him.
You think he fell off a cliff, though?
I think age caught up with him. Yeah, I really do.
What about Pat? Are you? No, I thought there'd be 3 names mentioned. There are 2 names mentioned.
Let me just say, screw you, you're cool, screw you, and I'm out. Because mine was Shake Milton. But,
really?
But for the argument of I'll choose a different name, Matisse Thybulle giving you anything offensively would be nice. It's Jamie, you talked about it the other day. Just hitting wide open shots, he misses them way too often. And I look at a guy who, down the stretch of the last 5 to 6 minutes of the game, I don't want him taking any shot. And the fact that you have that in your starting lineup, like you need him for the defensive prowess that he brings you. He brings you nothing offensively. If he could even pop in a good 15 points, that would change everything.
Yeah, he was even Robert Covington last night around the rim. Like looked like he didn't even
missed
know
some easy
He
layups.
has no confidence offensively.
None.
7 shots last night in 26 minutes. That doesn't get it done. You're
By
right.
the way, I stumbled onto that. Did Rocco become a villain last weekend?
Defending Ben Simmons. Yeah, it was a little.
I mean, what is he talking about?
I think he cleared it up, but it was a little bit out of context. And you don't understand the context of things on.
He did get booed a lot here,
but he basically alluded to. He wasn't ripping Phillies fans. He was saying like, well, that's what Philly fans do. Like they boo opponents. And
okay.
So he was kind of trying to defend it. He walked the comments back. Yeah, I mean, look, this is a guy who had a podcast, fly out to Minnesota in the middle of December and act like he was a legend. So if he has
pump the brakes there.
If he has revisionist history, let's remind him.
Yeah, but Thybulle just looks lost offensively. He went to the bench at one point after a couple of those missed layups and
Started
sat
beating
down.
himself in the head.
Yeah, he looked like a guy that's going through it.
He needs to, in the movie Moneyball, when they're trying to give Scott Hatterberg confidence, you have the 3 coaches standing there, and he does a routine ground ball, and they're, picking machine! Like, that's what, they need all of the coaching staff to sit there, and the most, a basic layup, they just lose their minds.
Hey, there is a historic moment tonight, and you're going to hear it on The Fanatic. Flyers and Nashville tonight at 7 o'clock. Claude Giroux will play in his 1,000th game as a Philadelphia Flyer, and I was told yesterday by a pretty good source it will be his last game as a Flyer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So whether he plays or not, whether he gets traded or whatever, they will not risk him after this game.
That's unbelievable.
I hope they get Hall back for their.
I don't know. I don't know about Hall. I don't think you're getting Hall.
I have no faith that they get a Hall.
But, hey, anything would be good. Claude Giroux's 1,000th game, you hear it tonight on The Fanatic. So, Bob, he says, mainly because it could be because of the fact that we're at a Bud Light event and Bob can't have a beer. But it may be. He says he's lost patience. Who have you lost patience with, Bob?
Well, I said to you guys the other day when we were talking about the Phillies that I think you need to have patience with Alec Boehm. The guy's had 1 year under his belt. I understand the defensive, deficiencies that he has.
Oh, yes.
But I'm still going to be patient with him. But I am so tired of seeing this guy's name put out there and the question marks, and here he is, and Egan's going to disagree. But I'm just done with Zach Eflin. I'm done. Please, can we just move on?
Can we make another bet, Pat, on Zach Eflin?
No, we can't.
I
don't understand why
there's only so many bets I can lose. Sean.
People keep over and over thinking, Bob, that these people are going to do something that they're not.
You know who Zach Eflin is? Not to cut you off, Bob. Zach Eflin, Shake Milton. Where like every year we're like, hey, you can kind of count on this guy. And
No, let's go further. Milton's only been here a couple years. Let's go Furkan Korkmaz.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that guy that you're just like, oh yeah, there's a reason he's here. And this could be the year that he shows you.
I'll put it all together.
And it's not so much, it's not that I have a dislike for Zach Eflin or I'm going to call up his numbers and say he sucks and this and that. It's just time to move on. And the Phillies, to me, have this inability to move on from people that they need to move on from.
But that means they need to bring in another pitcher.
That's fine.
I just don't think they're going to do that. I mean, if Zach Eflin's your number 5, you're in a pretty good situation.
Yeah, I've heard. See, that's another one that I've heard.
We're talking about.
I hear that too. They keep sliding him down in expectation and saying this is the year. Well, now we're going to say he's a fifth
because Ranger Suarez came out of nowhere last year and had a great year.
Yeah, look, he's getting $5.5 million. You're not getting a fifth starter in Major League Baseball in 2022 for $5.5 million. That isn't from your system. So I completely understand you, and Bob, I'm kind of with you.
Yeah,
it's the injury history. It's the fact that he'll go, he'll have like a really good start, and then he'll follow it up with like he'll breeze through the lineup, and he'll get through 5 innings, and you're like, wow, he's scheduled to go 7 or 8,
sure,
and then he'll fall into trouble. I get it. As a fifth starter for $5.5 million, I think that's a luxury that
he's foreplay with no happy ending. I mean, that's just what he is.
And I know,
we're doing the Deshaun Watson story later. Could you stop?
It's the never-ending. Okay, and Pat, that you put it perfectly. He can look great for 4 or 5 innings, and then you have to taxi your back end of your bullpen or the front end of your bullpen because he just can't go longer. And it's rare that he does.
But most fifth starters around the league
I hear you.
say the same thing.
Like we've been banking on this guy being a third starter. Now you're switching him to the fifth starter spot. Yeah, I think he's a pretty good fifth starter because that's exactly what you expect.
I hear you guys,
starter.
and you're right.
You're just tired of it because you've been hearing it for years.
I'm just tired of the name.
Yeah,
I'm tired
of it. I just pulled up the Braves rotation. Tucker Davidson or Zach Eflin. You know what I mean? Like, that's who you have to compare him against now.
I don't even know. I mean, is that a real person?
I don't know. It sounds made up.
He was on a Disney Channel sitcom, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for fifths, I think it's a good situation.
Tucker Davidson, I think it was Good Luck Charlie, I think.
But no, I mean, I get you because I feel the same on, like I brought it up earlier. I feel the same way about Shake Milton. I'm just like, look, he's not an awful player. He's an NBA player, but it's like, how many years are we going to go? Well, Shake Milton, you can kind of count on this is the year. And it's like you just get burned by it.
I'm so done hearing his name in training camp.
But Ranger Suarez makes me stomach him a lot better.
Agreed.
Well, Zach Wheeler.
And Kyle
if you were going into this season, Zach Eflin once again being your third starter, I'd be like, dude, this is a problem.
I hear you.
Okay, can I also ask something? Is when anyone in this bar, when anyone in a normal walk of life is sick with the flu, I'm telling you, the average man in Philadelphia misses a day of work. Zach Wheeler's like shut down for like 5 days, 6 days because of the flu. Are you freaking kidding me?
Bad flu.
Are you kidding me?
Maybe there's diarrhea.
Listen, seriously.
Gastroenteritis.
You take care of that before. Get out there. I mean, there are so many excuses being made. This Zach Wheeler story, there is a fire. They're hiding it. There's a fire. There's something to this, and they're hiding it. This makes no sense.
There's a fire started in my house.
There is nobody that goes to work in Philly. There's, oh, man, it's like, he's down for like a week with the flu. Nobody misses a week of work with the flu.
Because they can't afford to take off work. Zach Wheeler can afford to take off work and
No,
get right.
the Phillies can't afford Zach Wheeler to miss a start.
I'm starting to feel
if they want to compete, they cannot afford to him. If he misses 3 weeks, 4 weeks, that could be the difference between them competing for the sixth spot.
He'll be thrown by
out.
Monday.
I was sneezing in my
So you're
car.
saying nothing to see, everything's going to be fine, right?
Yeah, everything's fine. Nothing to worry about.
Jamie, you should have a T-shirt made with your face on it.
With the dog in the burning building?
I mean, exactly. No, I like the Frank Drebin one better.
Nothing to see here. Everything's fine.
Nothing to see here. Everybody move on. This Zach Wheeler story, I'm telling you, there's fire to it. There's something. It doesn't make any sense.
Can we get back to is it socially acceptable for us to take a week off work in the flu?
No. It's not.
But are you guys
a week off of work with the flu? No, it's not acceptable.
Do we demand doctor's notes here, Coach?
I would think you'd have to have a doctor's
note.
We're
giving urine samples.
We're
on
having
the
urine.
breaks.
No, urine samples 8 o'clock. Bob, urine samples 8 o'clock. Breathalyzer 7 a.m.
We're doing that live on air for YouTube.
We are the
show. Got to walk that straight line.
We are the show that is not trusted here at Beasley Media, the John Kincade Show, with our friends from Bud Light here on St. Patrick's Day in a bar.
We're not even the show that plays anything we feel like.
I swear to you, this is incredible.
But when you're here,
your
family.
We love that.
We are.
All right, coming up, I'm going to make the case, and last night I ran it by 4 Philly sports fans just to see their thoughts on it, and they were dumbfounded, and they said, John, you're making a great point. Well, we'll see if the Jagaloons I work with have the same opinion. We'll get to it next. 7 o'clock hour. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, Pennsylvania with our friends from Bud Light. There it is. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I want you to beat the rush. I want you to pay less. I want you to have a very, very pleasant summer in your house. We're getting out of winter, and you've seen those high heating bills, and you realize that the windows in your house suck. They're letting in the cold air all winter long. Well, guess what's going to happen in the summer? You're going to be running that air conditioner 24/7. All the cool air is going to be sneaking out. All the hot air is going to be getting in. And you're going to be in the same boat you were with high bills. Why don't you make the investment now in your house? In the curb appeal, new windows from Window Nation. Go to windownation.com today and shop online. Go to windownation.com. They've got every size, every style, every color you could ever wish for. And then they got a great deal. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and they're asking for no money for 2 full years. So you're putting no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 full years. Improve the quality of your home inside. Improve the curb appeal of your house outside and don't pay anything for 2 full years. Nobody's doing a deal like this. Go to windownation.com and do it today. Mention my name, John Kincade. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and you're paying nothing for 2 full years. Call 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION.
Happy St. Paddy's Day from the John Kincade Show, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience and make every moment more by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. Their app is simple to use, and they've got great odds on all different betting markets. Right now, FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. What are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started, and be sure to sign up with promo code PLAY. That's FanDuel Sportsbook. Promo code PLAY.
21 plus and present in Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, or West Virginia. Refund issues non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Same game parlay available for multiple sports in all states on mobile and web. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-797-7777 or visit tcg.org/in Connecticut. 1-800 or visit fanduel.com/RG in Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. 1-800-770-STOP in Louisiana. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan. 1-800-77-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. 467-369 in New York, Tennessee. Red line 1-800-889-9789 and visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia.
Now at T-Mobile, you can get the incredible iPhone 13 on us on the network with more 5G bars in more places.
This is the year, Amelia. The year I become a famous influencer.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
I just got the new iPhone 13 at T-Mobile. It has the most advanced dual camera ever on an iPhone, so my videos and photos are gonna look amazing. And check it out. I have 5G, even out here.
Whoa.
I'll be able to post tons of content. Us influencers gotta stay fresh, you know?
Nice. So, were you gonna learn to sing or dance or something?
Better. Yodeling. Ooh, let's hike up that hill and do a live stream. Yodeling.
I'm good. Thanks.
Head into T-Mobile today, because when you switch, you can get the new iPhone 13 on us on every plan with eligible trade-in. All on T-Mobile's 5G network, with more 5G bars in more places.
Phone via 24 monthly bill credits with qualifying new line plus tax for well-qualified customers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. Details at T-Mobile.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. Right now, save 15% when you get any 2 Duralast rotors with a set of Duralast brake pads. It's also AutoZone's national hiring event. We're hiring all positions, from sales to warehouse and drivers, both part-time and full-time. Visit careers.autozone.com or any one of our stores.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
So given a choice, I'd rather have a robot butler than a jetpack. But what was my point? Oh yeah, a bunch of the games on the Caesars Sportsbook and Casino app have live dealers and live players. Download it and you can play with real people. And how do we not have jetpacks by now? Where's the future we were promised, people?
Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey only for new players. Terms and conditions apply. See Caesars.com/promos. Gambling problem? New Jersey and Pennsylvania. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Welcome to Allstate, where saving on your auto insurance is kind of like a joyride. You, your car, and an open road. Maybe your best friend, too. The music is chill, and so is the traffic. You and your friend both look over at each other, and then he puts his head back out the window. Allstate. Here, protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
I'm Pablo Torre, host of ESPN Daily, where every morning we present the best sports story of the day. And ESPN Daily is presented by Supercuts. Supercuts is the perfect way to get a haircut if you're someone who doesn't have time for a haircut. You just check in on the Supercuts app, or you walk in for a quality cut. The highly trained stylists at Supercuts can always give you that fresh cut feeling fast. And it's not just any haircut, it's Supercuts. Check in now on the Supercuts app or on supercuts.com.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless. Now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
There's more to the ultimate driving machine than you might think. Multiple forces converging to create something uncontained. Introducing the ultimate thrill of the bold BMW 4 Series, the ultimate innovation of the iconic 3 Series, and the ultimate peace of mind of the best-in-class 5 Series. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. And so much more.
Hurry into Lisa 330i X-Drive Sedan for $519 per month. Visit BMWCenters.com.
It's that time of year again. It's March Magic. And you know what that means. Basketball games and Hooters wings. And wherever you're watching the tournament action, Hooters has you covered. So be the real MVP of the basketball watch party. Bring the Hooters world-famous wings. Just visit NortheastHooters.com, place your order for pickup or delivery. Or just play hooky and watch basketball. Drink beer and eat wings with the Hooters girls. There's 7 area locations. Visit NortheastHooters.com. Hooters, it's all you need. I've got the new Parks Casino and Sportsbook app in one. It's absolutely awesome. Had a great time using it last night for the first time. Downloaded it yesterday morning and was then putting all my wagers in on the Sixers game last night. I won the over again. They had a special boost, plus 375, if Maxey and Harden each scored 20 points. Harden scores his 20th point in the last 5 seconds to give me a big win on that one. There are all kinds of great ways that you can get involved in the Parks Sportsbook app. You mentioned John Kincade. Use Kincade as your promo code, and they've got a risk-free bet for you, too. You're going to love the new sleek design. It's easy to use. If you've ever told me before, that Parks app, it's a little cumbersome, hard to use, scrap that. Try it. Download it. Bet Parks. You are going to love it. It is sleek. It is fun. And right now, you're going to want to check out, especially during the first 2 days of the tournament, the new Parks Race and Sportsbook that's located right inside the new Chickies and Pete's in Malvern. You play there. You get paid there. It is fun. It's the Parks Sportsbook app. You got to be 21. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball and Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now back to the John Kincade Show, St. Paddy's Day broadcast, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
That's it. It's Richboro, and people are enjoying their beverages for breakfast. We're at Ed Horne's place.
Dude over there.
It's the Irish Horne.
Dude over there is already passed out.
This is awesome.
He's having a good time.
No, that's Bob Cooney. You work with him every day.
Oh,
that just means it's the end of the first round, Pat.
It's the Irish Horne, 882 2nd Street Pike in Richboro, Pennsylvania, presented by our great friends at Bud Light. And what kind of a barkeep is Ed Horne? He's actually hand-delivering coffee to Grussman. It's the nicest I've ever seen anyone treat Grussman. And this is the kind of guy Ed Horne is. And he told me this morning he's going to try to make up everything they lost during COVID in the next few days right here at the Irish Horne. So drink up, everybody. With our friends from Bud Light, we appreciate it.
Some great TVs for viewing today, man.
Oh, beautiful TVs.
I mean, today and tomorrow might as well be national holidays.
Now they got the shark infomercials up right now. I think that can go down. We got to change them up.
No, I'm about to buy it.
You're going to buy the shark?
No, they're doing a good job of selling it. It does the hardwoods. It does the look. It's doing.
It's picking up cookie crumbs off the ceiling.
Now earlier they had Joe Fowler on the infomercial.
What's up, Joe?
Do you know Joe Fowler?
No.
What do you say,
Do
Joe?
you know Joe Fowler?
No, he's a listener?
He's the heavyset guy on the infomercial.
Joe in the Northeast?
Do you know Joe Fowler?
No.
He used to be a sportscaster here in Philly.
How you doing, Joe?
Joe Fowler. And Joe doesn't look like he used to look. Not that any of us do, but Joe Fowler was on the infomercial selling something.
He gets stung by a hive of bees?
It looks like he may have.
Okay.
Could very well be. 7 o'clock hour is brought to you by my Sportsbook app of choice. It's the brand new Parks Sportsbook Casino and Sportsbook app in one. Download it at parkscasino.com/PA. Use the promo code Kincade and get yourself a big risk-free bet to take care of business there. So doing a show before a show, I did the show before the show last night with 4 Philadelphia sports fans that I was talking to, and I ran something by them. And I'm going to run it by our crew because I got a almost unanimous answer last night. I want you to think of all that the Phillies have accomplished in this generation. The generation since the Sixers won a second-round playoff series.
When's this generation start?
Yeah,
It's 21 years as a generation. 21 years since the Sixers have gotten out of the first round of the play.
So we're going in the year 2000?
Yes, 2001 is really where we're going to.
It's good math by you.
In five of the last 15 Philly seasons, they've advanced further than the Sixers have in the postseason. Yet in this town, the Phillies are considered the walking disaster.
That's correct.
Why are the Sixers so well received, given complete benefit of the doubt, considered successful, when the Phillies have 5 seasons in the last 15 that are significantly better and in the playoffs? Now, the Sixers are the flavor of the month, but they have no resume of success. It's not been a great run for the Phillies, but it's far harder to make the postseason in baseball in the NBA. Is this the year that the honeymoon ends without playoff success? And that's the question that I put to the guys at the bar. Is this the year the honeymoon ends? Because I think Sixers are treated like the Flyers used to be. The Sixers are this sunshine lollipops, flavor of the month. Everyone loves them. Don't criticize them too much. Without the success. I think it's like Flyer fans were a little while back. Like, it's almost getting Stepford to me.
I don't get that with Sixers. Do you guys?
I think the honeymoon's over.
Yeah.
So you do?
I think it's already been over. Yeah, I think the Hawks, they ruined the marriage. Yeah.
They came into your house, they ate your food, and they slept with your wife.
Yeah.
So you believe it's already over?
Yeah.
Ate the food?
I swear to you.
Look at people's reactions to a poor bench.
I mean, swear that the overwhelming thing that and even on social media here is, it'll all work out. They got time. Get ready for the playoffs. They'll be okay. They've got stars.
You got to get off social media.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Now, the thing is, they completely, all 4 of the people said the Sixers are the most loved team in town. All 4 of them said it.
Yeah, right now.
Why?
Because they're the closest team to a championship.
Because they got another superstar.
Yeah. Like right now, the Sixers are that girl that's like, well, she's kinky. She's willing to.
Well, who's the best
But you don't know.
athlete
But
in
you don't know
town?
she's a ride or die.
Yeah, who's the best athlete in town?
You don't know if you want to buy it.
Oh, there's no question. It's Joel Embiid's the star.
Yeah.
Well, Bryce Harper can make a claim for that, too.
Yeah,
but if you don't win, if they don't win this year, though, Bobby.
Yeah, maybe it's because of what I used to do, but I don't get the overwhelming love for the Sixers. I thought that the process divided the fanship in in a way I've never seen before in all my years of covering sports here.
Agreed.
And I still think there's people with some hate towards the process of what it was, and therefore their fandom of Sixers has been, dropped down a notch. So that surprises me that you went to people and overwhelmingly they said the Sixers are their favorite team in town.
Can I ask what's the age group of these 4 people?
I would say between 30 and 50.
Okay. I mean,
4 guys at a bar, I'm going to guess 30 to 50, probably maybe 30 to 45.
I feel like the younger demographic, meaning like, 20 to 40, sides with the process era. And because they defended it so much, they're willing to kind of let a bench go by the wayside and be more not, believers. Whereas the older crowd who didn't want to accept losing on purpose, they're more of the detractors, and they're more willing to point out all the deficiencies of the team. I mean, there's a gray area in there somewhere.
That's a good read. That's
why I asked what the age group was, because if you were to tell me that it's all 30 and 40-year-olds, I'd be like, well, yeah, they're probably pro-process people.
Back to your original comparison to the Phillies. I think the difference there is fairly simple. The Phillies have been doing something institutionally wrong for their entire existence, and that's failing at their farm system. One all-star outfielder outside of Dom Brown in your existence, and it's Greg Luzinski. Like, there's a problem there. Matt Klentak and Andy McPhail didn't fix that problem. The Sixers recognized the problem and blew it the hell up and started over. The Phillies are now kind of in that process with Dombrowski and Mattingly and the guy from the Rays. They're realizing, like, our farm system needs to be better. So there's no process in baseball, but they finally have addressed in a major way, I think, their underlying failure issue.
Then how do the Sixers have 4 players?
Well, it's the NBA. You only really need like 7 or 8.
There's other teams that have.
So I think the Sixers addressed their problem by doing the process, turning a chapter in the organization, whereas the Phillies for the last 10 years, I mean, you went through 10 years of losing baseball and came out with nothing.
Yeah, like if you agree with it or not, the process was something that has never been done in all of sports.
Nope.
all of sports never been done.
Never admitted
So whether
to.
you not for that long of a
Good point,
period,
yeah. The long period was the big thing.
but like whether you like it or not, it's a subject because it's never been done before, so it's going to garner your interest, right? And
Yes.
so you're going to look and see how it plays out with more interest than you are, as Jamie so adequately put, than a team like the Phillies that seems to do the never-ending thing of nothing.
Here's the one good thing, and I felt this was the ray of sunshine to me, at least on accountability. Every single one of the guys said, oh, no, this year, conference finals, or this is a complete failure.
But like
I said to them, what would be a complete failure to you? And they said, not getting to the conference finals is where they would see this season as a complete failure.
You know what? But okay, this is where it annoys me because we back up the goalpost constantly. Because if they lose in the first or the second round, if they lose to the Brooklyn Nets, then the same people that say that's a failure will go, well, but they played the Nets. Now I agree with you. If they play a team like the Atlanta Hawks, or even if they play Chicago this year,
or
Cleveland, then it is a failure, and I think people will stand by that. But if you lose to the Brooklyn Nets in the first or second round, then people will go, oh, well, and then they'll want to see how they retool in the offseason, and then by the game one, we'll be back in hook, line, and sinker.
Hey, Staples stores are a new world of possible. You got innovative tools for small business, remote workers, and learners. You can explore more at your local Staples store or visit staplesconnect.com. All right, it's time to congratulate our champion. Yesterday, we were out at the test kitchen for the P.J. Wellahans family over in New Jersey. And we all came with our wing creations, and the chefs put them together. There were 8 entries, 2 from each person, and 1 person finished definitively last in the competition. That was me. Out of the 8 wings, my wings finished 8th and 4th before any one of them had a second loss, so I was dead last. My Captain Crunch wing, not well received. It was Captain Crap. I loved it.
I thought it was going to be much worse.
You thought it would be sugarier, like sugarier?
Yeah, when I first heard it, I was like, and then I had it, and I was like, all right,
it's not bad.
It's better than I thought.
Captain Crunch wing, and the best part about it was when it was premiered, they had no idea who had made the wing, and Bob and Jamie go, oh, good job, Pat.
I would have put $1 million on it being Egan.
I thought it was an Egan.
And then I started selling it to you guys.
And then he sold it.
Yeah.
And then he sold it there.
Because I knew it wasn't mine, guys.
Let's stop talking about the losers, though. My Mrs. Butterworth wing finished 4th. So I finished in the loser bracket every single time. So I'm the loser. Now, the second loser was Pat, but Pat was considerably better than me. Both of your wings were considered better.
Yeah, I had the Coca-Cola wing.
I loved that, by the way.
I did too. They basically just said they couldn't caramelize. I don't know. They had a bunch of excuses. The good people.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough. That was the major excuse.
Then I had the chicken and waffle wing.
Chicken and waffle wing was
proud of.
Great presentation.
Now, we thought that was John. Jamie and I were talking, saying that's a thing from down
Southern
south.
dish.
Yeah,
See?
we thought that John brought that up.
You guys don't even know me.
We had you fooled.
Thank God.
Well, with him with brunch, I thought for sure you would figure that out, that's a brunch item. That the king of brunch is Pat Egan.
Yeah. I mean, I like chicken and waffles.
I
hope they eventually put that on the menu because I liked it.
So now we got the losers out of the way. Bob Cooney and Jamie Lynch, who were at the top of the standings yesterday, they battled it out to the very end. Jamie?
Yeah.
Who was the champion?
Bob. He brought Andros
Bob Cooney
to
Bob Cooney was Wings champion. Bob was the champ.
He paid him off.
And Bob did a great job.
Well, he got knocked out by my daughter in knockout at the Wells Fargo Center last week, and then this week I kicked his ass making wings.
Bob, you're the Trey.
The Cooney family is just killing you lately.
You're the Trey Young of wing competition.
Yeah, I mean, you brought a gun to a knife fight.
He brought beef. He brought pork to a chicken wing.
I didn't have to bring another meat into the competition to win
because you weren't smart enough.
You used steroids, Bob. You basically cheated.
You know who I was? I'm Rafael Palmeiro in like 94, 95, where I'm still hitting like 25, 30.
Doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm doing my thing. And then
Bob's old juice.
Yeah, and then I see Sosa and McGuire over there juicing up with Andro in their lockers, and I'm like, all right, I guess I got to start cheating too.
Bob,
you're forcing me to cheat.
You're going to make him this man.
I've never been so much bitching in my life.
Well,
It's
just throw
unbelievable.
bacon in.
Bob, your bacon barbecue wing was spectacular.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it really was good. Chef Rich did an unbelievable job. It was funny. We went back and forth because we were debating bacon crumbs. He was thinking of crumbling up bacon and dipping it in that and having it attached to the sauce. Like, we went back and forth a lot. So it was a bacon-infused barbecue sauce to go with the bacon-wrapped chicken wing. He pulled off a great job. It was really good.
I thought, though, that there were two that should have been in last place, 7 and 8. I can't imagine you guys both came up with a wing covered in cheese. I was totally out on that. And not that it didn't have a tasty... A wing covered in sticky cheese to me is just not... Like, I was surprised. I thought they were going to be 7th and 8th when the rankings came
It was
out.
better than I thought it was going to be. If I could do it over again, that's the one I would drop, and I would have gone a different route. But, yeah.
Because if you put out a plate of wings, Pat...
Melted cheese is always good,
You give someone a plate of wings, 10 wings. It's going to take most human beings 20 minutes to eat 10 wings at, like, the very least.
Yeah.
And that cheese is going to be coagulated mess by then.
Well, it's worth mentioning real quick that I don't think any of the ideas are bad. Like, I think
No, they weren't.
good.
They said they could use them all.
You can head to our Twitter account if you want to see the pictures of the wings and what they were.
dip it.
But yeah, those are probably my least favorite. But even then, like, if they're on the menu,
And if you dip
I'm not eating it.
I could do it. Oh, no. It was awesome. Great job. Bob Cooney, our wing champion.
Cheater. Yeah.
No, he did a great
No
job.
honor.
That wing was so good. I can't even. It was so good.
He even has Trey Young's
The worst thing
hairstyle.
about you guys is not only are you losers because you lost to me, but you're bad losers too.
You'd rather have us be like...
I get announced winner yesterday, and I put my fist up to Jamie because we were the final two. I congratulate him on second place. Not one of you schmagaloons has congratulated me.
I just
for winning
did.
the thing.
Congratulating you on second place. That's a classic Tommy
Really?
Tough Nuts
Seriously,
move.
dude?
Whatever.
Sorry, you finished second.
So wait. Did all
you
those
guys are really good at one thing, and that's being
Congratulated
losers.
second.
Did all those cyclists congratulate Lance Armstrong knowing that he was doping?
When he cheated.
Oh, way to go, Lance. Another one, huh?
Feels pretty good up on your
Hey, Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. I'm feeling a bit injured right now myself. Schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. We are live at the beautiful Irish Horne in Richboro, Pennsylvania. Thanks to our friends at Bud Light. Come on by, get yourself a Fanatic 4 for 4-leaf clover T-shirt. Hang out with us, and you are allowed to partake in a Bud Light. We are not trusted. So the John Kincade Show, the show that can't be trusted.
A little piece of breaking news
What's
this
that?
morning, John. Nothing player-wise, but Jimmy Kempski has a story. Source, Eagles sign Howie Roseman to 3-year contract extension.
And that's I'm going to play to that a little bit late. I had something written on this where I said, I looked at the tea leaves yesterday and said, Howie Roseman is so safe, he couldn't be safer. And I had a cases. Now we know that that's a good thing for Howie. In Cooney's Corner, Bob is going to be invading a little bit of space that I usually occupy, trying to check out the Sixers seeding.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, and it's more of a question to you guys than me putting an answer on this. Like, you guys have talked about, I agree with you, right? So, like, it's going to be hard if you face the Nets, the Bucks, the Celtics in the first round. You want to avoid that. There's no question in my mind you want to. And you guys are talking about, even in the second round, if you could match it up, that you get the Cavaliers or something. But how do you do it? Like, you have 15 games to go. How would you handle these last games in order to get the seeding that you want? I mean, I don't know if you can go out and say, all right, tonight's the night. We win this, but we won't win the next one. Like, it's just luck. It's going to be luck where you fall. Okay, well, then how do you control it?
How do you control it? I think you don't take it a nonchalant attitude. And I was so glad to see that Embiid was in the lineup last night. I think that you don't take a nonchalant attitude down the
Okay,
stretch.
but then you might win too many games, and you might wind up getting that second seed.
Yeah, but
and
the
winding
Celtics
up,
on your
this
ass,
is what I'm saying.
you gotta.
The Celtics
You got to keep winning until the final 3 or 4 games, and then try and tweak it.
Okay, so
The Celtics are one back of you now.
Right, so you're answering my question.
Yes,
you
I
play
played
as hard as you can for the final 3 or 4 games, and then you let it fall. Say you have to win games. Is it that easy to say,
they're
we
easy
have
though.
to win this game?
I'm winning the next 10, and then the final 4, I go, all right, how can we tweak this a little bit?
Oh, okay.
I'm watching the Celtics.
Sounds logical, yeah.
I'm watching the Celtics right now, Bob. We talked about it a little bit before the show. The Celtics have the number 1 record in the East since New Year's Day.
Yeah, they're playing very, very well.
They are now 1 game behind the Sixers, 2 games in the loss column, though, 2 more losses. So the Sixers have a bit of wiggle room there, but I got to tell you, Cavs are falling off the map, and now Toronto has tied the Cavs. So Toronto is moving its way into being into the 6th seed and avoiding that play-in tournament. Right now, 3.5 games back, the Nets. They're 3.5 games back of getting out of the play-in tournament with 12 to play. I don't think you can make up 3.5. I don't think you can make up 3.5 in the last 12. That's a really hard climb.
Right.
That's a hard mountain.
So, like all of these things that are going on, and I'm not being a wise ass and asking the question. I'm really curious. I hear what you say, that you want to have the best seed so that you wind up with a easier opponent in round 1 and then hopefully a good matchup in round 2. But I don't know how you do it. I don't. You can't control wins and losses. Like, that's my whole point.
You mean others?
Like Jamie just said,
yeah.
Others also, but you can't control your own. Like, we would have bet the Sixers against Denver the other night. They lost that game. They could have lost last night at Cleveland. You know, Jamie said, win the next 10 and then see how it plays out. Okay, I wish it was that easy. If you could say we're going to go out and win the next 10.
And it is.
Well, no, I just mean play the next 10 to your full extent.
I know. Like, so my point just being, it's really hard to get to where you want to be by saying this is where we want to be.
But not in the final 2 games. I mean, you should have a pretty good...
But then you also have to rely on other teams.
Well, yeah, but you have to gauge if it means more to them. And teams are going to try to avoid Brooklyn. I don't think anybody in the top 4 seeds wants to see them.
But this is what scares me about it all. If you start doing this, it's just, to me, it just puts another wrinkle in what already is a wrinkled product in your 76ers.
I know this. I don't want to see the Nets in the 7-8 game and the Sixers sitting there already with the 2 seed locked up, and we're watching the 7-8 game going, oh, man, are the Nets winning the way in?
That would be tough.
The Nets look like a completely different team, even though they lost at the buzzer last night. They look like a completely different outfit right now.
So if you have Boston...
And that's without Kyrie last night.
Right. If you have Boston a game behind you and it comes down to the last 2 games like you guys are talking about, and say Boston's a 3 seed and you're the 2 seed, the Sixers, and you're saying, all right, I want the 3 seed. Well, you think Boston wants to face the Nets?
No, they don't want to face them.
They're going to want to stay in the 3rd seed. So
that is the
it's
truth.
an impossibility, is all my point is.
Check out the Irish Horne in Richboro, Pennsylvania. That's where we're hanging out today. What in the hell is he wearing on television there? It is beautiful. Our friends from Bud Light have got a great, great deal for you. Come on by today. It is all fun and games. Bud Light's perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, there's Bud Light, and the Irish Horne is all set up for you today. They've got, there is food, there is beverage, and there are a lot of people drinking breakfast this morning, which is good because I hear we have a bunch of CEOs. And I'm making sure we don't have one surgeon in here. I don't think we have anybody. Do we have a surgeon in the house? Nobody's here, right? I want to make sure. Oh, we do. We do have one surgeon in the house. That is, I hope he has nothing scheduled, at least until later today. That's a little bit of a scary proposition. So we look forward to having you come on out today. We'll be hanging out with you till 10 o'clock today. But all the games are going to be all day long. And the Irish Horne's going to be rocking. You do not want to miss it. It is a great, great spot here in Richboro. So... what can the Sixers do if this doesn't improve? And that's one of the things we're going to be talking about next. It's the John Kincade Show. Thanks for hanging out with us on this St. Patrick's Day, live from the Irish Horne here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I love that new Park Sportsbook and Casino app in one. It is absolutely streamlined. The old app was monochromatic. This one, colorful, easy to use, nice, big links to everything that you possibly could want. And the live in-game wagering, bigger and better than ever. Last night, some great bonuses that you could grab, too, that were awesome. Futures bets, it might be where you're going right now. Are you going to bet a futures bet on the Phillies now that you've seen Kyle Schwarber? Get in on it now. Are you going to bet the Sixers to win the NBA championship? You can do it all. And with the NCAA tournament beginning today, this is a great opportunity for you to get the app and get on in on that. It is so much fun. Some of the games today you might want to do. Michigan, a 1.5-point favorite over Colorado State. That is one of the tight ones of the day. One of the larger gaps, Norfolk State getting 20.5 against Baylor. just games you might want to look at. Hoop it up. Use the promo code Kincade to get a risk-free bet. Play there and get paid there at the Chickies and Pete's in Malvern, which has a race and sports book from Parks right inside. You got to be 21 if you have a gambling problem. Please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Happy St. Patty's Day from the John Kincade Show, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Verizon knows you need internet speeds you can rely on at a price you can trust. Switch to Verizon Fios, the 100% fiber optic network with upload speeds up to 25 times faster than cable and internet plans with no surprises. Enjoy gaming with ultra low lag, streaming your favorite shows and movies, and video chatting to stay connected with your friends and family. All with hidden fees and no expiring promo prices. Plans start at just $39.99 per month with AutoPay. That's right, faster speed and reliability costs less than you think. No surprises, no caveats, just the 100% fiber optic network and 100% price transparency. That's Verizon Fios. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. February 23rd, 2022 speed claim based on Fios gigabit connection max upload speeds of 880 megabits per second versus 35 megabits per second advertised upload speeds for Xfinity Gigabit, Spectrum Internet Gig, and Optimum 1 Gig plans. $15 per month router charge, $99 setup fee, and terms may apply.
HVAC contractors and techs. Want to be sure the system you're repairing or installing is running efficiently? Then test it with Testo. Heating, cooling, air quality, electrical, and more. If it can be measured, it should be measured with precision with Testo instrumentation. Testo is a world leader, headquartered right here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. For accurate results, ask for Testo by name. To see Testo's full line of measurement instruments, products, and job site solutions, visit Testo.com. That's Testo.com. Testo, be sure.
Hey, Ray Magliozzi here. Have you ever cooked a really fine gourmet meal? Yeah, me neither. But I'm told it all comes down to the ingredients. And when I need ingredients to improve my car, the place I go is eBay Motors. Whether you roasted your last transmission, graded your current floor mats, or pureed your side view mirror on a lamppost, eBay Motors has the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them. And by the way, if you recently fired up your grill, don't worry, eBay Motors has grills too. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
In the 1974 preseason, Milwaukee Bucks center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar made it clear he wanted to move to a major city, specifically his hometown of New York City or Los Angeles. After a failed attempt by the New York Knicks, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Bucks agreed on a deal to send Kareem and his backup Walt Wesley to L.A. for 4 players. He went on to win 5 titles with the Lakers, as well as 3 regular season MVPs.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
Every team is one conversation away from a trade that can make all the difference. The same is true for your business. That's why when you post a job for free, LinkedIn Jobs taps into a network of over 770 million sports to post your job for free. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey people, it's Kenny Mayne here reporting live from a Caesars Sportsbook commercial. Caesar hath decreed that when you bet your first $50, you get a $250 Uber Eats gift card. Quite a deal for your first bet. Use code RADIOEAT at sign-up.
Must be 21 and physically present in New Jersey. New customers with eligible promo code only. Real money wages only that have minimum amounts of -200. $250 gift card redemption code accepts redeemed gift card will be sent via email within 72 hours. Uber gift card terms and conditions apply. See Caesar.com/promo for full terms. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
What do canned beverages like Coca-Cola and Budweiser and a Ford F-150 have in common? They're all made with Novellus aluminum. Novellus, the leading producer of flat-rolled aluminum products and the world's largest aluminum recycler, has immediate openings in their manufacturing facility right here in Clayton, New Jersey. Novellus is now hiring for machine operators and maintenance mechanics. Competitive wages from $26 to $33 an hour. Benefits effective on your date of hire. Visit Novellus.com to learn more about the industries we serve and find your next opportunity. That's Novellus.com.
Family owned and operated for over 35 years, Preferred Home Improvement has been just that. Preferred by families in Bucks, Chester, and Montgomery counties when it comes to the exterior of your home. If you're in need of a new roof, siding, or windows, you need a local trusted professional specializing in roofing, siding, and windows. Turn to the Preferred team at Preferred Home Improvement. For a free estimate, visit Preferred at PH.
Erections Tour. Saturday, April 30th, Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City.
Hey, what's up? It's Michael Starr.
This is Sticks It In Ya
from Steel Panther. The party has returned.
It's a new year. It's a new tour. Come join us.
Get your tickets right away.
Steel Panther. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Atlantic City.
The mics, Bob. Hey, my friends at Window Nation have got a great deal for you. You want to check it out right now. Your house, it was cold all winter long. Your wife was saying, turn up the heat. And you know what she's going to be saying this summer? We need better air conditioning. You know why? Because your windows are terrible. They're letting in the cold air in the winter. And this summer, spoiler alert, the hot air is going to be getting in. So your house is going to be miserable. You're going to be sticking to that leather couch of yours. So what do? You go to windownation.com and you do your window shopping online today. You'll see they have every style. They have every color. They have every size you could ever want. But you want a better deal. You say money's a little tight? I've got the answer for you. You buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. So I'm already cutting that in half for you. But then you're going to have to pay nothing for 2 full years. Who else is giving you that? No money down, no payments, no interest for 2 full years. Pull into a car dealership and tell them you want to pay no payments for 2 years. They're going to laugh at you. If they pull up at a gas pump, they're going to laugh at you. Get Window Nation today. They're absolutely awesome. 866-90Nation. Every size, every style, every color. Buy 2, get 2 free, and pay nothing for 2 full years. Tell them John Kincade from The Fanatic sent you in.
Now back to the John Kincade Show, St. Patty's Day broadcast, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
All right, let's hear it, Irish Horne in Richboro. People are enjoying their breakfast. Breakfast with Bud Light. What goes well with a Bud Light for breakfast? Bob, I heard another Bud Light is the answer.
Yeah, there's nothing that doesn't go with it.
Bob
we don't know, but
there are a lot of ladies here at the Irish Horne too. This is not an Irish sausage party. There are a lot of very nice ladies here at the Irish Horne.
They call those bangers in that side of the world.
I thought there was bangers and mash.
Yeah, girl bangers?
No, you mash the bangers.
I don't think that's what that means.
I don't know what's going on.
But
here.
whatever.
Yeah,
but maybe in Richboro it does.
If you don't go home with one of the girls, you have to mash your banger.
I think that's the way it works.
I tell you this, though.
I don't know.
Is that every time there is, maybe it was too provincial being a Delco, I think, is the most provincial people of Philly, that they don't venture out. So I don't know a lot of these communities. Every time I drove today, though, I was on a 5-mile road. Every mile there was a sign saying, welcome to the village of this. Welcome to this town. I'm like, the town changed. Or the community changed 5 times in a matter of 7 miles.
Yeah, but they're all a stone's throw away from Eagleville.
They are.
That's really the key.
We saw John this morning. John was here this morning, and he said he's a stone throw, right? Mm-hmm. From Eagleville. So you learn all about these new places, which is great. Get your Bud Light. Have a good time. Hang out with us at the Irish Horne today. We greatly appreciate it. And Heavy Chevy is here directing our YouTube broadcast. Your chance to meet Heavy Chevy out and about. He's tall. He's handsome. He's a great young man. Come on out and get a picture with him. The rest of us, a little scratchy. I put on those, the beard. Jamie, you with facial hair is very interesting.
Yeah, it's a tad itchy. I think I'm having an allergy outbreak because of this thing.
But you look like Dwight Schrute's brother. Or
Mose?
Cousin. Yeah, Mo, yeah.
You look like you should be playing center for Vermont. I think
that guy on UNC with the red hair.
Yeah, it's not, it doesn't want. Or Carson Wentz. Did you see Carson Wentz in his Commander's Letterman's coat?
My entire timeline was jokes with that picture. My man looks like he aged some, huh?
Carson Wentz.
Woogie's going?
I'm telling you,
the neck was covered up. You couldn't tell.
I'm telling you, Carson Wentz looks older in the face than I do.
Yeah, he looks like he went through a presidential term.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Carson, what is going on?
I mean, I guess it's what happens when you find out that, all your teammates hated you and you've been traded twice in a year. And
oh, no, that was God's plan. You didn't realize that, Pat? God wanted him to fail in Indianapolis. And
now he's back with us, savage East Coasters. He's not with his people anymore.
Connor, see if you can find Carson Wentz. In his, they obviously gave him a little script to read. Hi, Commanders fans. I am so glad to be here. It was like a hostage video. Somebody has a gun pointed at, and he says, "Come on, we're in command. I'm ready to take command now."
Oh, God.
It was so bad. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen the last time I saw acting like that. I was watching Blue Bloods. That was the last time I saw anything like that.
Wow,
So,
shots fired.
So, hey, the new Park Sports Casino app, sports booking casino app, it's a sanctuary where the odds, the bets, the slots, and the games come together in perfect harmony right in your pocket. Check it out. It's the brand new app. If you haven't downloaded, do it today. You got to be 21 if you have a gambling problem. Please call 1-800-GAMBLER. So Eddie Barkowitz is going to give us a few betting tips later, Bobby?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of fun stuff going on, obviously, with the NCAA basketball, but with the re-signing of somebody or the unretirement of somebody, Eddie's got some really cool numbers there.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is good.
I'm 4-0 in the playing games, John. And you know what they say? You can't go 67-0 in the tournament unless you start 4-0. So I'm off to a perfect bracket.
Who says that?
Me.
Now, the thing is, though, the most predictable person in the world of the John Kincade Show that I would expect to come in and start bragging about their bracket is Connor.
Well, I mean,
Connor
4-0.
Connor is definitely bracket guy.
If I'm playing NBA Jam, I'm on fire.
You could go the 4 early games today. I guarantee you could talk to Connor earlier and you go, man, I'm 7-1. I'm leading the pool right now.
I don't care about brackets. I'm talking straight bets.
Connor, is that besmirching your name? Do you constantly?
Didn't I win it last year? Can we check the records, because I'm pretty sure I won it last year.
You are the guy though that would be able to quote your record at any time.
No one's gonna. First of all, no one's gonna check the record. It's like
I was supposed to have the March Madness parade. I think we remember this.
No one's checking the tape. No one's checking the record.
I don't think we even had a pool last year.
No, we absolutely did, and I absolutely won it.
I think you did a pool of one.
Check the tape.
I love check the tape. Seriously.
I love it.
We can't even have a beer on St. Patrick's Day. You think we have tape from last year to be able to verify that?
I got time. I'll hang out while you guys are driving back.
By the way, I think Grossman's booze.
We're not coming back to you.
I think Grossman's boozing back here.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense.
No, he's drunk.
He's very comfortable. He's very relaxed. It's very unnerving. He hasn't thrown anything. He's not mad about anything.
Everybody in this building, but the 4 of us, are allowed to partake.
No, we're not. We are the show that's not trusted.
Grossman just took his pants off.
I just wanted to get some
drinking.
food, but Coach refuses to. I said, Coach, didn't you get us a menu?
No, there was
about an hour and a half
there was
ago.
a memo yesterday that
We're not allowed to
food
eat either?
may make you want to have a beer at the Irish Horne, so then that's illegal for the John Kincade Show.
Okay.
You think Peter and Stan would have these rules? You think they're doing that to Peter and Stan?
I don't know.
Come on now.
They get hockey players on their show.
Hey, what can we were supposed to.
Too soon?
Hey, what can the 76ers do to get ready for the playoffs, though, if their bench is going to be a problem for them? I love the fact that they played the lineup last night, and till the last minute, I heard on Beers with Bob, I heard the announcement that I waited to bet the game until I found out that they were starting their lineup. I say, instead of resting, if you know you've got to win with 6 down the stretch, that's what you're going to have to win with in the postseason, maybe 6, then I say that's got to be your plan leading up to the playoffs, Bob. I think you got to play these guys. You can't be resting when you only have 6 guys and they're not having, they right now they do not have chemistry.
Yeah, if you had Harden for the year or more than the handful of games that you've had him so far, then yeah, you could look towards rest. You could look towards delivering this team to the playoffs in that manner, but you can't afford that right now. And it's kind of what I've been talking about. Forget other teams. They have to figure out what they have, John, and I agree with you on this. They don't know.
No.
James Harden last night was on the floor with Isaiah Joe. I think it might have been the first time that's happened so far this year. It might have to happen in a playoff. So you have to figure you out before you can venture off into worrying about other teams, and I think that's what you have to use these last 14 games for. You have to figure yourself out, because as far as I can tell right now, and I don't mean this in a bad way, because their record is what it is since they've gotten Harden, but they don't know who they are with him yet, and Jamie said it earlier. Harden looks like he's not being aggressive right now. I agree. I think he's trying to figure out his teammates by being a point guard first and foremost, and then he knows that his scoring can always come.
I had a basketball coach was sitting at the bar last night, and he said, it's like with Harden. He comes over at halftime, says hello, and he's like, it's like the ball goes to die right now with James Harden. It's where the ball goes to die. That he says too much.
I see him playing a productive point, though.
He doesn't. He's not thrilled with it. He says he doesn't like the movement right now with James Harden with the ball. He doesn't like the movement on offense. He says it's as if he doesn't know, Harden doesn't know where people are cutting or where they're going.
Yeah, well, what I'll say to that is he's averaging like 12 assists a game with the Sixers. So, therefore, I'm okay with kind of his guard play. But I understand what he's saying. Harden's looking for that one pass that leads to a score. It's not a pass to an open, and then go. He's not getting a lot of hockey assists, should we say.
Right.
He's looking for that one pass, score, boom. And, yeah, a lot of times that means him dribbling, waiting, doubles coming, and then him getting rid of the ball. So I do understand both.
Yeah, I don't get the impression he hasn't been productive at all. I mean,
no, that's not what the guy said. He's saying that he doesn't like the ball movement right now with Harden is the point.
Well, and I think Bob, though, I think he's looking for the quick hitter. You see that a lot with the pick and roll game that he's playing with Joel Embiid, or he waits for the double team, he drops it down low to Embiid. But I do think that their ball movement has improved dramatically since he's gotten here. I mean, they swing it around and they find the open guy. James Harden specifically, I think he's trying to find the open guy for a shot, but that's literally his job.
A little too perfect?
Yeah, this team's going to live and die by the three, I think, because they are getting open looks. It's just if they're hitting them or not. I mean, Matisse Thybulle, the last two games, I can recall like 6 wide-open three-pointers. He's got to knock down 1 or 2 of those. Danny Green, if he's off, it jumps out in neon. But if he's on, he's probably going to give you those 10 to 12 points you need. And then guys like Shake Milton and Tobias, and, if they're not hitting, this team's in trouble.
I saw last night, Bob, and it's something that you had me watching for last year a little bit. James Harden, the shots that were missed, front rim misses.
Yeah, it's
clanking off the front rim, which I believe you said a lot of times his legs.
Yeah, and what I brought up yesterday is something that I'm keeping an eye on that was brought up to me. How much separation is he getting on his jump shots? Because, God, there seems to be very, very little.
Very contested.
And look, that could be what he's been his whole career. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I've watched James Harden over and over and over again and how open he gets.
The Bud Light and people are hooting and hollering, having breakfast, having a good time. We got a Temple man just ordering the beer for some breakfast, which is great. Get your Bud Lights and enjoy the food, and come on out and hang out with us today. Jamie wants to get honest with us. So I want to ask the question. Jamie, have you been lying to us in the linchpin?
This is the linchpin.
No, not lying. The Hassan Reddick signing was great.
We all loved it.
Yeah, it was one I didn't see coming. I expected more activity. And I'm not saying, go get Devontae Adams or go get but I did think there was going to be a couple more of those $3 to $5 million moves done. We'll see if a guy like Patrick Peterson, who is basically telling the Eagles to come get him on NFL Network last night, a move like that happens, something in that $4 or $5 million range. I'm surprised the wide receiver isn't here. And the one that surprises me that might wait until draft day now is Andre Dillard. I expected him to be shipped out and moved. I expected some more contract reshuffling. There wasn't really any of that. So it appears they're fairly locked into this.
Does that make you think, though, that maybe there's a scheme going on, that something is, maybe there's a shoe to drop because of the quietness of it?
Maybe. I mean, usually when Howie does something, unseen by others.
It's first.
Yeah, it's the first you heard about it. Maybe, but I kind of think it's just a signing or two away from what it's going to be.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Jimmy.
No, it's just unexciting is all.
It is, and what keeps sticking in my head is what John brought up yesterday. Holding out money for a future signing, whether it be a Jalen Hurts or you're looking to pocket that money and save it for a rainy day, so to speak. Well, it's raining to me.
It's raining right now outside.
Yeah, like I want them to spend the money now. And I agree with you, James. I'm disappointedly surprised of the lack of movement that they've done. Now, if they brought in a Patrick Peterson, it's a move. He's 31. Is he still an elite corner?
No. But he's better than...
Is he an answer? He's better than Nelson.
Nelson, yeah.
He's finding also a chilly market.
Yeah. I mean,
so that tells me why chase after the guy who has a chilly market?
Because he's got a pedigree. And if he's $4 or $5 million...
I'm not paying for the back of his baseball card. I'm paying for what he is now.
But you bring that guy in your building, and let's say you end up with a Sauce or a Stingley or, one of these guys, or a McDuffie even. having those two mentor, Slay and Peterson, as a mentor and just have a camp battle. Like, I think when you get a rookie that's a high-caliber guy and you say, hey, you're going up against 8-time Pro Bowler in camp for a position battle, go get him, kid.
Well, am I using him in games? Because
I think
there's a lot of teams that are close to winning a Super Bowl, and they're not in on Patrick Peterson.
Well, that's
there's
fine.
a reason for that.
The Eagles aren't in on a Super Bowl. I mean,
there's the Super Bowl contenders aren't saying he's
near.
Isn't that what you want? Like a chilly market for him? I mean, if it's a chilly market, then, I mean, he's cheap.
No, well, what it tells me is that the smart organizations aren't interested. They're saying, we're good. We're good.
Well, they might be.
Yeah, they might be.
Like
they
the
might
smart
be a better
organizations
situation.
might already have the cornerback positions locked up.
They might
Nobody's
not
so
need
good
another
that
corner.
Castellanos hasn't been signed yet. Does that mean people are cool on him?
He's had a cool market. He has had a cool market. I think most people are shocked.
Teams in the major leagues would take him.
Yeah, but I think most teams are shocked. People are shocked in baseball circles that he's the one remaining.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get hung up that a guy's not signed, so it means nobody likes him. Like, it could be a money thing. There could be 17 teams that are set at their cornerback positions. There could be numerous reasons.
You need 5 in today's game.
Yeah,
nobody is stacked at 5.
But if you have 2 starting outside cornerbacks, you don't need Patrick Peterson. You're not going to sign him.
I don't think he's a starter anymore.
He might not be,
He's
but
a
I mean,
secondary starter.
as Jamie said, if you draft a cornerback in the first round and you go, okay, go get him. I mean,
like if I have Sauce Gardner here, or let's say it's Stingley, and I say, hey, that's Darius Slay, that's Patrick Peterson.
Learn
Steal
one of their jobs
and compete. And I think Nick Sirianni talks about it all the time: competition. If I have a rookie first-round pick going up against Patrick Peterson for a job, that doesn't get much more better than competition right there to me.
Hey, Jonathan wanted to be with us today at the Irish Horn, but his 9-month pregnant wife has gone to the hospital.
Oh, good luck, Jonathan.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But he's listening on the app right now.
What a psycho. I love him.
Jonathan, that may be a violation. Is that a violation?
No, we brought a speaker in the delivery and labor room. And we had a playlist, and we listened.
You weren't listening to us.
No, that's why he's a psycho.
Jonathan,
but I appreciate you listening.
Well, let me just say, I think the Irish Horn would be a beautiful place to deliver a child. There's plenty of room over in the corner over there, so if he wants, he can.
We can make this an OR right here.
I'm sure there's somebody here that could deliver a baby. My God, it's not that hard.
Yeah,
is
but the one obstetrician who's up there at the bar, he's like 3 Bud Lights in.
Yeah, well, hold the phone.
I mean,
but you haven't had a drop of alcohol yet.
We're not allowed to.
And all you watch is General Hospital.
You
must have picked up something.
For this.
Yeah, this is your moment, John.
I know a girl that delivered her own baby in the shotgun of her car.
Why?
They were on their way to the hospital.
Holy moly!
Did they hit traffic on 76 for no reason?
No, they're down in Georgia.
I think Rock delivered one of his kids. The last one came out like on the gurney or something.
The one came out on the gurney?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Is that your child?
All right, you're terrible.
No.
All right, let's hear from. Here's the hostage video I was telling you about. Here's Carson Wentz, very, very enthused to be a Washington Commander.
What's up, Commanders fans? Carson Wentz here, just landed in D.C. I'm excited to get to work, excited to come in and compete, and, as we all know, excited to really go ahead and start to take command.
Okay, Carson.
I was fine with everything until the last line.
The cringe was brutal.
Carson, that's the worst script reading I've heard.
To take command.
And I've heard all the live reads at this station, and I'm shocked. That's the worst I've ever heard. That is terrible.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
I mean, that is terrible. That's like a hostage video. I'm really
Carson the Commander. That is the worst nickname I've ever heard.
It's so dumb. It is so dumb.
I think it's great.
It is great. It is fun. But wow.
It instills confidence in a fan base.
I mean, he is so.
I'm gonna take
like when
command.
I hear him say take command, it puts fear into my heart as an Eagles fan. That man's taking command.
I have 2 L's on the schedule right now.
He's got a bomber jacket.
You do.
He's got a beard, and he's ready to take command. I mean, that's a trifecta.
By the way, what's with the bomber? What is with the bomber jacket?
It's back in.
This isn't like, but no. The Houston Texans did it years
back when
ago,
Barwin
and were mocked terribly about it as a whole team. They had them. Now the Washington Commanders have them for their team.
Yeah, because
this isn't cool.
Those are more like Letterman jackets than bomber jackets.
But why is he wearing it?
Well, now it makes sense. He has the letter W on it. Jacket.
He's taking command.
He's a commander.
I am here to take command, and we're really happy to be here in Washington. Oh, man, I'm telling you. He is Captain Cringe.
Yeah,
he really is. He's Captain
really
Cringe.
is.
It's great.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Look who's in the building. The big boss, Joe Bell's in the building.
Yeah, he came here to
I think Joe Bell can override Eric Camille.
No, he came here to offer you a chicken Caesar salad.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not ordering that one.
John, good working with you.
I'm not ordering that one. So we're live at the Irish Horne here in Richboro, and we hope that you will be with us. Remember to be with us on Monday when you can start to qualify to join us in Las Vegas with Philly Sports Trips for the NFL Draft. We're going to have a great time. You have a chance to win round-trip airfare from Philly to Vegas, a 3-night stay at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, passes to 2 all-inclusive draft parties coming up on Monday. And again, thanks to Philly Pretzel Factory, the official soft pretzel of the Philly sports fan. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in ED and low testosterone. The new Park Sportsbook app and casino app, which is awesome. One amazing app. Check it on out. And Window Nation. For replacement windows, doors, siding, and more, visit 866-90Nation, windownation.com. Bob, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but people probably missed the conversation. Where are you on the Zach Wheeler I'm nervous scale?
Yeah, I'm a little bit there. So I'm reading a story the other day, and it talks about, he threw in December, but the shoulder didn't feel right, so he shut it down. Then he comes to, he goes down to Clearwater, and he still hasn't thrown off of a mound. Then he throws off of a mound, and he gets the flu. And, all of these things that are just kind of circling him. He pitched 213 innings last year, led the majors in innings pitched. They were going to start him later in spring training, but it got pushed back anyway because of the lockout. Now it doesn't look like he's going to be ready for the beginning of the season. I don't need my ace to have this all surrounding him. I'm wondering, do you just give one eye to that to keep it on? Are both of your eyes planted on, oh, my God, what's going on with him? Does this warrant some kind of panic?
Yes. I believe we're being – the fact that you can't throw for 5 days, going on 6 because you have the flu – There is no guy driving to work in Philadelphia who says, I can't go to work for 6 days with the flu. That's freaking ridiculous.
Did they rule out COVID with him? Or?
Yes, they did.
Did they?
They said no COVID.
Yeah.
They said it's not COVID.
Yeah, it could be a thing where they're keeping him away from the team because they don't want anybody else to get it this early in the season, and, you kind of put him on lockdown. I don't know, but there are some. There are some things
right in front of you.
Am I shaking?
Yeah,
it looks so cold and delicious.
All right, so for those who aren't watching, our boss who put down the mandate that we weren't allowed to have any alcohol today while we did the show.
That came from Chuck E. D. It didn't come from Joe.
I thought it came from the big
I
boss.
thought it came from Chuck E. D.
Oh, round on me then.
Hey,
go.
We may override it. Bud Light, the official beer of Joe Bell.
Yes,
I think it's what it is right now.
He literally walked right up to Bob and started saying, it's so good. It tastes so good.
He said, can Bob focus in a segment with someone drinking a cold beer when he can't have one?
I know.
So it is. Oh, and he's even putting the cold beer right on you,
now
too.
I'm getting teased.
Now, he did see you will be impressed, Joe, with the mobile breathalyzer that Coach brought with us to check us before every segment before he lets us back on mic. But Grossman's been very friendly this morning, so something tells me he's been drinking. That's the only explanation I can come up with. So come on out and hang out with us. Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. It is a great time here at the Irish Horne in Richboro. Get one of your 4 for 4-leaf clover T-shirts and enjoy it. I got to tell you, Ed Horne has a great place here.
This is awesome.
And it's going to be fun all day long to hang out here at the Irish Horne. Coming up in the second half of the show, the Phillies are doing something, and it's not addressing the problem. We'll get to that next. It's the John Kincade Show, live St. Patty's Day at the Irish Horne here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
What's the number one quality you find in a family-owned business that stands the test? The highest level of craftsmanship at a reasonable price. And that's how you stay in business for 70 years. All those years, the roofs, the windows, the doors, all those remodeling projects, and they still have a stellar reputation. This family will take care of your family's home. Visit ssremodeling.com and check out one of the most trusted local contractors. I trust them so much they're doing the work in my house this spring. They've been serving Delaware, Chester, and Northern Delaware for 70 years. S&S Remodeling Contractors, trusted since 1953. That's ssremodeling.com.
Happy St. Patty's Day from the John Kincade Show, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Everyone is talking about the madness in March, but the world is crazy enough right now. So here at Colonial Hyundai, we're focusing on March gladness with our Clutch 3-Point Play sales event. Score big with 0 money down, 0% financing, and 0 payments for 90 days on a new Hyundai. Other dealers out of inventory? That's a technical foul. Only Colonial has slam dunk deals, like a new 2022 Tucson SE for $299 per month with $0 down. Your credit on the rebound? We can assist you. With the best rates in the business, we're dropping dimes and we'll get you in one of our 300 vehicles available for purchase today. Plus, we'll give you $6,500 for your trade today, no matter the condition, guaranteed. Shop 24/7 at ColonialHyundai.com. If you don't see what you're looking for on our website, give us a call. Odds are it's on its way. Colonial Hyundai of Downingtown. The fast, easy, better way to buy a Hyundai. 2022 Hyundai Tucson SE based on a 39-month lease through HMF. Lease cash down $29.99 plus tax and tags. See dealer for full details.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressures of running your business? There's a limit to what you can do and still keep your employees engaged. Insperity brings 30-plus years of HR experience to help you with your hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance while giving your employees competitive benefit options. You're able to focus on other priorities. Your employees can thrive, and your business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full-service HR, employee benefits, HR technology. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
This ad for Hellsberg Diamonds has been specifically written for those who'd rather think about football than engagement rings. When free agency starts, your team wants to get the best players they can without spending too much. If your team is you and the players are engagement rings, then your best bet in free agency is shopping at Hellsberg Diamonds, where you know you'll get the highest quality diamonds at prices that keep you from going over the salary cap. Visit your local Hellsberg store and ask about our price match guarantee, or check us out at Hellsberg.com.
We got a crazy real estate market right now, and a lot of people are doing renovations to their homes to make them more livable. So you're updating your kitchen, your bathroom, and more. But you've never upgraded your hot water. Why? What good's a new fancy shower or dishwasher if your hot water's spotty and unreliable, if your water heater is old and finicky, or if you don't even know if it's time to replace it? It's been in 10, 12 years. Bradford White is here to help. Bradford White water heaters are built to be the best. We're talking top efficiency, years of reliable performance. And hey, Bradford White is heating the Kincade household and keeping us very, very warm in the shower. It delivers every day. So do a smart upgrade. Get the hot water you and your family deserve. For high efficiency gas, electric, tankless models, and more, visit BradfordWhite.com today and learn more about their quality water heating products. And you can find a plumbing pro near you that will install it beautifully. Go to BradfordWhite.com. How you heat your water matters. So choose the best. Choose Bradford White.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless. Now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Welcome back to Tourney Talk. We're live with this week's big performer. Who's on fire? What's your secret, Johnson?
It's all about the long game, Bob. I bet and get rewards all tournament long with Unibet's and one special. It really adds up.
There you have it. Bet the tournament with Unibet and earn up to $100 free. Sign up to get $500 risk-free. Download the Unibet Pennsylvania app or visit pa.unibet.com. Unibet, crazy about the odds.
Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
CSX Transportation is an industry leader on the move. The railroad company has immediate openings for freight train conductors. Join the CSX team and start your paid-on-the-job training today, earning your $25 per hour with no degree required. If you're safety-focused with a passion for great service, you've got what it takes to move your career forward at CSX. Apply at csx.com/careers. That's csx.com/careers. CSX is an equal opportunity employer.
Slipping and falling due to snow, ice, a cracked sidewalk, or even a wet floor is no joke and can cause serious injury. Let Philly Slip and Fall Guys get you back on your feet. Keith Koski and his team of attorneys are the Philly Slip and Fall Guys and have over 30 years of experience fighting for you. They know how to get the results you deserve. Give them a call if you've had a fall. Go to phillyslipandfallguys.com. That's phillyslipandfallguys.com.
Care.
has the power to bring kindness where it's needed. It brings out the best in every one of us. It doesn't just see people. It takes time to understand them. It puts the needs of others ahead of its own. And when you start with care, you end up with a very different kind of bank. Truist. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Hey guys, start your bracket with a bang. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, is giving new customers a $150 instant bonus guaranteed. That's right. You'll get $150 in bonus site credit, and all you have to do is place your first bet of $5 or more. How you bet the bracket? Well, it's all up to you. You can choose from the money line, totals, prop bets, and so much more. I told you earlier today, I really like looking at the games that are close. I don't like the 20-point lines. I like the 2.5-point lines. That's how I like to bet. Look at those close games. I like Miami getting a couple of points from USC. Look at the closer lines. That's who I like to bet. Which team you would take a chance on to turn your insight credit into cash plus? With cash out, the ball's in your court. You can close out your bet whenever you want before the game is over. Join FanDuel today with promo code Bob. Then you can place your $5 bet to score $150 in bonus site credit. That's promo code Bob. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball and Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now back to the John Kincade Show, St. Paddy's Day broadcast, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Who is enjoying St. Patrick's Day at the Irish Horne? It's a good start to the morning.
I know where boss is.
I see the boss having a great time. And he enjoys flaunting the alcoholic beverage, that Bud Light, right in front of us.
Look, this is what we do on the show. We debate things, decisions made by teams and all that. So the big boss, Joe Bell, comes over during the break and says, who made you sign off on that? So I threw
Chucky D right under the bus.
If he's questioning it and he's the big boss, I'm just saying.
I don't know because I got the okay to drink.
But you don't drink.
I had the.
Well, yeah, but I'm.
That's like giving you the okay to have sex.
I had the Chuck and Coach Brigade come at me yesterday. I mean, I got the shakedown yesterday after the show.
Yeah, we all did.
I walked out of the studio shaking. I mean, it was.
Does anybody else have their timers set?
Look, the last time that Bob was drinking at a broadcast, it ended up with Donna picking him up. He was streaking through the town naked, and he was asking, "Is KFC still open?" And we don't want that embarrassment for the station.
Cherry Hill doesn't need that again.
No.
Oh my gosh!
Chick-fil-A.
It was a little cold out there, wasn't it?
And I told you the naughty girls are on their way.
Dirty girls.
And
nasty girls.
Naughty. Yeah. It's nasty.
Raunchy bitches. Wow.
Bob, that's taking it. Bob, you haven't even had a drink yet.
That's somebody's mother.
Keep the beer away from Cooney.
And Tess is coming.
Keep it in your pants.
And I can only tell you, Tess is all-time fun.
Tess the Mess?
And a great singer. A great
Messy
singer.
Tess.
And I've heard her sing Danny Boy and Bring Down a Bar.
Nice.
Like, just spectacular.
Like, you mean it closed down?
So good. No, she has such a great voice. I want Tess to sing the anthem at an Eagles game or a Sixers game. She's that good.
I just want her to sing today.
So we'll see if we can get Tess to sing. She's going to need some Bud Lights, though.
Where's my Pamela Ding Dong?
And she'll be here. She's driving Tess.
Looking forward to seeing
So there we go. All right, 8 o'clock hour is brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit PAWorkinjury.com. So when you address free agency or you address your off season, you're supposed to be saying, what are we not good at? Let's get better at it. The Phillies are not addressing their worst issue. In fact, it's getting worse.
Well, there's a lot of bad issues.
The Phillies have been pretty good offensively. In fact, since Bryce Harper arrived in their 3 seasons in the National League, under Bryce Harper, they've been 7th in runs scored, 4th in runs scored, 8th in runs scored, averaging out to 6th in the National League in that time frame. Now, in the same period since Bryce Harper's arrived, their pitching has been 9th, 14th, and 11th, averaging 11 out of 15. So in the same period, their defense has been atrocious. 12, 9, 8 out of 15, averaging the 10th worst. The team defense with Schwarber in left field just got worse. He is a butcher, is how he was described by a fan base that loved him. So they have butchers at the corners of the infield, mediocre defense in the outfield positions, and Bryce Harper has declined severely as a defensive player. Why not get better at the things you're bad at? Why was Dave Dombrowski's plan not to find reliable gloves and get better that way? So instead, they're reinforcing something they're really already good at, and they've made weaknesses of theirs even worse. I don't understand the plan.
Well, how do you cover up bad defense? By scoring more runs. Right? So maybe, I'm not saying it's the right way, but maybe that's their thinking, right, John? Because I guess they're not ready to give up on Alec Boehm, and I agree with that. They're not ready to give up on Rhys Hoskins, and I'm okay with that also. You have no other choice at shortstop. You know, you look up your up-the-middle defense. Segura was good last year defensively. He wasn't just okay.
I think he had his
good.
best year.
He's your best glove, yeah.
And center field and left field now, did you bring Schwarber in here to be a DH? That maybe that'll be answered if they do sign a left fielder, bring in a left fielder that has a decent glove, that might not be that great of a hitter. So maybe you're covering it up with getting a big bat at DH, which would be Schwarber.
MLB Network had Schwarber as the DH.
Yeah, so you're right. The glove work is not anything that's going to make you happy, but the way you can cover it up, I think, is exactly what they're doing.
He was described in two different markets where he's played as a butcher in the field.
He is. MLB Network had him as a DH. I hadn't thought of it. Look, I would still go out and get another outfield bat.
Yeah.
So you have that option. I'd rather have a semi-regular DH rather than rotating 4 and 5 guys and trying to get them rest that way.
I love your idea there.
Yeah, like Eddie Rosario to me, I don't know what he's going to go for. I would bring him in. I've heard some people say
he signed with the Braves.
Yeah, he did sign?
Yeah.
All right, I missed that.
He's back with the Braves.
Michael Conforto, I've seen people throw out there.
That's going to be too expensive.
Yeah, and he's another, just okay defender. I think that's their plan, though, is outscore teams. And look, last year it was bad defense on top of a bad bullpen. I think they're addressing the bullpen to say, all right, maybe we can survive with a good rotation and a good bullpen and bad defense. So I think they're addressing that in hopes it helps the bad defense.
Where do you sit, Pat?
No, I agree. I think when you look at like the mid-2000s Oakland A's teams, everyone kind of got hip to the Moneyball thing, so they tried to prioritize defense more than anything. They loaded up on defensive players. Their defense was really good. They couldn't score runs, and they didn't do very well. And then they had to kind of revert back and switch things up. So I think that they know that their defense is bad. There's really no point of fixing it, so let's just score more runs. The Kyle Schwarber move is offensive-based. He's not going to give you anything defensively. He's going to be a butcher. So, own it, if you will. Say it with your chest.
You're going to be bad? Really?
Yeah,
just lean into it.
Really suck.
What did McCutchen sign for with Milwaukee? Do you guys have that number off the top of your head?
I want to say it was like 8.5.
Because I know I read it somewhere.
I think it was 8. I want to say he took a 65%. He took a 35% pay cut.
So just think about that.
I would have taken that number.
But he's going to be the DH in Milwaukee.
Yeah, he's not a good defender.
Right, they already labeled him that. But
wait,
on this team, he's your left fielder.
He was a much better defender.
Well, than Schwarber, yeah.
No, he's a better at his position defensively than 4 of the guys that they have in position.
And where does he bat in the order again?
Lead off.
Oh, wow.
I'll need you.
And I'm just bringing this up because I didn't think anything of it when we knew last year McCutchen probably wasn't going to be back. I was okay with it, so I'm not going to act like I thought this out before. But it did just pop into my head. A guy like him, or him specifically, would solve a lot of problems.
And he also would have been welcome to come back. Yeah, he would have enjoyed coming back. He would have been welcome. This fan base would have been fine with him coming back. If you told me he's coming back at like 8.
He signed for 8.5 with Milwaukee.
I'm fine with that, and I'm absolutely fine with it.
Yeah, I hope another bat's coming here.
Maybe there is, though.
There might be.
They're not done yet.
Imagine if they got Castellanos.
But it probably
this town would go crazy.
It probably won't be a bat. It'll probably be like a defensive, like.
I think I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, for left field or center field, I mean, whatever you want to do.
Hey, do you feel boxed in by the pressures of running your business? With 30-plus years of HR experience, Insperity can help lighten your load, expand your possibilities at Insperity.com. We're live at the Irish Horne in Richboro, 882 2nd Street Pike. Love that. There are a lot of people drinking breakfast this morning, and I see a lot of cold Bud Lights out there, which is really, really good. I understand great food,
Stop
too.
showing off. Okay,
Ed Horne has a great kitchen here, from what I understand.
Yeah?
You went with the banger omelet?
I did.
Is that you're doing the banger omelet?
I'm doing the banger omelet.
And you got that. They're putting it. Oh, they're going to put. Now, Bob, this is going to be tough for Bob. They're putting food right out there. Bob's food.
What is this? Like everybody's going to tease me today? Food and booze right in front of me, and I got to sit here and work?
The boss waved a Bud Light right under your nose.
Oh, I know. He took a sip and breathed right into my face.
And usually he only does that at your monthly HR test when they're testing your blood alcohol level. I mean, that is really good. Now he's going to really put it right where Bob can get a look at it. And they have French toast here. Now, Ed Horne, you thinking Ed Horne came up with the French toast recipe? I'm thinking, I don't know if that's it. I think he's got to have like a French chef back there or something like that. What'd you do, the poached eggs
The
there?
ham Benedict.
The ham Benedict.
Looks like a delightful item.
And look at that omelet here.
It's like a 10-pounder.
How many, is that potatoes on the plate?
Yeah.
That is looking great. See, I'm going to do the responsible thing and wait to eat after the show, especially until, or at least.
we're being irresponsible?
Or at least until Joe leaves. And then I'll take that up.
Is this irresponsible?
I don't know. I haven't seen you chew on the air yet, so we'll see. Hey, Baker Mayfield's available. Right now, is Baker Mayfield a better NFL quarterback than Jalen Hurts?
Barely.
I think it's pretty clear, yeah.
Is it?
I'm more down on
I got
on
a weird
Jalen Hurts.
answer.
He's got a better arm.
I think he's a better quarterback, but would I rather have him with this Eagles team? No.
Okay. Explain your thought process.
I think Jalen Hurts gives you more than a Baker Mayfield as a better passer.
Are you talking about
with his
intangibles?
legs? Exactly. With his legs, escapability. Does he have many things to improve upon? Yes. If I need somebody to run a 20-yard out, who am I going to take throwing it? Baker Mayfield or Jalen Hurts? Baker Mayfield every time. But if I need a weapon offensively, I'm taking Jalen Hurts more than Baker Mayfield. And right now, I think this offense needs that weapon more than a thrower.
How much, though, did it hurt this offense last year that you weren't able to stretch the field? A lot. How much would it help if you had a guy? I guarantee you, Baker Mayfield, in watching how wide open Devontae Smith was in that Tampa Bay game 3 different times, and Quez another time, I say Baker Mayfield hits that pass, completes that pass 2 out of 4 times. At least 2 of those are hits. And they could have been touchdowns. It's a totally different game. I'm just playing devil's advocate here because he's not the most popular teammate either. Whereas Jalen Hurts is.
That was where I was going with it.
But he does great commercials.
He does. I actually do like his commercials.
I do too. I think he's good in the commercials.
So yeah, when I look at Baker Mayfield though, it's what you just said with the leadership tangible. Like, I think it's going to be very unpopular if they moved on from Jalen Hurts to Baker Mayfield in the locker room.
Oh, I agree.
I don't think they're even going to consider.
Now, with that said, when they moved on from Sam Bradford, all we heard about was how angry people were in the locker room. And then when they moved on from Carson Wentz, we heard the same thing. So that's kind of a popular trend. Are you all right?
I'm staring at Pat's bacon.
Yeah, don't stare at my bacon.
Whoa.
That is delicious.
Is that what they're calling it these days? Bacon?
Look at the bacon.
I don't feel comfortable.
Look at that bacon.
Put your pants back on.
That is delicious.
But yeah, the leadership thing, I think the team really rallies around Jalen Hurts. I think he's a much better leader.
Jalen Hurts is
That's
a distinctly better leader.
Yeah,
I mean, just looking at his stats, they're not very impressive. He's a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception guy. I think he turns the ball over more than Jalen Hurts does. He can't run as well as Jalen Hurts. He's got a better arm.
He puts the ball at risk a lot more than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, which is not necessarily a good thing.
So he's going to throw more interceptions. Here's what I say to you now, the second question. If you're the Washington Commanders, are you kicking yourself a little bit? Wouldn't you rather start a season and say, I'm going to take my chances with rehabbing my team with Baker Mayfield than rehabbing it with Carson Wentz?
Yeah. I mean, is the money a big difference there? Probably not, right?
No, it's big.
It's bigger.
Washington
It's much
inherited
bigger.
all of Wentz.
No, I know. I'm talking
Washington's
about
paying $22 million or $23 million?
I'm talking about
28 and a half.
I'm talking about
Next
how
year.
much would they have to pay Baker Mayfield?
Oh, I don't think it's that bad. It's the 5th year of his rookie contract.
Okay.
But if you trade for him and give up a decent amount of assets, you have to bring him back. It's like the Tobias Harris trade. Like they had.
Well,
to
no,
bring him
I don't
back
think
to
there's
give
going to
up
be an assets. They're talking about Baker Mayfield may go for a 3rd or 4th round pick.
He's on the books for 18-8 this year, final year of his deal.
Final year of his deal. So I agree with you, Pat. If
So
you
it's like
do it,
5 or 6
Well,
less.
and look, the thing is, Baker Mayfield's good enough to keep you out of contention for a top pick.
All right.
So if you're making that trade, it's not even like after the 5th year you can really move on from him and say, okay, well, if we suck, we can draft one of the top quarterbacks. You're going to have to use a lot of assets to trade up because he's good enough to keep you in contention.
I know.
That's a good point.
Thanks, Bobby.
I know that there is no question that Russell Wilson is a fantastic quarterback. No question. I also believe Russell Wilson is what it has used car salesmen written all over him. He's at his introductory press conference, and he's talking about being a Denver Bronco. Why did you want to be a Denver Bronco? Well, Denver's always been very special to me. It's someplace I've always really enjoyed. Then a follow-up question. How often have you been to Denver? Well, not often. Then he says, well, why'd you choose Denver? Well, it was the only place I really wanted to be here because I wanted to go a place where they win. I want to be with a winning organization. The Denver Broncos have the longest playoff drought, I believe, right now in the AFC.
All right, so he didn't do his homework.
6 years, they've won 39 games. They've been the worst team in their division since they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you want to know why?
Sierra made me.
No, because they haven't had a quarterback for 6 years.
But they're not winners. He's saying, I wanted to go to this organization.
They're a winning organization overall.
No, the last 6 years they have not won. They're the worst.
Because they haven't had a quarterback.
They're 6.5 wins.
He's going to fix that.
But the winners, who are the winners in the Denver Broncos?
Well, he could be talking about John Elway. He could be talking about other front
No. He's talking
guys.
in the locker room, he said.
Well, I mean, if I'm coming to a new team, I'm going to call you guys great guys.
No, but I say, who are the winners? They got, because somebody did follow
with him, they will be winners.
John, you're sitting in a glass house chucking stones because when you came to us, you said glowing things about us, and we were losers. So
Joe made me say those things to the Inquirer.
Oh, he wrote the script.
He did. I got handed a script, and
that's why you said it, and I'm going to command you guys.
And then Chuck said, "Don't drink." By the way, while you're on the air. So I got that, and I got the script that I had to say nice things about you guys.
Yeah, I just don't think he did his homework, and he had to.
I mean, he doesn't even know what he's talking about.
You know.
And the thing is, though, the fan base has got to be rolling their eyes.
No. Wait, you think the Denver Broncos fan base are rolling their eyes?
When they hear them say, I came here because of the winners in this locker room, if anybody is worth their salt in Denver sports radio, they're going, Russell, you haven't looked at this locker room. Look at that roster. It's not full of winners.
Yeah, but you said fan base.
No, I'm saying is when the fan base hears that, they got to be going, Russell didn't do his homework on Denver.
I wouldn't give a rat's ass.
Yeah, I'd be so excited that he was just talking in Broncos colors that I'd be like, you're actually talking?
Russell Wilson could get traded to the Eagles and claim my child as his own, and I'd say, go. You're right.
Didn't we learn our lesson on first press conferences with Nick Sirianni?
Well, I mean, it's not. Look, I got to give him credit.
Good point.
He may have watched Sirianni's press conferences because he pandered like you could never pander.
Yeah, I mean,
Wasn't that the goal?
If he would have come out and said, "This is where my wife wanted me to go," and he'd be telling the truth, we'd be slamming him on that.
It might be.
Yeah, like you said when you got hired here, that you always wanted to be in Philadelphia.
It was my hometown.
You don't even
it's my hometown.
He wanted to go to a place where the salmon flow like Capistrano, and
What? You wanted to go where the dirty girls are. He wanted to go where the salmon
They're
flow.
naughty.
That went way over his head.
Bob, they're naughty.
A little place called Aspen, John.
I mean, is it so? Maybe
they're big skiers.
Maybe
they love cross country.
Did you say
love their
Capistrano?
Yeah.
He's not allowed to ski. He's an NFL quarterback. He's not allowed to go
Cross-country skiing. That's safe.
Not allowed to ski at all as an NFL quarterback.
That's cross-country safe.
No, you're not allowed to ski at all. Yes, you are.
That's not really skiing. You're walking fast with long things on your feet.
You're not allowed to ride a motorcycle. You're not allowed to get on a motor vehicle.
That's per individual.
Yeah, on a moped.
I think he just wanted to compare the weed from Washington to Colorado. Yeah. I think we're overthinking.
I think he's a raging booze bag and he loves Coors Light.
Randy Gregory the other day.
Bud Light.
Yeah,
Nobody likes Coors Light. We like Bud Light.
Well, it's Colorado. We're Bud Light on the East Coast.
No, we're Bud Light everywhere.
No, it's Bud Light everywhere. What is wrong with you?
Randy Gregory goes from the Cowboys to the Broncos.
That was hilarious.
After the Cowboys stood by him through all his BS.
So the Cowboys try to slip in late a clause in the contract that he just went, nah, I'm good.
That's scummy.
Because of the fact the Cowboys, I can't believe I'm going to defend them. Maybe because of the fact that they've gotten burned 3 times by this jabroni.
And then maybe it's time to just walk away.
That he doesn't know how to do it. But I heard Mike and Tyrone going, I wonder why Randy Gregory would choose to, why is he going Denver when he's at Dallas? Dallas is closer to winning a Super Bowl by far.
I think Denver's going to be really, really competitive. They have a good offensive line
this year.
They have Javonte Williams is an awesome running back. They have 3 good wide receivers, and they had a top 8 defense last year. I think they're ready to win.
So you think they're ready to win more than Dallas is?
Yeah.
I do too. Yeah, I do. I think
Who's
they
more
are
likely
the
to win their
upcoming
division
team this year.
Well, I mean, it's a brutal
No, but that's a big thing. But that's a big thing about winning is they're in the worst division in football to be in.
Yeah,
Denver.
but you just got to be a wild card. As long as they can get in, I think they're talented enough that they can.
And it's clear. Randy Gregory went, where could I go? And he is obsessed with weed.
He went
can't
for
live
the
without
weed,
it.
Coach.
He went to the right
That's
place.
what he went for.
What is wrong with being obsessed with marijuana?
That's what he went for.
John, why do you frown upon people?
No,
I don't know.
No, but they're trying to figure out why did he choose to
I
go to
bet you
Denver.
there's some potheads sitting among us.
I bet you some people are high right this second.
It's Randy on Bud Light. They are. It's Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory, they were trying to figure out. Wonder why he chose to go to Denver.
Well,
I wonder.
Yeah. First of all, they offered him the most money, but second of all, that's just an added bonus. But John, this is not 1950. All right, reefer madness is not a thing.
Look, it's fine.
We're going to get you token up by the 9 o'clock hour.
You're not going to get me, but I am the libertarian of libertarians. I don't care what you do. You want to do it? Do it.
Just
if
take a
everybody
little
says
hit.
do it. Go and have a. No, I don't need it.
Coach, get your bong out.
Now, a Bud Light would be great, though, but we can't have one. But you know what? You can.
An hour and a half.
Come out to the Irish Horne, 882 2nd Street Pike in Richboro, presented by our great friends at Bud Light. Get your Fanatic T-shirt, 4 for 4-leaf clover T-shirt, courtesy of our friends at Bud Light. And John from Bud Light paid for all the T-shirts.
Way to go,
So just so you know, John picked up the tab for the T-shirts. And John's around 6 Bud Lights in.
Yeah.
John's appearance this morning sponsored by Uber. So he'll be, and I think he told me earlier he has to visit all the Bud Light bars just to make sure that they got their delivery.
Look, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it.
John gets paid in Bud Light.
He's paid in, but I'm just wondering. I mean, that's a job. Cooney, how did you not get lured into that field?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, this is like
the profitability would be way down.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, don't get high on your own supply.
That's
Bob.
a lot of fun.
Oh, sir, my case only has 18 bottles in it. I don't know what happened.
I don't know
I'm
what
not
happened.
that guy.
I do not know what happened.
I'm not that guy.
Swear to God, I'm not that guy.
I'm not.
By the way, I understand Randy Gregory
both
looking to
asses.
make an appearance on Wake and Bake this Sunday.
He's welcome anytime.
With Lynch and Chunas. Always a great Sunday morning hit on Sunday morning.
I'm going to lose him one of these Sundays to being a dad. So I'm just going to be all solo.
Well, after all your dadnesses, don't be looking at him
Real
side eye.
selfish. He's going to have to take off to go have a kid.
And remember,
Who
it's
has sex?
Yeah.
Like, grow up,
and
dude.
it's Chunas' first. It's his first.
He's in for a whole new world. I can't wait to see him as a dad.
It's a whole fantastic.
It's a dazzling place you never knew.
Yes.
I don't know the rest of the lyrics, but I wish I could continue.
Unbelievable. By the way, the naughty girls are going to take it up with Bob when he called them earlier. When he gets here,
You held up a piece of paper with their name on it, and I read it.
I did
and
not
now they're
say
mad
that.
at me.
They know that I would. They've known.
Okay.
They've known me
There's a
since I
line,
was
Bob.
15.
All
They know
right.
I'm not going to do that.
Tess the mess and
Tess
Pamela
is going,
Slammer.
and Tess could kick your ass. That's all I'm going to say. Tess is known.
Look
She
out,
can get
Bob.
into it. Hey, we have a lot coming up for you. We hope you'll hang out with us all morning long. If you're watching on YouTube, stream The Fanatic all day long, too. We see you streaming on the app all day long. Take us with you. We love it that you're a part of the show. Sixers, some good teams await you. Let's see you beat some of them. Coming up next, and Pat better save one piece of that bacon or there's going to be a fight.
No shot.
It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. The brand new Parks Casino and Sportsbook app in one debuted yesterday. It is absolutely awesome. If you've told me before that you didn't really dig the functionality involved with the Parks Sportsbook app, delete it. To get the new one, you're going to love it. It is awesome. You can bet on individual player performances, same-game parlays, and great odds boosts that are going to allow you to cash in big time. The college basketball championship is here. The tournament games are going to be going on all day long. And you know, with a little bit of action on them, you're having a little bit more fun. How about today? Providence, a 2-point favorite. You might want to check that one out. Tennessee, 18.5-point favorites over Longwood Gardens. I didn't even know Longwood Gardens had a team. That's amazing. I go there for the Christmas lights. That's absolutely awesome. Check it out today. You'll love it. Use my promo code Kincade for that risk-free bet. And check out, during the tournament first weekend, it's going to be extra awesome, the new race and sports book from Parks, located right inside the new Chickies and Pete's in Malvern. You play there, you get paid there. You got to be 21 if you have a gambling problem. Please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Happy St. Paddy's Day from the John Kincade Show, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Verizon knows you need internet speeds you can rely on at a price you can trust. Switch to Verizon Fios, the 100% fiber optic network with upload speeds up to 25 times faster than cable and internet plans with no surprises. Enjoy gaming with ultra-low lag, streaming your favorite shows and movies, and video chatting to stay connected with your friends and family. All with no hidden fees and no expiring promo prices. Plans start at just $39.99 per month with AutoPay. That's right. Faster speed and reliability costs less than you think. No surprises, no caveats, just the 100% fiber optic network and 100% price transparency. That's Verizon Fios. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. February 23rd, 2022 speed claim based on Fios gigabit connection max upload speeds of 880 megabits per second versus 35 megabits per second advertised upload speeds for Xfinity Gigabit, Spectrum Internet Gig, and Optimum 1 Gig plans. $15 per month router charge, $99 setup fee, and terms may apply.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
In the 1974 preseason, Milwaukee Bucks center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar made it clear he wanted to move to a major city, specifically his hometown of New York City or Los Angeles. After a failed attempt by the New York Knicks, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Bucks agreed on a deal to send Kareem and his backup Walt Wesley to L.A. for 4 players. He went on to win 5 titles with the Lakers, as well as 3 regular season MVPs.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
Every team is one conversation away from a trade that can make all the difference. The same is true for your business. That's why when you post a job for free, LinkedIn Jobs taps into a network of over 770 million professionals to find the right people for your role. LinkedIn Jobs helps you narrow down to only the most qualified candidates, which means you can start hiring the right people faster. Go to linkedin.com/sports to post your job for free. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
Start your bracket with a bang. Hey, it's Jen Scordo. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, is giving new customers a $150 instant bonus guarantee. That's right. You'll get $150 in bonus site credit. All you have to do is place your first bet of $5 or more. How you bet the bracket is totally up to you. You can choose from the money line, totals, prop bets, and so much more. You never know who's going to make it or break it this time of year. Can Nova hang on? They started the season a little slow, but they've been on a roll. Can Gonzaga hang in there until the end? And what underdog is going to make it the furthest? It is the most wonderful time of the year. Which team would you take a chance on to turn your site credit into cash? Plus, with cash out, the ball's in your court. You can close out your bet whenever you want before the game is over. Join FanDuel today with promo code SCORDO. Then you can place your $5 bet to score $150 in bonus site credit. That's promo code SCORDO.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager. Only $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, it's Deion Sanders. They call me Coach Prime now. You already know Walmart is your one-stop shop for all those game day essentials. Now, Walmart and Gillette Labs are teaming up to take game day to the next level. You got to swing by the shave aisle to snag the new Gillette Labs razor and get that W, man.
The new Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar for a shave as quick and easy as washing your face.
You want it warmer. He wants it colder. So you turn the thermostat up. He turns it down. Warmer, colder, up, down. Where does it end? With a new high-efficiency heating and cooling system with whole-house air filtration from your Delaware Valley Train Comfort Specialist. These new Train systems provide even, consistent heat throughout your home, along with cleaner, healthier air for comfort and savings everyone can agree on. Visit Train.com to find a Delaware Valley Independent Train Comfort Specialist near you. It's hard to stop a train.
Family owned and operated for over 35 years, Preferred Home Improvement has been just that. Preferred by families in Bucks, Chester, and Montgomery counties when it comes to the exterior of your home. If you're in need of a new roof, siding, or windows, you need a local trusted professional specializing in roofing, siding, and windows. Turn to the Preferred team at Preferred Home Improvement. For a free estimate, visit Preferred at phibuilds.com. That's phibuilds.com. Preferred Home Improvement. Caring for the outside of your home so you can care for who's in it.
Kenny Mayne here with news that Caesar actually prefers calling croutons baby toast. Interesting. Download the Caesar Sportsbook app now and sign up with promo code RadioEat. Bet $50 and new users get a $250 Uber Eats gift card.
Must be 21 and physically present in New Jersey. New customers with eligible promo code only. Real money wagers only. They have minimum amounts of -200. $250 gift card redemption code accepts a redeemed gift card. Will be sent via email within 72 hours. Uber gift card terms and conditions apply. See Caesar.com/promos for full terms. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
I got to tell you, your neighbor called me and they told me that your lawn looks atrocious. And every year you're out there pushing around a little feeder and putting seed out and you think you're going to fix it yourself. Why don't you turn your lawn over this year to my lawn care company, Natural Lawn of America? Why? Because they're going to take a unique approach for each lawn. They're not going to do the same treatment for you as they do for your neighbor. They cater to your specific needs of your lawn, cutting pesticide use by 85%, which creates a safer lawn for your family and pets to enjoy. Plus, they're locally owned and family operated right here in the Delaware Valley, so you know you can trust doing business with a neighbor. Your lawn has looked like garbage the last few years. Let Natural Lawn of America take it over. You're going to see the results you want with the peace of mind you deserve. Plus, they've given me a great deal to offer you. Right now, with a limited time, you're going to get free seeding every year. Schedule Natural Lawn's full-service program, and you're going to get free seeding every year. So call 800-FREE-SEED, 800-FREESEED. That's my lawn care company. Do it this year, won't you? Natural Lawn of America. They're going to get you greener grass and fewer weeds. Guaranteed.
Now back to the John Kincade Show, St. Paddy's Day broadcast, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Welcome back. John Kincade Show live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, where everybody's here having their breakfast, having their Bud Light, having a great time. Ed Horne's got the kitchen wide open for you.
I just housed that ham Benedict. That was a good time.
Oh, my gosh, Jamie, I thought somebody was going to lose a finger.
Well, Dan Baxter is here in the house, a guy we tweet with, a daily listener.
Where's Dan?
So I had to go say hello.
Hi, Dan.
So I had to wolf down the hams Benedict. I did it in probably about 4 minutes flat, I'd say.
It was impressive.
Yeah.
I swear to you, I've never seen anything like it. And Pat Egan really enjoys his food.
I love meat in my mouth.
I've heard that. That's how you got the job. But the idea of being able to put someone chewing their food and putting their utensils down, that always tells me that's somebody who's savoring the food.
Yeah,
I prefer to swallow.
You like that?
Yeah, I do. I chew and then I swallow. But yeah, the food here is really, really good.
It is. It's really, really good stuff.
I want to enjoy it, but unfortunately, I can't eat on air because Coach is here and he's a distraction.
You're not allowed to eat on air. We're not allowed to drink on air. I swear to you.
It's unbelievable.
The amount of rules.
He is
the amount of rules.
Absolute worst.
I feel honestly working for Coach and Chuck is a little like Squid Game.
They don't have these rules in Fallujah.
It's like Squid Game. You're thinking, is the next move you make going to be the one that's going to get you in trouble? You got to be very careful. Bob, I see you look. That Wawa
I'm not even
cup.
allowed to look at my bacon.
Okay, just do that. So, and Pat was kind enough to share a piece of the bacon. That was spectacular. The bacon here is a work of art.
The potatoes were pretty damn good, too.
So I asked Heavy Chevy. Now, Heavy Chevy is, a lot of times when guys are tall and good-looking and everything, sometimes they're not the smartest. So I asked Heavy Chevy, Chevy, did you taste the bacon? And Chevy goes, no, I didn't get bacon. So then I said to him, well, what did you have? And he goes, I had a breakfast sandwich. I said, what's on your breakfast sandwich? He goes, I got the banger sandwich. It's egg and bacon.
Well,
I didn't get a side of bacon.
Look, give him a break. He went to Newman. All right. Same place I went, so.
Could have gone anywhere.
It's the temple of
chose Newman.
Chester County?
It's the Harvard of Aston.
It is. It's Delco, isn't it?
Is it Delco?
Yeah, it's not the Harvard of Delco, but it's the Harvard.
It's the temple of Delco.
Yeah, specific.
Is what it is.
The MIT of Aston. So many things have Aston.
I'm thinking that how many brothers Chevy got? He's got 7 brothers. I'm thinking that maybe, some of the smarter brothers, maybe a little older. Could be a little bit older in the family. We don't know. But we're glad to have Chevy with us.
They all got in Temple.
And Connor is running the show back in the studio. Connor's doing everything by himself. Host on Locked On Phillies podcast.
I'm starving.
Who is Connor complaining to today that he's so busy if nobody's there?
Connor's doing a great.
Oh, that's a good point.
Hey, don't do that.
D-Train.
Don't do that.
Point.
No, I'm just wondering.
I never hear Connor Thomas complain. He is a tireless worker.
What do you have your headphones on all the time?
Oh, come on, John. I complain.
I do not hear you. Seriously, I admire Connor Thomas's work ethic as many as anybody who ever uses their key card to get in that building.
I'm telling you, John,
Eric Camille is challenged by Connor Thomas with enthusiasm and work ethic and attitude.
John, if you stop talking for 2 seconds, you'd hear him complain.
Really had to hear that. I thought he'd be telling me like what his record is in the bracket or something like that.
Well, it started yet. That's coming.
Connor's that guy in the office.
Oh,
that would be able to
100%.
tell you. Oh, what's your record in the bracket? Oh, right now I'm 18-4.
Well, then somebody beat me this year.
There you go. I think that might
challenge.
happen. Yeah, it might happen. Hey, the 76ers have a stretch of 3 games versus playoff teams at home coming up. Dallas tomorrow night, and then the Raptors and the Heat back-to-back Sunday and Monday. Since the Harden trade, when they play good teams, they're 0-2. I keep hearing about the numbers since the Harden trade. Show me good teams. Show me how you do, because that's what Harden was brought here to do. Beat good teams. They're 0-2 right now versus good teams. So I say it's about time you find a way to beat some of these good teams. This is a critical 3-game stretch. It's critical that they win, right, Bob? Or am I being too alarmist about regular season games?
No, I don't think you're being too alarmist. Critical? I'm trying to think of a...
Show me that you can beat good teams is what I'm saying. If you want me to believe in you, show me you can beat some good teams.
Show me you can play well for a string of games. Show me that you are getting used to each other. Show me you know Joel Embiid how to play best with James Harden. And James Harden, you know how best to play with so-and-so and on down the line. Yeah, you need to see all that. There's no question, John. And, yes, this team needs the confidence of beating a good team. And if they can throw a string of them together, terrific.
I want to see it, Jamie.
Yeah, I don't think
want
it's
any excuses.
I don't think it's too alarmist. I don't think it's too alarmist, but I also, I think they're going to beat good teams. This is a team that beat Milwaukee before the All-Star break without James Harden. So I think it's still in there. They're 2 tests they've failed. Denver, they probably should have pulled out the win at home.
And if your aunt had, she'd be your uncle.
Well, but even with Denver, they're coming off back-to-back and they're traveling.
So and they had lost 3 in a row.
I kind of expected that. When they jumped out to the big lead, I knew that eventually,
I knew
in the third or fourth quarter, they were going to have a drop-off.
I thought that, too.
You see it in sports all the time. Like, I see it in hockey constantly. If teams are playing back-to-backs, they jump out early, and then by the second or third period, they fall off. And with the Sixers, I don't really put a ton of stock into that game. The Brooklyn game is horrible. But the Denver game I don't put a ton of stock into because Denver was well-rested, and Philly is back-to-back and traveling.
Nets game, you were not ready for primetime?
No, not at all.
And that's a scary thought.
And you know what? And, John, you weren't here, but we kind of gave a golf clap to the fans of Philly for that night.
They deserved it.
And I'll tell you what, they deserve even a louder clap because I haven't heard the excuse, even in the days following that, well, it was a Ben Simmons thing and that's all it was. I think everybody regarded it as that was a crappy outing. I almost cursed right there.
Hey, take care. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina's calling. You put your tray tables up, turn vacation mode on, and fly away to where you belong. The beach. Myrtle Beach, 60 miles where you can let your best self shine. You can start planning at visitmyrtlebeach.com. Jamie wants to get down to the beach. He's feeling it.
I want to golf. I just want to go.
Hey, in Cooney's Corner, he wants to talk about day drinking. Oh, and a little bit of basketball.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
So today's a day on all of our calendars. Opening of the NCAA tournament. We equate it with hanging out, day drinking, people taking off of work. These great people here at the Irish Horne, they know what it's all about. It goes hand in hand. First couple of days of the NCAA tournament and drinking beers in a day goes hand in hand. I was wondering what else goes hand in hand with you when it comes to a sporting event and a social activity. Do you have anything else?
Opening day.
Yeah.
So what's
food?
The Masters.
But what do you tie it up
Thursday.
with is what I'm saying.
What do you associate it with though? Food for some things.
Yeah, I was going to say, all right, eating Thanksgiving dinner and watching a football game.
How about a tailgate?
They go hand in hand.
A tailgate before an Eagles game is fantastic. Parking lot food by somebody who knows how to prepare it.
Yeah, stranger stealing their food. But no,
I'm fine with that.
Like, do you think of any other big events that you watch, but you equate it with something else also all the time? Like today goes, it's a beer drinking day thing.
Wow, you are so eloquent.
Didn't you used to work with words?
I can't imagine
I'm
what
trying
you're
to
gonna be like when
explain
you
it
finally
to
do
Jamie.
drink.
That's why I'm dumbing it down, because he's got this look like he doesn't know what I'm talking about. Do you watch any sporting event?
I'm
all the
struggling
time
here,
doing
Bob. I'm not
something
gonna
else?
lie.
Can we get Ed on early? Is that an option? This is horrible. This is worse than shaking.
Can I get out early?
I get exactly,
Yeah,
and
John
it
knows
scares
what
me
I'm
to
talking
it scares
about.
me to
You're
death.
the only two?
It scares me to death that is a concept that I'm actually getting.
Is it hot in here?
I'm actually getting. I think you associate one event with another. That's a little hard one though, but Thanksgiving is one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one you.
I mean,
were
I
gonna
like
say,
to make
Jamie.
transfusions the Thursday, Friday of Masters. Like,
Oh, see, that's cool. That's what I was
See, that's
looking
why.
for. Was that so hard?
That's not
kinda,
hard.
yeah.
That's not
I
hard.
don't do it, but like mint juleps and
Derby. Yeah.
Right?
You don't do mint juleps though.
I made them. I like bourbon.
Wait, you think he hasn't made a mint julep?
Yeah.
He probably has a big white hat.
They're delicious.
A giant big white hat.
And I
wear
tell
the
my
white
wife,
suit?
call me Colonel this week. Big Colonel.
You were making love to your wife, Addie. Fell it down your plums.
Put the thermostat up to 78.
Man,
Getting sweaty.
he's feeling it. He's white suit.
Yeah, it's
Bob,
day
this
beers.
Bob, this is
Look,
Look, I may have had a couple beers yesterday. when I wrote this.
we call it like we see it. This wasn't good.
I'd love to be at Frenchie's in left field watching a spring training game soon. I mean,
See, that's all I was asking for.
It's not hard.
You could have saved me.
This is not a. Or you can be a.
you were
Claude-
really looking to me for the life jacket
Or
there.
you can be a Claude Giroux's last game
I
tonight.
mean, I think what's worse is like Cooney usually sends a lot of stuff. This actually made the cut. What didn't? Like, what were the stuff that got left on the cutting room?
The hard part is that after his championship yesterday in our wing off, Bob did his show prep on the back of a cocktail napkin.
Yeah.
I think it's what you're seeing as it goes
Jamie
along.
and I stayed for one after you guys left. That was
Just one?
Yeah, we got a pizza, and that was it.
How was the pizza?
It was
looked
delicious.
Good. Oh, it looked good.
Yeah, it was very good.
What kind you go
Short
with?
rib pizza.
Short rib pizza.
Oh,
It's delightful.
Would have been nice to be invited to that, but okay.
Well,
Hey,
You were
guys
standing
ran
right
out
there.
like you were getting chased.
you were
by
standing
someone.
right there to be able to do
my
that.
ride was leaving.
His ride left.
Could have brought your own car.
No.
That is an option, Bob.
Have you seen gas
the price
prices?
of gas? You
Actually,
think I'm not carpooling?
going into
it's the same
Jersey and
price as
smuggling
bacon?
back the good stuff was
Have you
worth the trip.
tried driving over the bridge? Said it's a little bit. It's a little
Oh,
bit
I was
tough there.
siphoning gas yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Absolutely, I was.
It is. By
I
the
was
way,
sucking that hose like you
I
wouldn't
filled
believe.
up. I filled up the other day, and it was 50 cents less than I filled up the last time.
Oh, prices are going down.
Look at that. Everything's coming up Kincade.
So that was good. I mean, I'll go to the Costco to get the gas.
They have the best prices. Yeah.
I'm willing to drive the extra 6 miles to get the cheap gas.
Really?
Yes.
No,
You were shocked that you won't do that?
No, I have a buddy that does. My buddy Glenn that you met that we were with yesterday. He will drive to Kingdom Come to find the
Well,
cheapest
it's funny
gas.
you mentioned best prices. You know where you can get the best prices? On PropSwap. The college tournament is here, and PropSwappers are making thousands of dollars by buying and selling college basketball teams on PropSwap, so download the free app today.
Does prop up to gas prices? I don't
They might.
Okay, check out Russell
What the
Westbrook.
hell is he wearing?
Well, first off, he's wearing the fake glasses.
It looks like his grandmother knit him a sweater, but like she stopped halfway through.
No, it looks like
It's got holes in it.
No, it looks like somebody was assaulted behind the dumpster wearing their mother's blouse. What is that he's wearing?
Wow, he's the worst.
What is he wearing?
He's horrible now.
And he's all upset.
No, he's always been horrible.
And he's all upset because
Oh, you meant basketball-wise?
Westbrick.
Yes.
Oh,
that he's being called Westbrick.
Magic
and
Johnson slipped up and called him that.
And they're calling him Westbrick on sports radio out there, and he is so upset.
I mean, it's his hometown. That's tough.
He's the most fake tough guy
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Well, he can't be a tough guy wearing that sweater.
I want to see him get laid out.
Patrick
So
Beverly
bad.
is a guy I would love to be a Sixer for many, many reasons.
I've wanted him so bad
But
for
him
years.
taunting Westbrook last night, doing the putrid to the bench, that was awesome.
Well, yeah, especially after Westbrook said what he said about Beverly.
Yeah.
To think that Beverly wasn't going to come back at him.
It was
Okay, you
great.
see a better. Have you ever seen a bigger crash?
Enron.
For a great talent, Russell Westbrook.
I've always thought
It
he was
was
very
quick,
overrated.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he has fallen off. I
I
mean, Danny Green thinks that Russell Westbrook has fallen off very intensely.
He didn't go from being good to being mediocre. He went from being really good to just bad.
This reminds me of the year when the Lakers stocked up with Karl Malone, Steve Nash.
Right, yeah.
And then they thought...
Gary Payton?
Yeah, and they thought they were going to win another one, and in fact it had the adverse effect, and they were terrible.
Yeah.
And this reminds me of that. Where,
it's because they let a player be their GM.
Well, sometimes that works, though.
Yeah, but the player is selfish. The player isn't looking out for the best of the organization.
Bryce is a better
They're
GM
selfish.
than LeBron.
Yeah.
They're looking out.
I don't think necessarily LeBron is the worst GM, though.
He's not great.
He's not great.
He's
got a lot of other good qualities.
This team's a disaster that he built.
Yeah.
A disaster. And it's all him.
But he's got a lot of other good qualities.
And remember, he said...
He's a nice guy.
He said, remember this.
Good father figure.
Motivate me later. Remember, everybody's going to be... And I wonder how he deals with it. I think he deals with it by saying, I'd like to look elsewhere.
Probably.
I think he's going to say. So he built the crappy team for the Lakers. He's the one who built it. He's the one who demanded all the names that are on it.
Yeah.
Now he's going to bitch and complain about the team that he's on and ask to go to another one.
He's a genius.
That's stupidity.
No, it's not.
Yes.
I messed up here. I'll leave them with my crap. I'll go somewhere else. For you.
When you're watching the tournament action today, between your Bud Lights here at the Irish Horne or wherever you enjoy your Bud Light, I know a lot of people will be looking to bet the tournament. And Bobby, Eddie Barkowitz is on the line. It was a good day to have Eddie join us.
Eddie B, what's happening, buddy? Eddie?
I thought he was there.
Oh, there he is.
There you go, Eddie. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I must have spilled my Bud Light into my phone or something.
Nice. You're lucky. We're not allowed to partake until 10 a.m. But, Eddie, we had some happenings this week in the NFL, and, of course, the biggest one, Tom Brady deciding to come back for another year and play. Tell me what kind of effect that had on the betting scene as far as the NFL goes.
Well, that's where everything Tom Brady does is magnified, and this is this is just another example. Johnny, you'll love this. At South Point in Vegas, they took a bet at about 50-1 when Tampa Bay was 50-1 still to win the Super Bowl on Thursday. They took a hefty bet. I haven't been able to figure out how much, but guy bets a hefty number at 50-1 on Tampa to win the Super Bowl. Comes back a couple hours later, they figured out that they better lower it to 31. He hammers that at 30-1. Comes back again, 25-1, does the same thing. Apparently, it happened at a few different sports books in Vegas and even in Atlantic City.
So somebody knew. Somebody knew this information, then they had to know it.
Her name was Giselle.
That's the suspicion. And Jay Cornegay, who's a renowned sportsbook executive with Westgate, is asking the NFL to look into this because, we're talking, maybe a couple $1 million if, you think about the ramifications of it. So the sports books are all ticked off that 3 days later, after they were taking bets at 50, 30, 25-1, that Tom Brady said he's coming back.
If anything that we can get Tom Brady out of the sport, I'm all for it. If we can find an investigation that does that. If I saw a number, Ed, where in the first round of the NCAA tournament, so just the first round game, so today and tomorrow, if an underdog does not win the game, in the last 10 years, they only cover 21% of the time.
Wow.
So you got to hammer favorites, right? You got to be hammering them all day long. You don't feel good about it, it sounds like.
No, I mean, that's a significant number. You wonder about money lines in there and that, because, you're not going to get wealthy betting too many chalks. But if you're saying that, the favorite is going to win the game, then I would think, and you ought to get on a professional sports bettor, but I would think that's where you maybe parlay a couple different money lines, with those favorites.
Speaking of first-round games, Eddie, you got two locals going at it, Villanova, Delaware. What's your feeling, or what's the public's feeling on that? And then any other thoughts you have on the NCAA tournament?
Sure. The early action, the early money, I should say, seems to be on Delaware. The line dropping, I believe, from 17. I got it in my notes here. From 17 to about 15.5. So they're seeing a little Delaware action, which is a little surprising, given Villanova's pedigree. So they're obviously a Friday game. The real action on that will heat up, later today and certainly tomorrow in the morning. Obviously, a lot of good games. Michigan, as the 11, still favored by 1.5 against Colorado State. And the game I'm looking forward to later tonight, I don't know how many Bud Lights you guys will be in, but at 9 o'clock, Vermont is playing Arkansas, and Vermont's getting 5. And, John, that's one of those games where, the underdog doesn't cover, they don't win. But I think that's a live underdog there.
I love seeing right now I'm looking at that SEC, and I'm wondering, is the SEC going to be an overvalued stock? Or is the Big Ten going to be the one that's the overrated stock in this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, the Big Ten has 9 bids, but no, they don't have any in the first 2 seeds. So, it's not like last year where they had a couple of 1s and 2s and none of them got to the Final Four. I am stunned that league has not won a championship in 22 years.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Eddie, you got regionals coming to Philadelphia. Is there any plays that you've seen on that at all as far as, teams playing there locally?
Yeah, you know what, Bobby, you bring that up. Mattress Mac, our favorite wild and crazy sports bettor, last night put $1 million on the national champion coming out of the East region. It's a little bit of an obscure bet, but he got plus 260 on it. Personally, I don't like it because, Baylor, I think, is they are a little wounded. So I think your best bet there is Kentucky or Purdue. But he's got $1 million at plus 260 that whoever comes out of the Wells Fargo Center goes down to New Orleans and wins the national title. I would have to get 350 on something like that.
Eddie, we are going to all be at the draft, where the John Kincade Show, we will be out for the draft. I'm wondering, will we be able to bet on the draft?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be out there for the Final Four. There's a sports bettors convention. That's the thing you guys ought to come to. John, you'd be huge there.
I've been once before. It was it was craziness.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable how crowded everything was. But it's going to be a great time. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, in fact, there has been movement on the draft itself, on the number 1. The kid Hutchinson, the last I looked, has now moved to the favorites ahead of the offensive linemen who were favored to be taken number 1. So, yeah, there is going to be action on the draft, especially out there. They bet on cockroach races out there.
Thanks, Ed.
Thanks, Eddie.
All right, boys. Behave yourself today.
Be safe today.
Enjoy your Bud Lights and enjoy a great day of hoops all day long. Pat, are we any Delaware gear? Do you think Jamie Frank can get us some Delaware gear tomorrow?
No, I'm mad that Eddie didn't give me odds on the NIT because that's where.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where the team I cheer for is headed.
Exactly.
Go Owls.
We need to. Oh, I
Who
thought
do they play in the first round?
I'm taking it all. Got to look it up. Don't know.
I think that I was thinking that maybe Newman had made the NIT.
Hilarious.
Now there's but I was hoping that Jamie or Joe Z could get us some Delaware gear tomorrow, so in unison we could have a rooting interest.
Are we going to be blue hand up tomorrow? Yeah. Okay. Jamie Frankel says we will be.
My cousins were like, "Why don't you come out to McCluskey's and watch the Villanova game with us?"
Oh, that sounds
and
good.
I said, "Not at gunpoint. Not at gunpoint."
I'll go. What time?
I went to Temple.
It'd be like the scene.
You don't root for.
Get
you
Out.
don't be one of those Fugazi college people. You went to a university.
Yeah.
That's your school.
Absolutely.
You don't though go. Oh well, no. I'm
Nope.
going to root for a team from Delaware County. I'm going to root for Villanova.
Tell them.
And who's sitting 6 inches from you?
It's unbelievable.
4.
No, but he's adopted.
Oh, okay.
Bob, we've adopted him.
It wasn't my fault they didn't let me in.
Dean Boardman listens to this show every morning from Temple University, and he says flat out, Pat Egan is one of us.
Just because they rejected me doesn't mean I rejected them.
If Villanova's in the national championship against Kentucky, you're not going to root for Villanova.
I actively will cheer for
Root
Kentucky.
for Villanova?
Wow.
No, I'm not going to root for Villanova. I'm not rooting for
put your
an
visa
tribal.
No, whether it's St. Joe's, especially Nova. Nova's gross to me.
Yeah, go where it's just
If it was Drexel, St. Joe's,
glomming on the colleges when you have a college of your own, to me, is the dirtiest fan of all.
Yes.
That's the dirtiest fan.
V's up. Put your V's down.
You have a team.
Turn your V
and
into
you
an
don't
L.
start rooting for the loser.
Talk to him.
Oh, wait a minute.
Jay
though.
Wright is a nice man.
Violator right there.
Wait a minute. The Eagles are eliminated, but you know what? The Giants are in the playoffs. We should root for the Giants.
Bob, you're such a scumbag. Why are you throwing me under the bus? Like, I don't have a college team, so I picked Temple. I literally am loyal to Temple.
And he supports us.
I'm not a
Because you're sitting there, I'm friends with Jay Wright. I'm not that guy. I'm friends with Jay Wright. I want a wing off.
Wait, Dean Boardman says you are one of us.
Yeah, see? Dean Boardman.
He says you're in on it. David has your back. All right, we got a lot coming up in the final hour of the show.
No way to go through life, Pat.
Howie Roseman got a new contract this morning.
Roasted.
And there were reasons before the show that I had listed where I said, this is coming. He's definitely staying. Here's why. We'll talk about it next. John Kincade Show live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, where people are enjoying their St. Paddy's Day here on 97.5 The Fanatic. You know what's great? Is finding a way to hang out with the official hangout for wings, beer, Hooters, girls, and game day. You got to check out your local Hooters. If you don't know where your local Hooters is, check out northeasthoots.com. Follow it out. Find the location nearest you. It's the original wing joint since 1983 and the cure for the common restaurant. A lot of people, come tournament time, are trying to check out for a place to go. Why not be the MVP of your basketball watch party at home, though, by grabbing Hooters to go? You can order online at HootersToGo.com. Whether it's dine-in, to-go, or delivery, Hooters is going to bring the flavor and the fun to your basketball party. But the Hooters girls have missed you. They haven't seen you in a few years. They want you back in there. So go to Northeast Hoots, check it out, and find the Hooters nearest you and enjoy all the basketball action. Playing hooky at Hooters is great. Watch all the action. Meet the Hooters girls. It's the official hangout. Got to check it out. If you don't know where you're going or you don't know what to order, just go to HootersToGo.com.
Happy St. Paddy's Day from the John Kincade Show, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience and make every moment more by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. Their app is simple to use, and they've got great odds on all different betting markets. Right now, FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. What are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started, and be sure to sign up with promo code PLAY. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code PLAY.
21 plus and present in Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, or West Virginia. Refund issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Same game parlay available for multiple sports in all states on mobile and web. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG in Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. 1-800-770-STOP in Louisiana. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan. 1-800-787-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York, Tennessee. Red line 1-800-889-9789 and visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia.
Verizon knows you need internet speeds you can rely on at a price you can trust. Switch to Verizon Fios, the 100% fiber optic network with upload speeds up to 25 times faster than cable and internet plans with no surprises. Enjoy gaming with ultra-low lag, streaming your favorite shows and movies, and video chatting to stay connected with your friends and family. All with no hidden fees and no expiring promo prices. Plans start at just $39.99 per month with AutoPay. That's right. Faster speed and reliability costs less than you think. No surprises, no caveats, just the 100% fiber optic network and 100% price transparency. That's Verizon Fios. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. February 23rd, 2022 speed claim based on Fios gigabit connection max upload speeds of 880 megabits per second versus 35 megabits per second advertised upload speeds for Xfinity Gigabit, Spectrum Internet Gig, and Optimum 1 Gig plans. $15 per month router charge, $99 setup fee, and terms may apply.
Hey, Ray Magliozzi here. I'd like to carry more parts at my shop, but I just don't have the room. Every time I go in the back to get wiper blades, I trip over a dusty crate of Honda air filters, then bang my head on some GTO radiator hoses. eBay Motors never has that problem. They stock all the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them, with everything from new headlights to vintage gear shifters. I can't imagine being able to stock 122 million parts. I mean, where would I get all those shelves? eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can save just by being you. DriveWise and the Allstate mobile app gives you personalized driving feedback. And by adding it to your policy, you can save for driving safe just by being yourself. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call or visit allstate.com to save today.
Not available in every state. Savings based on DriveWise and other safe driving discounts. Savings vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Count it all tournament long with the Unibet and One special. Earn rewards for the shots you take. 10-team parlays? Count it. Overs and unders? Count it and count it. Underdog money lines, buzzer beater covers, and player props? Count it. The more bets you make, the more you can earn. Up to $100 free. Sign up to get $500 risk-free. Download the Unibet Pennsylvania app or visit pa.unibet.com. Unibet. Crazy about the odds.
Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In a world where a single touch can threaten the surfaces of your home, there's Microban 24. Just one spray fights bacteria all day.
Bacteria incoming. Shields up, defenders.
When used as directed, Microban 24 sanitizing spray forms a defensive shield that keeps killing 99.9% of bacteria for up to 24 hours. Touch after touch.
Threat eliminated.
Microban 24. Don't just sanitize it, Microban it. Now spraying in a store near you.
Hi, I'm Flo from Progressive. Being a baseball fanatic like me can be stressful. It's not all sports points and touchdowns. So Progressive is going to help you take your mind off your team for a moment. Instead of thinking about how they missed that goal point score, think about the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, letting you choose coverage options based on your budget, unlike your team that missed the end zone net area. Well, anyway, hope this distraction about Progressive's Name Your Price tool was helpful. It sure kept me from thinking about all those penalty balls. Yay, sports!
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
From Saturday Night Live, Oh Hello on Broadway, and his multiple Netflix specials, Emmy award-winning comedian John Mulaney.
All right, let's get into it. Here's what happened.
John Mulaney brings his highly anticipated tour from scratch to Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Atlantic City, Friday and Saturday, June 17th and 18th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss John Mulaney from scratch.
Introducing the next generation of compact digital manifolds from Testo. Best-in-class Bluetooth range and wireless clamps. Easy to use, fast, accurate results. Large graphics, all in one compact, rugged package. Testo digital manifolds are field-ready, fully smart, and fully wireless, just like the top HVAC technicians who use them. For a digital manifold that won't test your patience, visit Testo.com to find a local distributor near you or order online at Testo.com. Testo.
College basketball fans, join the action on the court during the biggest tournament of the year happening today with DraftKings Sportsbook. Turn your team's victory into your own big win. I'm currently actually logging in to take advantage of a free $50 if Gonzaga simply wins their first round game. The odds boost is knocked it from minus 10,000 plus $100. That's free money, people. Only one seed has ever lost ever. Virginia, and they sucked offensively. Gonzaga does not. They'll be fine. You log in right now as a new customer. You bet $5 on any team to win. You get $200 in free bets. That's simple. If you win, they win. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also bet on college hoops with same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. More legs you add, the more money you win. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. Bet $5 on any college hoops team to win and get $200 in free bets if they do. That's code FANATIC this weekend at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only, minimum $5 deposit. Restrictions apply. In partnership with the Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball and Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now back to the John Kincade Show, St. Paddy's Day broadcast, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Welcome in to the Irish Horne in Richboro. St. Patrick's Day broadcast with the John Kincade Show. We are so glad to meet so many of you today, see so many people out here. Ed Horne always packs the place, but we're glad that you came out to see us this morning, enjoying St. Patrick's Day with the Fanatic and with our friends from Bud Light. We really appreciate you being here. We appreciate your support. I appreciate the return to normalcy. and seeing a crowded bar on the first day of the NCAA tournament, St. Patrick's Day, people having a great time. That's the most heartwarming thing about it to me.
It is. It's great to be here. It's great thank God we are where we are. We've gotten through what we've gotten through, and we're able to do this again. And the raunchiest of bitches comes in and during the break. So we are good to go.
Oh, that is unbelievable.
The leader of the raunchy bitches.
See what basketball does to this guy?
You don't give him alcohol for a couple hours, and all of a sudden
they're the
he gets
naughty
angry.
girls.
You told me before this, if I said raunchy bitches on air, that you would monetarily take care of me.
I promise you not, and I know that the queen of the naughty girls would know that would never come out of my mouth. She's known me since I was 15. There's not like that. It's not the kind of language I would ever use.
Shows up, she's bearing gifts.
And she brought gifts for Pat.
She's a good woman.
Yeah, what did you get?
Don't look at my gift.
Irish potatoes for Pat. Pat and Pam really bonded.
Yeah, she knows me well.
In Vegas, they really did bond.
My girl over there.
Mutual love of Barry Manilow was part of it.
Oh, yeah.
Did you go with them to the Barry Manilow concert?
I would have. I wasn't invited.
Oh, okay.
I think Grussman was going
She didn't know you that well then.
Yeah, I'll throw elbows to sing Copacabana live.
All right, one thing is can I do it? And I can be a bit of a stickler, and I realize that.
What? No,
not me. But I'm going to be a stickler because it's going to drive me freaking crazy on Philly Sports Radio if something doesn't get fixed. It is Gonzaga.
Oh, God, here we go.
It is not Gonzaga.
I'm going to say Gonzaga.
It's Gonzaga. They are the Zags. Their nickname is literally in their name. They are the Gonzaga Zags. Zag. It's not Zog. I hear Zog all day long.
Gonzaga.
It is Zag.
Yeah, I probably would have said.
Does anybody else get this upset about something like
For
that?
God's sakes, it's stupid. Well, it would be like someone going, Villanova.
No.
It's Villanova. No, it's Villanova. Call them by their name. Gonzaga.
First world problems here, folks.
I would have said Gonzaga, but now I know that you get this heated.
They're the Zags.
They're the Zogs. Let's go, Zogs.
Let's go, Zogs.
What do you say, Zaga?
Hey, 9 o'clock hour, and that stupid people who say Gonzaga brought to you by Baxter. It is the truth. What am I doing? Hey, it's a dumpster in a bag. Get your stay at Home Depot and Lowe's, and for details, go to Bagster.com. Bob Cooney, our wing champion yesterday. I want to make sure he gets another round of applause. Yeah. He was not a cheater.
No, don't clap for him. Don't clap.
He created it.
He's the Trae Young of wing competitions. No honor.
Oh, how do I make a wing
Well,
better?
here's
Put
one thing,
bacon
though.
on it.
Here's one thing,
It's not a
though,
wing
about
anymore.
the competition.
It's a monstrosity.
Jamie, this might work in your favor. Bob's wing is so damn good, it can't be a wing of the month, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ken.
No, it can't. They said it can't.
Said you'll put them out of
it's
business
wrapped in
with bacon prices.
So it would make them. It would make them go. It would have to be offered as
You
an
guys said
appetizer.
this.
No, they
didn't
said it
say
yesterday. It's too much.
Yeah. They already asked me how they want to word it on the menu, so you're absolutely
as
wrong.
an
It's going to be an
appetizer.
appetizer.
Out of your ass.
As an
It's going to be an appetizer.
It's not a wing of the
Bob
month.
Cooney, wing of the month. Congratulations.
You
Thank
lose.
The
Good day, sir.
The
I didn't lose.
appetizer.
See, this is, I have to call
You're a
out
loser.
all of your stupidity a little bit.
You're a loser.
You did a full segment on bacon this morning. Why the hell didn't you think to put bacon around the wing? Like
it's
I
cheating.
did, and I won.
It's the same way why basketball players didn't think about lunging backwards into opponents because it's allowed.
But it's without
technically,
honor,
But it's
is what
without
Jamie
honor.
would say.
You're
You
not
don't know
honorable. You're a
sports.
scumbag. And let me tell you, I liked your wing. I thought it was one of the best ones, but I'm not ordering it just out of spite.
I don't care.
Oh, that barbecue sauce, I'm ordering it.
I don't care.
I don't care what you do.
The barbecue sauce was so delicious on that wing.
Delicious.
I wish I
It
could
was
have a bottle of
infused
it.
with bacon.
I
Also,
wish I could have a bottle of that barbecue sauce.
infused. You guys didn't even use the word infused.
And you're a father.
In your
Look, I finished last in both flights.
yeah, John, you had a bad outing yesterday.
I finished last in both flights.
I think like the Captain Crunch when the judges came out and said, all right, 8th place Captain Crunch, and they weren't nice like, yeah, it wasn't bad, but they were just, yeah, it wasn't good.
They said it was unanimous.
I actually liked it.
I liked it too. I liked it better than the. I will say, the cheese-covered wings. You guys had such great efforts on your ones you fought for the top. The cheese-covered wings I did not get. I cannot imagine getting a basket of wings and they're covered in cheese.
Oh, well, the beer battered one that I did blew up like a blimp.
Yeah,
that thing was huge.
By the way, official ruling from our friends at PJ Willihan's. I've just gotten the text. Bob's Wing will be offered as an appetizer.
And I can confirm, unless
it will not be the wing of the month.
I can see it.
It's an appetizer from Jim at PJ's.
You're a loser
because they can't afford it.
So the Cool Ranch Dorito, therefore, is the wing of the month.
Let's congratulate Jamie on winning with honor.
Thank you.
The jealousy is just.
I didn't have to bring another meat in.
The envy is.
It's a good thing you're wearing green today because of the jealousy, not because.
You know what I'm
going to
do next? I'm going to wrap my wing in a filet mignon, and I'm going to deep fry it. I wonder if it'll be good. I'm a bit of a foodie.
Your other idea was let's take a wing,
porterhouse
on it, and put beer cheese on it. Real creative.
You guys came up with cereal and freaking pancakes or something.
No, I had
Mrs. chicken and waffles, you scumbag.
Mrs. Butterworth.
I don't know why you're so upset. I won. I'm not bragging about it. You guys are just bitches.
It's just not wing of the month material.
Yeah, it's
I don't know what to tell you.
It's an appetizer, bro.
Hey, we're going to have a contest, and the guy that won, oh, man, we're going to just complain about it all the time.
I would just say that I wanted to give Mrs. Butterworth some run since she didn't get canceled. She was nice. I said, let's get you on a wing, and it didn't somehow win.
Yeah, I like that. But
it was delicious.
Raunchy bitches over here, Pam. That's what they are, raunchy bitches.
Bob, we're going to call you Bobby Apps from now on.
There we go.
Bobby Apps.
There we go.
Are you, Pat?
Here's the
appetizer.
All right, I had already prepared this for the show today before the breaking news came across that Howie Roseman just got a 3-year extension. But I had written today that I was like, I have strong evidence to believe that Howie's very secure in his job. Because if he was insecure in his job, he would have absolutely overpaid in any way, shape, or form to go get a quarterback. If he was insecure in his job, he would have come out in free agency and spent every dollar he had and mortgaged the future to cover his own behind. Because Howie's a dice roller. He's a guy who likes to be aggressive and everything. But to me, I was looking at it yesterday and saying, it's clear. Howie Roseman is a guy who was very secure in his job. He didn't feel any need to go out and roll the dice, be ultra aggressive, and I'm very happy with it. And I actually am happy that Howie Roseman got an extension.
Yeah, so am I.
I don't want to see a lame duck GM because a lame duck GM in a draft is going to do everything they can for their own personal agenda, not for the long-term good of a team. I don't think you can do that. I like the fact that they've gotten him a new contract.
Yeah, I mean, a year ago I wanted him fired. So it tells you what one draft can do turnaround. I always thought Howie Roseman was really, really good at 70 to 75% of his job. When it came to the draft, he had to change his ways. I think they philosophically changed their ways last year. Now he's got to repeat it again this year for me to feel good about it. But overall, I mean, Adam Schefter's told us Howie would be picked up in about 3 minutes around the NFL.
He'd be unemployed for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no problem with them signing him for 3 years. But, John, you saying that if he's lame dunk, he would change his drafting ways to go for the here and now? If he changes his drafting ways, I'm fine. I hear exactly what you're saying, and you're right. You announced it this morning that he signed a 3-year deal. I was even surprised at myself a little bit that I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because I didn't think that any of us here would be, oh, okay, cool, 3 years, that's fine. 2, maybe 1 year, but 3, yeah, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But I just think if you have a lame duck general manager, they're going to go into free agency in the draft and say, I need to have a Hail Mary pass. I need to trade up in the draft, be ultra aggressive. I need to do and mortgage the future to cover their own backsides. Now Howie Roseman's going to say, I want to look with a long-term vision. And I love that. I always want my team looking with a long-term vision. I hate the push all your chips to the middle of the table and just roll the dice crap.
Yeah, I mean, look, if Fletcher Cox ends up getting moved, that's a long-term vision move. I think Howie always works with that next 2 to 3 years in mind. When they probably end up trading a draft pick here, we'll see. But, that might be the quarterback next year. So, I think the long-term vision's always been there. I didn't think he was in doubt of not getting re-signed, but it makes a lot of sense.
And I feel good about it, Pat. I feel good that he's got a contract.
I had the same reaction as Bob. Same way. And, I had to write up something quick for the website. And I said, what an amazing 14 months it's been. Because as Jamie said, a year ago when we first started the show, I was sitting there going, I kind of hope this team's bad because I want a draft pick, but also because it means Howie Roseman's gone. And you see the fruits of the labor of the 2018 draft and the fact that all 5 of those, they only had 5 picks. All 5 of those guys just got re-upped on contracts. Matt Pryor's the only guy that didn't get re-upped by the Eagles, but he got
re-upped by the Colts.
Yeah, but he got, I think, traded because of depth on the offensive line. So he hit on that 2018 draft. It looks like he hit on the 2021 draft. So it completely changed your opinion. And then the fact that you realize he fleeced the Colts and he fleeced the Dolphins.
Yes.
He's going, he's probably still got talent evaluation problems a little bit, but at least there's hope. Played at the end of the tunnel because of what happened last year in the draft. Because he at least hit on some guys. So you think, okay, maybe he shops more in the SEC, which is what Jamie's been begging him to do.
I love that.
And I'll tell you what, it would surprise me if Jalen Hurts doesn't up his value this year.
Oh, I would be shocked.
You know
if
what I
he
mean?
doesn't.
Like, I don't know if he's the quarterback of the future, and I've said on air that I don't think he is, but with a year under his belt, knowing what he knows now, all the things that he had to improve on, I think you're going to get a better quarterback next year. Therefore, you're going to get better value for him if you so choose to move him.
I want you to check out the Bet Parks app. It's new, it's beautiful, it's a sanctuary where the odds, the bets, the slots, and the games all come together in perfect harmony. It's awesome. One amazing app, simple, safe, easy to use, fast withdrawals, and with the college basketball tournament action today, 16 games starting in that early slot. You want to be checking that out in the afternoons. The new Bet Parks app. You got to be 21 in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. So the Sixers beat the Cavs last night. Do you go away from that game feeling, do you feel more positive about the Sixers today than you did before that game? Do you feel slightly more worried about them, or are you pretty much the same?
I'll probably go same. I like the way they played early, getting out to that big lead, which we've seen before. And then you get aggravated because they blow a big lead, which we've seen before. And then you're looking for guys to close it out. And, you're playing a lesser opponent, so a Tyrese Maxey can step up, to help the Joel Embiids and James Hardens of the world close that game out. I like what Harden did as far as getting everybody else involved. I love the way Maxey played, a lot of energy. Embiid was Embiid. Embiid seemed a little more physical last night than we've seen in the previous few games, so I like that. But all right, you should have gone in there and come out with a win, and you did. So to me, it's just, okay, you did what you had to do.
Yeah, my thought before going to bed was just, wow, thank God they won that game, because that's one that could have gotten away from them pretty easily, and then all of a sudden I think everybody's hair's on fire. But they persevered, they pulled it out. Maxey was awesome late, which is a really big plus for this team because he's their third scoring option. I mean, it's not Tobias Harris.
No, it's not.
Even though Tobias, I think, has looked a little better these last 2 or 3 games, kind of in his role and where to be and all that. But Tyrese Maxey is probably the biggest plus right now for this team if he plays anywhere near like he did last night. Came out with a big steal, a big running layup over Garland. I mean, he just hit some big shots and showed you that factor of he's not afraid of the spotlight.
The predictability of this team is starting to worry me a little bit.
It worries me.
Cleveland has the ball. Sixers are up 4. You're obviously, all right, don't foul. And I think it was Garland drives in and Tobias Harris fouls him.
That was a weak foul.
And then
I thought the refs were terrible down the
I'm
stretch.
texting with someone in the NBA, and we're talking about the game, and I said, watch, this free throw is going to be a mess. He's going to miss, and the Sixers are going to give up an offensive rebound. He missed the free throw, and by a hair, Cleveland doesn't get the offensive rebound. Guy comes over, it's right in his hand. It just so happens to step out. The Sixers pick up a loose ball. The predictability of badness with this team at certain times is way too familiar to me. And
it's a familiar feeling.
Yeah.
I'm feeling angst about them, and I think depending on the matchup, I may not pick them to get out of the second round.
Yeah, we'll see what the matchups are.
It's all the matchups.
And that is a terrible disaster if that happens.
Well, look, a lot of people, Dan, the Baxter sitting over here is one of them. I've had a couple people tweet me, as soon as the Sixers go up and get that 16, 17-point lead, take the other team's live money, point spread.
I thought it last
Wait a minute,
night.
Dan Baxter does not exist. He's just an avatar.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, he does.
But
He's
a lot of
here.
people are doing that, where the Sixers are getting out to that lead, to Bob's point about predictability, and then blowing it. If you're getting the team with, plus 14.5 or 15.5, it's probably a good bet, because the one thing they haven't shown is, they don't really step on people's throat and kill you. They're going to win, but they're not going to blow you out.
And here's the one talking point, too, that goes away from last night. In other games, the team gave up the lead when you put in your inferior bench. Last night, Cleveland got back in that game with Embiid and Harden on the floor. And that is very scary to me. You blew that lead last night with your starters in.
Denver the other night, arguably, was a better team on their run to come back when they had Boogie Cousins on the court.
Yeah.
And Jokic was on the bench.
They were.
It's a worrisome thing.
Yeah.
And as I said to you guys earlier, look, you can be a talented team, which the Sixers are. But in my book, and I was reminded of it last night that I told somebody, you need to be one of three things. You need to be able to out-hustle the other team, play smarter than the other team, or play tougher. Right now, I don't see, and you guys agreed with me earlier today, we don't see any of those three coming from the Sixers.
You know what I want to see, Bob, though? The three that you said. I want to see one of those attributes be consistent.
Absolutely.
Just one of them.
Yeah.
If I knew every night that they were going to out-hustle teams, that was going to be the gene that they continually push, I'd be much more okay with the other deficiencies. It's this up and down, lackadaisical.
Yeah, right
stuff.
now there's just, look, you have great talent in Embiid and Harden and Harris and Maxey, whatever. But if you don't have something that you can fall back on, a good defense, you are tougher than every other team. You out-hustle if you don't have something else to fall back on, talent's not alone isn't going to win it for you.
Yeah, John, and I hear what you're saying about they made the run when Embiid and Harden were in, but to ignore the fact that the bench is just you're getting outscored every game. It seems like 40-14.
No, I get you.
40, like that is massive. That doesn't have we're not sitting here sweating this. If they have a bench to do anything, I don't know. Constantly are getting outscored 40-14, 40-15. Like that is troubling.
But you got a huge lead at halftime. You have all the momentum. You put your starters in, and your starters crap it away last night. It wasn't the bench.
No, but the bench gave you 14 points. That's my point. Like the bench giving you 14 points is a huge part of it.
But I don't expect the starters to blow that lead. Like I don't expect, especially after.
I would argue the bench blew the lead because they couldn't add on in it, and they gave up a ton of points.
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to get at least 25 or 30 from your bench every night.
I'd say the target should be 30.
Yeah,
right?
Roughly, whatever, anywhere in that ballpark. The bench the last two nights, or two games combined, is giving you 28 points. Or 27 maybe even. It's bad, and somebody needs to step up.
But when I come out with a big lead after halftime and my starters are all on the court, I expect them to put the foot in the throat and extend that lead, make it even bigger. Instead, they lackadaisically let it get away.
Well, I mean, maybe they're pressing because they know the bench is bad. I don't know.
That scares me.
I'm kind of reaching for an excuse here.
That scares me, though, if you're pressing in a regular season game in Cleveland. What are you going to do in a postseason game when there's real pressure?
Yeah, I think the bigger issue is the fact that the bench once again got outscored more so than the Cavs came back when the starters were in, because I felt like the starters kind of did their job.
I think
last night the bench was just putrid.
I think that Cleveland team, I think they have something ascending.
Oh yeah,
they're on the.
They don't have it this year, but yeah,
if they were able to get,
Sexton back.
If they were able to get a veteran to come in there too, I think that's a place you'd want to go. And by the way, they said I saw with the Cleveland press too, is the plain dealer is they're like, there will not be a third LeBron tour.
Well,
there will not be a third LeBron.
What about the first Tobias Harris tour?
Ooh,
I don't think they're going to do that. Why
do
be
their new Kevin Love?
You want a veteran?
Yeah, but they want a veteran.
I got
that's
one
going to
for
be
you.
Look at you just dangling them out there.
Hey, Staples stores are a new world of possible. Innovative tools for small business and remote workers and learners. You can explore more at your local Staples store or visit staplesconnect.com. You are going to want to stay with the Fanatic all day long, because we will be, I'm sure, all day long keeping you up to date on all the games, everything that's going on. I got to worry about our man Anthony, though, a little bit.
Why?
The games start in the middle of Cuz Radio.
Oh, yeah. This is a Ritalin day for him.
Cuz Radio is all about the visceral.
Oh, he'll be doing playback.
All about the moment. All about the energy of the moment.
I need another 30 milligrams.
And I believe that Cuz and Chunas are out at Parks.
Yes, I believe they are.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Between Cuz and Chunas at Parks, I mean, they're going to be, the two of them are going to be just like, did you see that shot, bro? Look at that. Amazing.
I'm telling you.
They bring the energy. They're everything
I
about
think
that.
Anthony's hosting 10 to 12, and then Chunas will be hosting 12 to 2, I think is the way it's going.
And Anthony will guess.
Yeah.
Dylan is back in the studio cutting the playback right now. Cuz, what game do you want? I don't care. Just give me a
Just give me games. Feed it right into my veins.
Just find something.
He wants to just have it injected directly in. So it's great. Cuz Radio will bring you the fun and games live from Parks Casino today. And if you haven't downloaded the new app, do it. It is particularly awesome. I want to ask a philosophical question that's fun on this St. Patrick's Day live at the Irish Horne in Richboro. I'm going to do that next because we round out our day, but our day's just starting, boys.
The answer is Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
Thank you,
Gonzaga.
Jamie. Gonzaga.
Everybody say Gonzaga.
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 That is great.
Zog.
No, you said it right. Now you're saying it wrong on purpose. Like Wook Forest. You could do that.
No, now you sound stupid. It's Wake Forest.
That's interesting. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. You know, I am thrilled to announce that the American Association for Cancer Research has once again agreed to partner with our show this year as the official charity. And as I've told you many times, two-time cancer survivor, and I know that many of you have been touched by cancer directly or have been touched by cancer in your family. If you have, we're going to ask you tomorrow to take part in a special event and make a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research because, you see, you can help accelerate scientific discoveries. They have 50,000 researchers as part of the AACR that help drive worldwide progress to finally curing cancer. I don't want to scare you, but there are almost 17 million Americans just like me who have survived. Why? Because of your kindness and your generosity. When you donate to the AACR, you are supporting cancer patients and their families in a tangible way. I want you to donate. Tomorrow we're having a very special event, so I'd love you to be a part of it. It's aacr.org/fanatic. I can tell you this, I'm living proof. Cancer research saves lives.
Happy St. Paddy's Day from the John Kincade Show, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Start your bracket with a bang. FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge is giving new customers a $150 instant bonus guaranteed. That's right. You'll get $150 in bonus site credit, and all you have to do is place your first bet of $5 or more. How you bet the bracket, it's up to you. You can choose from the money line, totals, prop bets, and so much more. Whatever team you want. Could be a 1 seed, or you can go for it big and go with the 16 seed. I'd advise against that. Which team would you like to take a chance on? Turn your site credit into cash plus with cash out. The ball's in your court. You can close out your bet whenever you want before the game is over. Join FanDuel today with promo code Fanatic. Then you can place your $5 bet to score $150 in bonus credit. That's promo code Fanatic.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager. Only $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You know, playoff season is around the corner. And when you're talking about basketball playoffs, you're talking about the spring and lovely weather. Well, time to start your own spring training. Get yourself back into game shape before the warmer weather, since it only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds with NJ Diet. Their program is unlike any other diet plan. Starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, and blood work. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet and workout regimen to help you keep the weight off. NJ Diet's with you every step of the way. You're fully monitored to make sure you're burning fat, not just losing water. You'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet's all natural. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no feeling hungry, no awful prepackaged foods. Locations: Newark, Delaware, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, or from home. Yeah, home. Live online video consultations. Call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Or go to njdiet.com. Lose the weight for good.
Riot Games, the company behind League of Legends and Valorant, announced that they're stepping up to aid Ukraine in a big way. Riot Games will be donating $1 million split between the International Medical Corps, Doctors Without Borders, and the Polish Red Cross. Additionally, revenue from cosmetic items across all of their games during the week of March 8th through the 12th go to these nonprofits as well. There's no doubt that it's helping the relief effort in a big way.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
Remember how 15 years ago I switched to Progressive? Well, I used all those savings to buy that golf club that swings for you. But now everyone who plays golf is really good because, you know, the club swings for you in the future, which is now.
So switch to Progressive and save big because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor.
Shaw stands for skilled hands at work.
And he lives up to the name as he uses his versatile tractor to make
the earth take the shape that I wanted to take.
And the Allens fire up their John Deere 3032E compact tractor to
grow about 9 acres of flowers.
Because the beauty of having land is deciding how to make it yours. There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Wait, aren't these all charitable donations?
At Magda's Tax Prep, every person counts.
I'd rather not have to file for an extension.
She needs new auditors to maximize returns on her family time.
On itemized deductions. Hey, can someone help with these 1099s?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Deion Sanders. They call me Coach Prime now. You already know Walmart is your one-stop shop for all those game day essentials. Now, Walmart and Gillette Labs are teaming up to take your game day to the next level. You got to swing by the shave aisle to snag the new Gillette Labs razor and get that W, man.
The new Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar for a shave as quick and easy as washing your face.
Hey, it's Mike Missinelli here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think of how many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's landisbc.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
Relationships run hot and cold. No matter how hard you try to compromise, sometimes things are just out of your control, like the TV remote and the thermostat. Fortunately, your independent Delaware Valley trained comfort specialist can provide you with a new high-efficiency heating and cooling system with whole-house air filtration, so you'll always have even, consistent heat throughout your home, along with cleaner, healthier air. You'll save money and maybe even your relationship. Visit Trane.com to find a Delaware Valley independent Trane comfort specialist near you. It's hard to stop a Trane.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here. Get your game on at Urban Saloon in Fairmount. Don't miss 97.5 The Fanatic Sixers pregame show, Beers with Bob edition, presented by Corona, live from Urban Saloon Monday at 6 p.m. Enjoy $5 Corona Premier Drafts, win Sixers prizes, including tickets to a game. Visit the events page on 97.5thefanatic.com for more information.
College basketball fans, join in on the action on the court during the biggest tournament of the year with DraftKings Sportsbook. Turn your team's victory into your own big win. New customers, pay attention. You can bet $5 on any team to win, including the one seeds, and get $200 in free bets if they do. It's that simple. If you win, they win. There's also a great Gonzaga odds boost for you, John. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also bet on college hoops with same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. The more legs you add, the more money you win. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want to. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. Bet $5 on any college hoops team to win and get $200 in free bets if they do. That's code FANATIC. This week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit. Restrictions apply. In partnership with the Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now back to the John Kincade Show, St. Patty's Day broadcast, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
How is everybody loving the Irish Horne this morning in Richboro? Great way to start your St. Patrick's Day, John Kincade Show. Thanks to Bud Light for having us out. Thanks to Ed Horne for opening up his well, I guess this is sort of like his second house to us. And in around 25 minutes, Bob Cooney will be having a beer. That's my prediction.
21 minutes, John.
21 minutes.
Stop it.
Bob will be having a beer as we round it out here.
We'll see.
Somebody get this man a Bud Light stat.
Oh, my gosh. It's great.
His performance has suffered
fun.
today.
He's flatlining. Get him a Bud Light.
Now, look at the gentleman at Jamie Frankel's table there. Right sitting over there, Jamie Frankel's our sales executive here from The Fanatic. That gentleman looks like he should be at every Irish bar in the city. They should pay him to make appearances.
Maybe they do.
He's got the Jeff cap. He's got the Bud Light in hand. He looks slightly inebriated.
Looks like Conor McGregor.
I mean, he should be.
He says he always looks like that.
He should be at every bar today. It is a perfect look.
It's my new best friend.
We appreciate you.
He's throwing back like 5 Bud Lights already.
I figured as much. And Pam brought candy for Pat. So they're like best friends now.
She knows how to get a good way in my heart.
Say that again, Pat.
I'm so excited.
And you were giving and Jamie. Thank you. I hit my first bet of the day on the Parks.
There you go.
The new Parks app, Bet Parks. I hit my first bet, which was would Jamie correct himself and get Gonzaga right in his live read? And I got it. No, he said it right.
Gonzaga.
He said it right.
Let's go Zogs.
I knew he would with that great education.
The Zogs are going all the way.
Hey, you may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White. And I think a lot of people are going to need a nice shower after the day because it's going to be a long, long day and a fun day. Please be careful. Please be careful out there as we enjoy your Bud Light. Enjoy responsibly and be safe on the roadways. I'm going to ask you a fun question here. If you were going to belly up to the bar with any former or present, alive or dead, Philadelphia sports figure on this day, end of the show, you go to the corner of the bar and it's just you and this person and you can hang out, have a cocktail, have that Bud Light and enjoy a good sports conversation with them. Who would it be? Alive or dead, present or past, Philly sports figure. It doesn't have to be a guy who played, whatever you want. Do you have an idea, Bob? I know mine. I'll get mine off the bat. Harry Callis.
He's got stories.
And
did you ever have beers with Harry?
I did.
So
a few times.
Yeah.
A few times I would bring them into the broadcast booth for the visiting Phillies in Atlanta when he would come through. And Harry Callis would be the guy, one of the kindest individuals I met in this business. And I'd love to sit and have a discussion about the Phillies and more and life with Harry Callis.
Yeah, he was fun at the Sports Writers Banquet, which he emceed. We would always have a room where we would all go, and Harry would come up and have beers with us, and that was a great time. Mine, actually, Richie Ashburn was one of them. It's funny, you went Harry and I went Richie. Bobby Clark is one.
No, not for me. May 11th, 1988, not that I hold a grudge.
I'm kidding. I've had beers with Clark, too.
Humble brag.
Well, I'm not that guy, though. I'm not going to name drop.
I'm not that guy.
I think Richie Ashburn might be at the top of my list.
Richie Ashburn.
Yeah.
So we both going dead guys.
Well,
geez,
no, but
when you put it like that.
No, but we both went with a dead guy. Do you go with Jamie? Do you go with a live figure or do you not?
It's tough for me because I've had a couple cross my mind. One, it has nothing to do with really Philly sports. He's just a Philly guy, and this time of the year makes me think of him. I'd love to have a beer with Raft. To sit down, and I just feel like he would be full of stories, college basketball lore.
But Philly guy?
Wait, he's a
who
Philly.
did you say?
Raft.
Oh, yeah.
I just think he would be a fun guy to hang out with the bar.
Oh, he is.
If I had to go athlete, I'd probably go Jason Kelsey. I think that would be... You wouldn't even know you were hanging out with a Hall of Fame football player. I think he would just be like an everyman that blended in. Another one that came to mind, I don't know how good the conversation would be, but AI. I'd love to throw back some Heinekens.
Well, you're
Bud
paying. And you're paying.
That's fine. I'll pick up that tab.
You're going to have to.
With a maximum of $120.
Yeah, guess what?
I'm tapping out the...
This isn't TGI Fridays, my friend. You're at the Irish Horne.
But Kelsey would be incredible.
Kelsey's a good one.
That is a good one. Pat, who would you like to have a Shirley Temple with after the show?
Frank Gore. No question.
Frank
Eagle legend.
Mariel Shayok and Frank Gore in my 2 minute. No, I would pick... the first one that came to mind was Roy Campanella, who never played in Philly, but he's from Philly.
Right.
That does make him a Philly guy.
Yeah, I would love to pick his brain about those Dodgers teams, and I'm just a baseball head. The other guy was Sam Hinkie.
That'd be fun.
Expound on that.
He'd probably get a chamomile tea, but he'd be fun to talk to.
Yeah,
he looks like he'd lift his pinky.
He would definitely be meeting in a Tivana. But I would love to know about his thought process with the process, about what happened behind closed doors with certain things. I mean, he was far from perfect, but I would love to have him clarify some stories I don't think he would, though. That's the other problem. And Bob can speak to that. I don't know how truthful he would be with me. I would love to pick his brain about it.
Yeah, if you go on the premise of you're just two guys shooting the...
Say it.
Stuff. That was close.
Stuff.
Talking. And you go on the premise of, it's all on the table. Hinkey's a really good one, Pat. I commend you on that.
The final guy would be Barkley.
Barkley's on my list.
Barkley can talk about any topic.
I've had a beer with Barkley.
John Kruk.
Actually, I didn't. I delivered it to him. It was cool.
See, John.
I've had beers with Barkley.
John Kruk's kind of turned me off on the broadcast.
I think he'd be fun to hang out.
I think you and him would get along because he goes.
Julius Erving was at the top of my list.
He wasn't fun to go to his locker in 1993.
No.
He wasn't friendly.
Jeez, This whole segment's just nothing but you guys humble bragging about who you guys.
No, he wasn't friendly.
Hung out.
He wasn't fun at all.
Well, let me find out. Maybe it was you.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't
maybe
fun
you
at
were
all.
the problem.
Yeah, maybe it was you.
That whole team was a cesspool of negativity.
Maybe you need to turn on the camera and look into it, and you'll see the problem.
No, I think you're supposed to cover up the camera because they say it can get hacked, and then people can watch you.
I have this little sliding gate on mine.
Do you really?
If people
What are you doing on your computer that you're worried about the camera looking at you?
No personal
That's
questions.
what I've never figured out.
X videos, lobster tube,
X-hamster.
No,
X-hamster.
the camera that watches you.
A lot of hubs.
Well, I never know who's looking back at me.
Who cares?
There's a camera right there.
What are you doing on your computer that
No
you'd be
personal
worried about?
I literally just told you we're doing research purposes.
Plyometrics.
Yeah, for stretching.
Yeah.
I almost went down in front of two dudes.
I want to look over the camera, put a hand over the camera if that's going on too. We're getting ready for the draft.
Karate.
In fact, we are what? Let me get to the countdown app. We are so close to the draft. Let's get to it. You are 6 weeks away from the NFL draft. We will be in Vegas doing the show that morning, but Jamie Lynch has another look at somebody who could desperately help this Eagles secondary.
It's the Draft Report with Jamie Lynch. Now, here's Jamie.
Hey, guys, I'm here. It's me, Jamie. And this draft report is brought to you by North Penn Mazda. For the 7th year in a row, North Penn is a Mazda President's Award winner, an honor earned only by the top dealerships in the country. We're going to stick with the defensive back secondary player theme of this week. We're going to talk about a guy that hasn't probably been mentioned much in town yet, but he's projected as a back half of the first round type of guy. If the Eagles trade back or stay where they are, they'll definitely have the option of selecting this guy if they choose. His name is Daxton Hill from the University of Michigan.
I'm interested.
He's interesting for the Eagles. I think you could trade back and get him, get back into that 24-25 range and not have a problem if you so choose. He played all over the field for University of Michigan. He's listed as a cornerback safety coming out, but he played all over the field. He played some linebacker, cornerback, safety. His athleticism was used by Jim Harbaugh a lot. Now, one thing we know about Jonathan Gannon is ideally, which he didn't have last year, he wants that single high safety that can go sideline to sideline. It allows his other safety to play maybe a more of a nickel spot, move around a little bit, come down in the box in running situations. He's searching for that guy. Rodney McLeod and Anthony Harris were not that, so they had to shade a lot more coverage over the top, and he couldn't do what he really wants to do, which is have a single high protection, safety net back there. Daxton Hill could be that. He's got NFL bloodlines. His brother Justice was selected by the Ravens in the 4th round, I think 2 years ago. He was a high recruit going to the University of Michigan. The knocks on him are that he's a willing tackler, but he's not the strongest secondary player coming out. Another knock on him is he is kind of slow in his opening up, creating separation between him and his receivers.
But he has the speed, it sounds like.
His athleticism is great.
Okay,
so
right.
His athleticism is his plus.
He can climb.
Yeah, he's a physical player. He has great football instincts. He knows how to play in his zone. Most scouts seem to think he's best suited for a safety at the NFL level, which is something the Eagles need. And safety hasn't been talked about in the first round a lot for good reason. He's probably one of the top guys there. Do you want to waste a 15, 16, or 19 on him? Probably not if you could trade back.
How about trading back and getting him at like 26?
Yeah, I think that's...
I would be fine. I like
pick up an extra 3rd rounder or something. It could be an option there.
I don't know if I'm biased because of the fact that I've watched this kid play. Like, it's like some of the times you're hearing draft profiles and it's like, okay, I don't I don't remember seeing them play. I watched him play. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, they said his athleticism, you're going to be able to play him at nickel cornerback if you want, and also that, single high safety. So he's intriguing because he fits so well here and kind of fits the mold of what Jonathan Gannon wants.
I wonder how much of Gannon's defense is going to be similar to what it was last year. I mean, think about it. You picked up a Hassan Reddick who's, I don't know, are you going to play him at linebacker? Or are you going to play him solely as a rushing D end? I don't know, but if you have him out there,
it's both.
Well, then you're going to have to adjust some things.
I think he loves versatility, and Daxton Hill is a guy that's versatile.
Right.
Well, I'm certainly hoping we're seeing different tools out of the toy box.
Me too.
I'm hoping we're seeing that. And if you give him four new starters on D, maybe
I think he'll change some.
I want to see it.
Yeah,
but because
we have to see it, right? John?
He was my relationship last year, and we never broke it off. And so I will continue to believe that Jonathan Gannon's going to continue to make people look dumb. I think he's going to make people look dumb.
Continue to make people look dumb?
Yeah,
how about if he starts to make people look dumb?
I'd say when you're the 12th defense out of 32 teams, people saying you're terrible, you're just being dumb. When you're a playoff team and you've created you're just being dumb. 12th defense in the NFL.
33 points against winning football teams last year, and over 500 yards a game.
He did with that roster. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Now, Bob, if those same numbers come back this year, I'll agree with you 100%.
Yeah,
if he has a roster now, that he's actually going to have some more talent.
I think we're just both jumping to conclusions here. I just think the jury's still out on him.
We're going to find out.
Oh, I didn't give up on him, no.
Hey, local law enforcement.
Sorry,
put words in my mouth.
By the way, I've been asked
Put the meat back in your mouth.
If I could have everybody's attention at the Irish Horne, I've been asked, local law enforcement has asked me to help out with something. I understand Nikki Chooch is in the house.
We say Nikki Chooch.
Where's Nikki Chooch in the house?
What's up, Nick?
Is Nikki?
There he is.
Nikki Chooch is in the house? Man, the law enforcement's looking for you right now. I've just been informed. Nikki Chooch and Ron Fleming's been known to hang out with you, I understand. Nikki Chooch and Ron Fleming are in the house here, and I've been told to watch your wallets. Guys, if you're at the bar right now, put the wallet in the front pocket, because Nikki Chooch... That just sounds like a guy who got in trouble in school, doesn't it? Like Nikki Chooch wasn't there like heading up the Mensa Club.
I'll bet you Nikki got blamed for a lot of things he didn't do simply because he's Nikki Chooch. Am I right?
Look, if you wanted... I think if you wanted to place an illegal wager, find somebody to, get you a slightly used car.
Wait, so he was...
I think Nikki Chooch would be
Nikki
the guy.
Chooch had the slips in second grade. He was handing out the NFL slips.
Well, if Nikki Chooch was a smart man, John, he'd use Prop Swap when he's handing out those slips. College tournaments here, prop swappers are making thousands by buying and selling college basketball teams on Prop Swap. So download the app today.
I've heard nothing about Nikki Chooch being smart.
Nikki Chooch has gotten an ad.
You guys are describing like Spumone from Fast Times.
Look at him. Look at him.
I'm looking at him. I see him.
I trust the smile.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia. Could he not be cast as an extra?
Don't forget about the 14.5-point spread.
Could he not be sitting there at the bar? Bob has a question, and Bob always brings the hard-hitting stuff to the show, which is great.
Bob's only question is when can he get a beer?
He keeps it to sports. Bob, after his championship yesterday, was definitely imbibing. Bob, what else did you want to bring to the table before we close out today?
All right, so who's the guy on this great St. Patrick's Day, the guy or girl that you most equate to being Irish?
Patrick
Famous
Ewing.
person. Patrick
Ewing, absolutely. Yeah,
Jamie's
Patrick
answer
Ewing.
yesterday was Shaquille O'Neal. But
yes, there you go.
We kind of ruled
I might
that out.
Cousin Marshawn celebrates today. I know he loves corned beef and cabbage.
Yes.
Cousin Marshawn.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Irishman.
You and I might have the same one, John.
I don't think
because his walk-in music was the Irish jig.
Roddy Piper?
Tug McGraw.
McGraw, yes.
You're going real sports.
Okay, yeah.
Where were you going?
But I'm thinking of Irish. When I just think of Irish, it's weird because I start to draw a blank.
Who's your most famous Irishman?
On who you equate to.
Doesn't play sport.
Or Bono.
It says right here.
It
could be a local sports guy, famous actor, actress, or maybe it's the winner of the Wing Con. We had.
Yeah, it could be that. Bob.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the first guy that came to mind was Owen Nolan, the former second overall pick in the NHL by the San Jose Sharks. He's from Belfast, played for the Belfast Giants.
Oh yeah, there's another guy that you know that nobody else does. Cool.
I know Owen Nolan.
Oh, my gosh.
Wait. Okay, Owen Nolan.
I didn't know he was
Owen
from
Nolan
Belfast.
had one of the most G moves of all time in an All-Star game.
Did you know that he was from Belfast?
I did not.
I did not either.
On the John Kincade show, you'll learn stuff. When Coach just says stupid facts, you guys laud him for it. When I say stupid facts, you guys rip me?
I thought it was a good fact.
Thank you, Jamie.
I did not know he was from Belfast, so I learned something today.
I'm giving you compliments.
Now, that's something I'm never going to use again in my life, but I learned it today.
If you watch the goal he had in the All-Star game, he literally points to where he's shooting it and calls a shot.
I do remember that.
So
I think
the first guy.
That's going to stick with me forever, and it's the most useless information ever.
I think we did come off a little bit like bees today about Bob winning the championship yesterday.
Completely disagree. Yeah, I don't at all.
Well, just use
I
bacon.
think we did, Bob. I think we did
wing
come up a little bit.
Thank you, John. I don't think you did. I think it was the other two schmagglers.
Even though Bob's will not be the wing of the month because they couldn't afford to do it.
Yeah,
now you're being a schmaggler.
So he didn't win.
Like,
You're an appetizer.
Congratulations, could you?
It's the wing of the month competition, not the appetizer of the month.
Bob didn't win. It's a shame. It's unfortunate. But Bob didn't win.
The reality is
I didn't even have the guts to bring up to you guys earlier how wide the margin was between 1 and 2 that the judges told me afterwards. I didn't bring that up. Well, I'm not a sore winner.
I will say this.
Sore winner.
Bob's wing that won, and I had 2 in the competition. Bob's wing that won was the absolute best tasting wing.
It tasted like bacon.
It tasted like an appetizer.
No, it didn't. I think it
tasted like an appetizer.
The barbecue sauce was spectacular.
When I eat wings, I like to taste wings.
Yeah, but you know what I got?
You guys are just embarrassing yourselves. You should stop talking about me winning and just talk about sports.
I got a bite of chicken, a bite of bacon, and a bite of barbecue sauce in one thing.
It was
unlike
delicious.
the corn dog wing.
Yeah,
that Jamie created.
No, that was it.
No, that was Bob.
Oh, was it Bob's corn dog wing? That one was not. That was the big one.
The beer pattern.
The corn dog wing.
When they brought it out, I was like, that looks like a Frisbee. It didn't look like a wing at all.
So, but Bob and Jamie both, if you combine their scores, had the same. But Bob wins because he was the champion.
I mean, it's like Mark McGuire using performance-enhancing drugs in '96.
Yeah,
I mean that's what he did with the bacon.
That's why you guys never win because you're such bitches about losing.
Well, I'm Palmero over here going. I guess I got to cheat now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Well,
my money's on the line.
What's really good is we're going to be invited back in the fall. God knows why they're doing it, to do another food competition in the test kitchen at PJ's.
So when I heard that, Chef Rich pulled a Magic Johnson and said, "I'm not going to be here." He did not want to see us yesterday.
Now the one thing is that they said maybe next time we would all decide a new appetizer, but then Bob would have to come up with a wing of the month choice.
Yeah,
exactly.
Since he already created an appetizer.
It was a really good appetizer.
But it's going to be on the menu.
It's going to be a great
and
appetizer.
you're going to want it. And Cooney's face
Are you guys as embarrassed for them as I am? I mean, it's like you lost.
Cooney,
we did.
I thought you were on my side.
Just move on. Like, I'm getting embarrassed for you guys. The way that people are looking at me like, you got to work with this?
I finished last in both competitions. And even my own bride said, that sounds about right, the cooking competition. That sounds about right.
That was a fun day.
That was a lot of fun, and we appreciate it.
Look, Jamie, and you could see all the social media stuff like on our Instagram account, our Twitter, and all that. But Jamie, I think, said it best of like, we didn't suck at this, and I'm actually surprised.
And that was what was impressive, I thought.
Yeah, like
we didn't have a terrible thing.
I think all our ideas are pretty good.
It's amazing, though, what professional chefs can do. Now, Ed Horne obviously hired somebody really strong to run his kitchen.
Yeah, Ham's Benedict was good.
Because I can't wait to have some breakfast afterwards. That French toast, Pat.
Yeah.
French toast in an Irish restaurant. What's give me the... John, we got thumbs up?
Yeah, John Taffer would have came in here and just praised it.
Thumbs up?
He would have absolutely loved it. He wouldn't have to rescue anything here.
So I don't think Ed prepares the meals.
He was back there making it.
I don't think he does. I think
he was banging the meat. He was making the banger.
He has to have an executive chef or something to have food this good in a pub. It's really good.
It's really, really good, yeah.
And the bacon is a piece of art. It's absolutely
bacon always
exquisite.
Is.
No, you can screw up bacon. I've seen bacon put out on a plate, and I'm like, are you kidding me? It's all scrawny and fatty and screwed up. I mean, you can mess up bacon.
I think you should. Why are you looking at me? You're just describing me.
No, well, you know bacon. It's what, scrawny and screwed up?
Yeah, scrawny and screwed up. And
the first round of the tournament today, and we hope that everybody really, really enjoys themselves and has a safe, responsible time. And our friends from Bud Light tell you to please drink responsibly this afternoon.
Bet on Gonzaga.
We want to remind you that our NFL draft giveaway, the contesting begins on Monday. So if you want to come to Las Vegas with us 6 weeks from today for the NFL draft, you have a chance to win a trip for 2. Non-stop flights from Philly to Vegas, 3-night stay at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, passes to 2 all-inclusive draft parties. It all starts on Monday. Thanks to with donation. The new Parks experience on the Parks Sportsbook app, Iron Mountain Men's Health, and Philly Pretzel Factory. It all starts on Monday. So you get the opportunity. Bob, I'm going to say screw the rules. Bob, I need to see you drink before the end of the show. There's only 30 seconds.
Cheers, everybody!
Drink. Take that.
Someone take a picture for the FCC.
Where's my beer?
There is no such rule. Only for Connor. If Connor was drinking, there's a rule with the FCC. There's no rule for Bob.
It's okay.
There's only a rule for Connor. And Connor Thomas, you did a spectacular job today. One thing about the Fanatic and the Beasley family, we have the best roadshow crew in the country in radio. It is spectacular, and they set us up perfectly every time. Heavy Chevy was here, too, coming out with us, too.
Grossman, you're the man.
Don't give Grossman too much love because
Sean's the best.
He's actually been friendly today. Sean's always friendly.
Oh, Grossman's high off his ass. Like, he's stoned out of his mind.
I think it's
right
something.
now.
Wait till he gets to Vegas.
Different kind of green holiday for Gross.
Have a great St. Patrick's Day. Thank you all for coming out today to the Irish Horne. The party continues with Cousin Tunis live from Parks Casino coming up next on The Fanatic. Have a great St. Patty's Day, everybody.
First round of the tournament is about to kick off, which means BetMGM's March Matchups is about to get underway. Here's a chance for everybody out there to bet the entire board of the first round. All you have to do is head on over to BetMGM.com, register, and when they ask you for a bonus code, you have to type in MM160. Your next step is to place a $10 wager on any game in the first round of the tournament. It doesn't matter. Any game. $10 moneyline wager, and you'll receive $160 in free bets. You can use those $160 in free bets and bet the entire first round. That's $10 per game. Look, hop on over to BetMGM, either on the app or the website, BetMGM.com, and you got to get in on this. I mean, they're giving you $160 in free bets that you can use to bet the board today. You're going to wager it anyway. You might as well do it with the king of sportsbooks, BetMGM. And don't forget, use the bonus code MM160 when you do it. Only at the king of sportsbooks. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 years of age or older to wager. New Jersey and Pennsylvania only. All promotions subject to qualification, eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets to site credit. Bets expired in 7 days of issuance. If you have somebody who knows gambling problem, help us available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Pat, hold on 1 second.
Yes.
I want to remind people to support life-saving cancer research. Join us in Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning and make a donation to the AACR for cancer research today at 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. And make sure you're betting like Pat.
Yeah.
Have a great day, everybody. See ya.
Gonzaga.
Happy St. Patty's Day from the John Kincade Show, live from the Irish Horne in Richboro, PA, and on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.